because, you know, a lot of players might want to start slow, or they do start off slow, but you got to quickly adjust. And the question is, oh, he got the new skin. You was asking for, I don't know if you were asking for this one or the couple one, but Fong picking up elimination quickly against Star. Mike on to Zaping. I mean, this is very eye-catching because Zaping, to me, I've seen her being pushed out of the meta for quite some time, even on Quick Cup, but Mike right now playing her for game number 1. We're going to wait and see how he does against Verse here.
Yeah, it's going to be a chance for Mike to just keep the motion going through. A lot of these players here have themselves with blue armor. Verse taking a look at the chance of catching the LMB Pariah. Of course, there's going to be RMBs. Everything comes out for these RMB tech chases coming from the blue focuses. There's 1.0 release from Mike. He goes for a catch LMB. He's going for the scare rush to try to connect this and hoping to see whether or not that Whisk throw comes out in this direction.
Now, trying to look for a Reese is going to go throw down that F. We see him now. Massive LMB focus there for Mike. He is going to get a lot of damage there on Tavares at the back end. We did see him trying to retreat for the time being in the back, and we got another player showing up. It's going to be Wu Fong. Now it's shifting his attention onto Verse.
Maybe hopefully to see whether or not Verse is going to be capable of catching on Mike. Otherwise, Wu Fong is going to be coming through to the backline from Team X1 onto the ground level. We know that Arano's been looting up passively over the course of time, so this is a great chance to see whether or not he's going to create the pressure between any and all players. Now, as we can see, Spider, he's getting chased out here by Arano into this corner. These players are making their way slowly but surely into the Twilight's Pass, hoping to find some better loot along the path or just looking for that third-party opportunity.
Now, Arano, see him charging up that bow in the back end. Verse as well, getting active against Spider. Mike in the mix as well. Now it looks like Spider's trying to retreat. Not trying to get third party. Arano is going to go ahead and hit that no ult zone, trying to see if he can find anybody lacking. Verse looks like he's chasing down Spider in the back end. Mike doesn't get any aggression towards him right now. And looks like this could be a potential fourth party coming in here onto Spider.
And potentially, I'm thinking Spider's going to have the chance of using the F2 from the Hottie. He's got ultimate ready. He's got V2 on standby. He just keeps looting, trying to see what he catches. He takes a dodge off the fist plates. He catches LMB. Now, as the S-Blitz comes out here, Spider looks to try to go for it. He catches himself enough time to rain away, but Arano does not let go with the dagger. The chase is on. These guys are just playing with poison here.
Verse still trying to get a little bit of resources. Star quickly trying to get active in the mid zone, just shooting out these poison jellyfishes right here. This could be bad for a player. Verse staying up for the matter of time. It looks like he is gonna be able to back up now, but Spider's gonna go ahead and pop this ultimate. Look at his white health just dropping down.
Yeah, it's going to be dangerous. He gets a one burn from any opponents coming through. It would be the case, but no one has that case. Arano finds elimination against Verse, and that's going to be a way for Verse to come back into this fight. If he looks the chance of going back into looting, he's got all of the southern end of the map potentially. If not, he takes Azov Peak. No one seemed to have spawned there. If he goes straight north of that direction towards the Ancient Stockade, he could come back into this in a quick sense of a minute and a half. Who knows if he wants to take this fight, because Spider, he's the next person that's taking the aggression line.
Arano, Action, Fong, all with one on the board currently. Mike still trying to look for his first one right here on the purple nunchucks in the back end, laying down some pressure with the cannons. Arano still in the mix on the Justina. Spider drops very low, does manage to catch a common armor swap there, manages to catch the Briar against Mike. 1-2 on the ground off the uppercut, putting up a lot of pressure here, trying to go for the tech chase. Mike tapped off his back to avoid the product from Mike. The proc comes in. And what's going to be the mix up here? We do see him still throwing down some aggression onto Spider, but it looks like Spider's trying to retreat for the time being.
Yeah, I got Arano chasing in the backline. Fist blades are out, cannons are out, but Mike with that purple nunnies can do a lot of points where Spider has to disengage, finds nice armor swaps along the right. He has a little bit of rage to be retained here as he's able to keep it going in terms of his presence. So long as no one takes the opportunity like Arano here, who is looking for this chase, he's got B1 ready to go. If he sees Spider look to try to push out with an ultimate, he'll go for a dash freeze, no questions asked.
So the only thing I'm worried about here is just a lot of pressure. And it's taken a very long time. We still see a lot of these players in common armor and blue armor for 3, but not a lot of scalage here. Just blue weapons all around. I believe Mike did have purple nunchuck. Spider drops very low. Does manage to catch the prawn to Mike, trying to turn around. But it looks like the army focus is going to connect her for Star, and Spider's going to fall off of this.
Yeah, Spider has enough chances to back off in case of this fight. A lot of gear left behind, though, as he had that weapon selection. But as Mike is coming through here, tries to keep Star in his position. Double toes to the nose, comes to the face value as TE Star just keeps these fist plates in motion, showing the capabilities that this weapon has. Mike, no armor, has V1 still. He catches a lot of R&B blues, and this is going to be where musket shots come from the backline. TE Star in a tough position. Already procced ult, still has 2 casts ready to go.
Mike praying the cannon, getting a full reset, and Star though now it's gonna go again, get all this attention shifted onto him. Arano's still in the mix, trying to find his second one of game number 1. We did see Chazam pick up elimination as well. He had an isolated fight somewhere else. These 4 players are still in the mix right here. Star trying to take a full reset for himself. It looks like he is going to be able to do so for now, but the pressure is quickly going to go ahead towards his way once again from Murano.
Yeah, Rana making sure he can keep any sort of spot, keep eyes peels out here. The Romy Yang spawning in around 30 seconds. Romy Yang pass being contested here is going to be big, but Star still has a chance looking to try to create an instigation round. Of course, Rana's not taking the bait. He knows exactly where the formation this player is going through, and so he makes the chances of burning out the F1. There it goes. There's no more combo breaker for Star. He's got Fan, he's got Mike, he's got all the world against him. All the odds come down towards just how well can he kite all these players shooting range shots at him.
Star now getting grappled on. First Roman Yang spawns in as well. Mike loves taking this Roman Yang, gets that Yang pass pretty quickly. T225 in the mix though, T225. Always been that high caliber player as well. Almost taking Worlds home for himself. Still trying to look to take one of these bi-weeklies as well. The only player who has taken a bi-weekly this year so far for Mike has been Spider. So we're gonna have to wait and see how he responds for the next following games, and this one's still remaining. Fong in the mix though, and Fong, this is what I like about Fong now. Fong is starting to use different weapons here, Severio.
Yeah, dual blade's going to be his choice here. We're not going to see a dagger. Maybe it's in the back pocket. We'll have to look at the inventory. If he has that on standby, it's a good notion. It's a great weapon just to go ahead and kite around and being able to walk within walls, within windows, and just taking any quick scare rush frame opportunity that you can. There it is, blue dagger. You can see it. You can make the adjustment. He knows he's going to have it on backline, but purple dual blades, purple armor. This makes it so much more valuable for him to take Romy Yang for first round. He's got the damage. He's got the mitigation. It's just a matter of whether or not he can take the contest of getting into Romy Yang.
All right, here we go. First Romy Yang of the day. This is going to be setting up the pace for a lot of players right here. You're able to get the armor upgrade, the weapon upgrade as well. We got KLA against FPXZQ. It's going to be a big scrap off. Might be wanting to wait this out for now. Trying to see if anybody else takes this Romy Yang. It's going to be a big scrap off happening right now. You do want to win your first realm of the day, so you don't have that pressure on him. But Spider already getting active against Arano here.
Yeah, Rana's going to be very, very careful here. He takes double blue focus in the back here. Jump on RB, forced ultimate, looks for the chase away. It takes a pistol shot, but that mitigation comes in clutch. Arano going to get out here with literally a sneeze away from death, right? And the Spider can't do anything about this. There's bells on rotation, but he's going to be just looking away, seeing if he can spot him out. He disengages, goes back. He wants to back away. And it's interesting, you know, both of those guys went into that cave expecting to try to get some loot, trying to get themselves a source, some sort of, you know, gain into the fights. But Romy Yang fight happening here. Mike with the blue armor, as well as going up against Bow's Exton in the first Romy Yang.
Going to be a mix up action now on the hottie. Mike on the Zapine. Clint comes in off of both nunchucks here. Tries to go for the cannon shot. He's going to get capitalized off of this. LB Pryor here for action to the 1-2 F throw down. Now Mike, what's going to be the mix up? Is going to get hit off the LB focus there from action. John's very low. Has the ult online if he needs it as well. So this fight is nowhere near to be done yet.
Big chances here for Exton here to try to burn ult for Mike. Mike is going to be playing this safe. Mike's cannon shot coming in and the micro selection. Clink number 1. Mike has himself to get the scare rush, gets himself caught into the uppercut. Free R&B blue. There's going to be F1 into maybe a blue focus. There it is. The release happens. X1 could be looking to burn Mike's V1, but passively there's a horizontal blocking extreme. Mike gets caught by an LB R&B. There's going to be the chance for the knockback. Now it's up to Exton to look to try to invest ultimate or just go on full aggression.
Double tap dodge there from Mike. Now both players parry. The healths are even right now, but Exton still has ult online if he needs it as well. There it is. He's going to pop this ultimate. Mike now is gonna have to scatter for the time being. Now actually trying to look for the 3 charge, trying to get the burn damage onto Mike. He is gonna connect off the first one. He is not going to die off of that. He can stay up for now. Actually trying to look for the second, connects off the second, and now this is gonna kill. The burn is there, and that's gonna go towards Action's way, and Mike loses his first Roman Yang of the day.
Big upset for Mike, but Exton takes a purple weapon in the field of play. Gold fist plays as well. He's going ahead and taking this to the end game, boys. You know, 2 kill eliminations. He's gonna get Vermilions. He can go into Imperium with all the might in the world. If he finds himself 3 eliminations, if he hasn't found 1 already, to just double down into that area, he can find himself the Imperial Sword potentially. The players can take the contest of the portal for him on the outside. He doesn't have any sort of rage based ultimate where it consumes 100%. He's rage retention with the active ultimate, so he can't take anything preemptive like a Kylan, for instance, who could just take the ultimate preemptive and then exit the tomb with the Fireflies just to go on full aggression.
Action. T225, Wang Liang, all winning the Roman Yang burst. Zhuang Yuan, XY, and Mike are going to have that Yang depletion timer on their backs right now. They are going to have to try to get it active pretty soon. Action, T225 and Wang Liang are going to have the free will to get as active as one. It looks like Action is going to run into Mike for the second time around. So this is the second scrap off for them this time around.
Big chances for Exen to catch that LMB. That's a lot of damage. That's 600 damage coming out here. The F1 comes out from Mike. He catches another neutral set. This is a 1-2-3 blue. He catches the vertical. Jump LMB doesn't confirm here as Exen gets himself cross-guarded. He's going to force into the position where Mike has to disengage, cross the Mercury River, and hold out to the other grounds. But you can see the musket shot, the micro decision making here from Exen, looking towards it, swiping over here, swiping, looking for the double jump, repositioning. Now he's face-to-face with his pressure. This is going to be Mike's chance here, just trying to keep the sustain alive, trying to go for the kite, but he gets caught by neutral, possibly again. Who knows? The F skill, the F skill's been invested from Exen, taking a look at Cheetah to try to retreat back into the sightlines.
Action taking a quick reset and back in. Rano picking up an elimination. This time around against Wang Liang. Wang Liang does have the million in his burst bite, so he's going to be safe, keeping his full inventory. Big period for Mike onto Action. There's be big damage there off the purple nunchuck as well. Trying to go for the tech chase, overholding. Spirit coming out there for Action as well. So go ahead and parry bait him, forcing out that ultimate. That's a really good job there from Mike. Still has 2 minutes and 27 seconds to try to stay up and try to pick up a soul bloom. Action drops very low. Might use this to retreat. We see him trying to take a quick reset to try to re-aggress OUG's Mike right now. The gold fist blade snagged up there from Mike, and that's a good call in there from Mike. And Action looks like he wants to get aggressive once again.
This is going to be dangerous for Exen. He exits ult 20-second duration. Now he has to see the common armor there in case things get a little bit dangerous. Mike has a better advantage with that armor than Exen right now. Taking the chance here, the fifth place with a 1.0 release. Backs around, finds the common armor. There it is. Mike's going to find that swap, ready to go. Takes that healing over time. Looks to try to go for the fifth blade action. Blue versus gold rarity. This is going to be a damage spike versus mitigation factor. There's the R&B, toe to the nose. Crouch LMB comes out again. Mike's going to get caught through here. The nunchuck with the uppercut. 1, 2, 3. He's looking to try to go ahead and get the armor swap. He finds another one, essentially red armor. And this is going to be where Exen could get eliminated right before then. Takes his F2. He backs off to Ascension for him.
Cannon shot does not connect. Action still trying to retreat. We got our second Roman Yang spawning. And look who's in the back end. We do see Fong trying to show up. But Mike is going to be able to cleanse. Trying to go quickly inside the Roman Yang as well. He still has common armor. I believe he's trying to go inside the Roman Yang. Yeah, he's definitely trying to go in realm. As we see him trying to reaggress here. And now Burst in the mix. Spider as well. Fong just showing up now. Since the 1, 2, 3 is going to get parried here, Spider now is going to be forced to pop the zap in the outskirts. Fong looks like he is going to be the one posted up in this realm of Yang. Spider, though, still is going to go ahead and pull out that purple pulse sword this time around. Wu Fong now showing up to the party in the back end. We do see the Temi all invested as well, trying to get any third-party action here for Birds. Going to go ahead and bait out that parry. Spider now trying to go in for the Scarecrow. Is going to get punished for it. Now, 2 players are going on to Spider right now. He needs to be real careful.
He's got Blistering Edge. He's trying to bait it out. All the players know he's got it. Looking for the 1.0 release. Of course, Spider takes the kiting right there. Looks for the army again. Gets punished for it. Gets killed. Wu Fong finds the elimination. There's going to be the arm release. Wu Fong finds 2 kills back to back. Spider and Verse are out of the game. And then you can see how much Wu Fong is having a great enjoyment of looting, but Fong is back into the fray of things. You see, things have led down towards where Fong and Wu Fong are in the same group. You know, it just happenstance. It just happens. And now for these players to kind of work out, both of them being Kylans, it's going to be a chance in seeing whether or not they want to take Romy Yang before the next cycle begins.
Now, Chuzong against Arano. It's going to be a big scrap up as well. Arano currently with 2 on the board on the Justina. Chuzong in the back end with Matari, which is kind of like a mirror Justina, but just a little bit more aggressive, I would say, compared to Justina. Do have that potential to TP behind your opponent or to get that focus attack or bait it out for the prio. Now we do see Arano going up high here, trying to see if he can find any sorts of bow shots. It's going to be Hunk Sword V, Fist Blades here. Ultimate invested for Chuzong pretty quickly against Arano, and Arano now is going to go ahead and try to go for the Scarecrow. He's going to get punished for it now. Catches the LMB on the ground. Does not get a prio due to Chuzong jumping there. He's going to go ahead and jump ult there for Arano. Is trying to see if he can find another opening. Nice Scarecrow there for Chuzong. Now he's going to get the TP RMB. And the dash comes in, and the LMB power for Chuzong. It's the 1, 2, 3 as well. And Chuzong winning his realm with Yang as well, doing a really good job. Now it's going to be Mike against Wang Liang here, Severio.
Wang Liang has ultimate proc out here. He's in back behind the walls of pain, and that's going to be where Mike looks to try to use the F1 to mitigate through the knockback, getting himself a lot of chances to close his gap. Wang Liang looks at Scare Rush. Be careful here. He's got himself with a blue focus with that gold spear. Mike is looking for any parries he can find, but he's looking for the range shots first and foremost. Now the 1-2s come out. The Auric Sword is released. There's going to be a chance for the cannon shots again. Wang Liang taking the chance to jump LMB, finds a teleport at the very last possible frame in place. Of course, the cannon shots come out for the vicinity. Rupture Gale Burn is being revealed for Wang Liang, so now he's got to be careful. The R&B releases come out. The burn couldn't kill him in time, but that is going to be the proximity shot that comes from Rupture Gale that kills off Wang Liang, and Mike takes another gold weapon in his inventory.
Nice little cannon shot. He's going to get that gold longsword now here for Mike with the gold armor as well. This man just had common armor before this realm. He ain't now scaling up to a gold armor. He found a purple armor to go inside his realm of Yang. Now we do see him having the White Tigers powers and, you know, hyper aggression player that Mike is, he is going to probably just wait this out currently now with 2 on the board. Arano has that Yang depletion timer on his back. Wang Liang as well. We do see JDG Shazam with that White Tigers powers as well with 2 on the board. Wu Fong currently running up the leaderboard in eliminations with 3 for this game on the Kylan, as well as Fong is still in the mix as well. Fong on the Kylan. Rano with 4 minutes on his back to try to pick up a Soul Bloom, trying to cleanse this Yang depletion timer on his back. Fong might be the player that might run into him, but Jasong is moving on in as well. This might be a Jasong v Fong here for this fight.
Yeah, Rano has to be very careful. He can take an isolated fight, but no one's going to allow that if they're just being able to hear all the abilities of casting ultimates in the background. Any proximity sound alerts come out, they'll take any notion to try to look for an F2, thrust from like a Matari, for instance. If they take a chance of looking for the kill steal, they'll look for it. They'll use a highest grade rarity weapon. They'll take the scaling with them. And of course, if they need a proc ult to really confirm that and hit it home, then they'll make sure in doing so, it's kills on the board, folks. Every kill matters in solos. And this is where it comes into the multiplier. Only being awarded for first place, everything comes out to the cost where you can't snowball anymore with a little bit amount of kills. You can just take into the end game potentially just for a multiplier bonus of 1.3. Not like that anymore. You really have to make sure you get your earnings out here. And Mike has been proving how he can potentially go through with this. And he's the one pick Zipping for round 1 in Spadoria.
Yeah. Being a lone wolf and being a Zipping is very interesting right now because, like I said, we have seen Zabine being pushed out of the meta since Koi Cup, I believe. I was looking out for her and seeing if she was gonna come out last week because Zabine was everybody's pick, safe pick. To be exact, just everybody used to play Zaping a lot, but we have Arano against Wang Liang. Wang Liang with the LMB Prowl. Wang Liang and Arano both have Yang depletion timer right now. Wang Liang with the LMB Prowl is going to go ahead for the Raw Dragon. Gets the LMB Prowl there off the Hongshou this time around. In the back, we see Fong shifting the R&B onto Arano, but it's going to go towards Fong's way, and he's trying to pick up the Soul Bloom. It looks like he does not because Fong picks it up, and now the Kylo Ultimate is going to be invested as well. It's a double dash slash there for Fong, and Fong now picking up 2 on the board, and that's 3 there for DRG's Fong.
Yo, DRG Fong doing work out here with Kylan, stealing the kill, the cannon shot, getting to the R&B fan, doing a lot of damage, finding out Arano the hard way what it takes to fight into the zone against the Kylan. Listen, the 4 seconds of invulnerability with the Keelan guard, that's nothing you can joke around with. You can't do anything about that. So even if he found a way, Arano would have found a TOD potentially, there's still 4 seconds on the clock that he has to burn through. And that's not even that. It's unlimited slashes for Fong at that case scenario. So he was Gucci anyway. No Dolce Gabbana, all coach back.
2-5 gold pole sword, 1 elimination on the board right now. We do see him with that weapon scalage for himself on the purple armor. DRG's Fong though with a massive 2-piece there, bringing himself up to 3 on the board. 7 players remain here for game number 1. Wow, this is gonna be very interesting. I don't know who's gonna be able to take this home if it goes towards end game. We're gonna have to wait and see. T225 on the Matari once again. TE Star on the Liam. We have action on the Hadi. 2 Kylans out there for Wu Fong and Fong, and another Matar for Chazong, and the Lone Wolves of Pain there for OUG's Mike, just waiting this out. And looks like this might be, that waiting phase. Everybody's going to go ahead and wait this out. Zone 3 just spread it. Now everybody's going to start moving on in. And this is where you got to be real careful here, Severio.
Yeah, review going to coming out here from the replay as we saw the first round game between T225 up against Verse in his own ultimate. Verse could have had a salvation moment. He finds it, maybe potentially. Look at the pistol shots, look at the wisp in it coming through, but he misses his chance. T225 still has a teleport ready. I see the vision. He looks for it. He catches it. He releases the blues. He look at the smirk across the field of play with that F2, trying to look for the LMB uppercut, doesn't get it. Verse looks to a hold check, a double roll coming out here. T225 investing in that energy, looks for the cannon shots. His signature weapon coming out. He looks to keep that scare rush alive. He keeps that motion, keeps kiting around, looks for the cannon shots in the vicinity as Verse is just keeping the momentum against every single one of these plays. Hopefully to see to catch him off of one of these scare rushes, but it's not the case. He holds for F2. F1 investment from Verse to try to get that iframe. That's perfect. But the problem is that T25 is just looking to try to invest that chase for Verse, and he catches elimination with that gold pole sword. That was his only elimination. He's been carrying this the whole match into the last 7 minutes and a half. He'll hopefully have some sort of amount of damage and placement to work off of.
Wow, that was a very close fight between both of those players there. TE Star now Range Surfer right now has a lot of pressure towards his back. Nobody chasing right now. Does go directly towards the middle of that random Bane spawn as we see it there. We got our TE star waiting this out. 2 on the board currently right now. We do have our spirit well up. This is what I was waiting for. This is our spirit one. This is a massive one because it is going to have, I believe this is the one that has the buff in it. So we see Mike.
This one,
is it this one?
This one is gold. This one's gold, and then the next one is the gamer one.
Oh,
so we could see that come out next. But the contesting of gold is great because, you know, the timer, having that weapon on standby, having that gold armor on standby for you to pick up on the route. You know, Mike loves to have armors on standby. That man does not joke around. When he has an armor on the vision, he will just to his own knowledge of where it is.
And already having gold armor as well, you don't want to have anybody else to get that gold armor, but it looks like he is going to retreat for the time being. In the back end, T225, Chisong, and Fong still fighting for the spirit well. TE star as well on the top side of the tree. We're gonna have to wait and see who locks this in. Mike going right back in as we see him here. T225 trying to line up an F there. Does not manage to catch Mike there. Fong starting to move on in as well, and just a waiting game to see who's gonna be able to pick up this spirit well. And the good thing that it's locked to whoever it locks onto. Mike though standing in the center, and it looks like Fist Blades is a really good weapon to be using in a situation like this. I saw this last week as well, that the Fist Blade just has a lot of momentum to be able to just to avoid a lot of attacks. And this is going to go towards...
Oh, wait.
No.
Guess it is Mystic Might, huh? Guess he does get that, huh? Okay, yeah, so that is going to be the spirit well for the buffs. And look, he does, as long as he doesn't pick up that armor, no one else can take it for the next 4.5 minutes from you saw the timer there, which means that for the next... you know, until the last minute of endgame, he can retreat back towards that armor. Even after this Moonbane, the 80% Moonbane circle, it will be a chance here for T225 just to keep the kite. You saw how much aggression Mike had with, or T225 had against Mike. Like that type of aggression, he just knows. Like he's like, that's got to be someone I know that needs to not stay into this endgame circle.
And we see him getting quickly active against T225. Big scare rush there. It takes 1 block of that gold armor. Mike still trying to get active. As we just saw, he does have a gold armor swap on the top side of the cliff right now. He's going to go ahead and avoid this. Ooh, nice little jump LMB there to avoid that follow-up there off the focus attack from the pulsar. Now he's going to lay down some cannon shots as well. And this could be bad if the damage is going to go towards T225's way. But look at the damage coming to play there for T225. Mike now double tap dodge your back. He's trying to scatter on. Now he's going to be forced upon this Sabine ultimate. Now he's on the run.
Now he's got to go. He's got to kite this Moonbane for a couple of seconds, but he knows that armor is on standby for himself. He keeps that momentum. If he really needs to take that armor, he will. Wufang is in the vicinity, though. From Team X1, he could take the momentum of understanding that Mike is resetting here and knows that he might have been looking for that reset towards towards that spirit well to just swap armors, but not needed. Mike did not get ingressed upon. No one wants to take the risk of Moonbanes because you can get Venn diagrammed real quick, and that's going to be your final score. You know, salute you down, and that's going to be it. But still, 7 players, still to the endgame circle, 4.5 minutes on the clock. Exen just kiting around with blue fist blades with that purple armor.
A lot more composure from a lot of these players. You don't want to be third party here. A lot of the eliminations are going towards everybody's way. Nobody's like overhauling somebody off eliminations. It's just a 2-2-3-3 on the board right now for our top 4 currently for this game. So a lot of eliminations are going towards a lot of players' ways right now. And you know, this time around in the league, it seems like a lot of players, you know, have caught up to Mike. Mike had the free roam to control the battlefield and the tempo of the games, but now it's just a lot of pressure from every direction. Everybody has been playing at the top of the game as we've seen it right now, especially right now. Everybody is playing very composed. You see everybody claiming their areas right now for the next zone to start moving on in a minute 43. Wufang trying to kite this out for now. It's going to go ahead and play the bottom side. He's going to lay down a little bit of damage there onto OUG's Mike. It's going to be a little bit of a reset there for Mike, and now it's just a waiting game here. This is where the range shots come in. We do see T225 and just on with the muskets. We see cannon shots from Mike. Everybody's going to try to lay down some pressure there from the range.
Yeah, and another thing too is that Fong has himself explosive armor, right? He's got that Jade on standby. If it gets a proc off, if he knocks back somebody, he can get a free LMB blue focus horizontal, or even to the vertical, I should say. Keeping his motion into that, that's a knowledge spike that sometimes can reveal to the enemy. And if he's an ultimate, he gets a knockback. He can charge up preemptive, knocks him back. He can get a guaranteed double slash right then and there. But of course, keep in mind, that means if he lost all his armor, players in the vicinity are going to be looking to try to burn him down. You see cannons out here back and forth since the beginning of this round. We see Mike is just cannon shotting into the opposite vicinity of the cliff side, looking to try to catch Star here in the corner. I don't know. Star looks like he's AFK over there, but you know what? He's blending up the surroundings. He's got 99.7% camo and just keeping himself locked away. But I'm really curious to see this. This is the last 2.5 minutes. And no one's taking aggression. They don't see the zipping in. They don't take care of her. She could just keep herself alive throughout the entirety of the match.
Yeah, she could have a sustain there for the end circle that's about to unfold for us. Zone 6 already spreading halfway on the map. And we do see a lot of aggression going towards Mike's way. Mike being able to cut a lot of this aggression towards his way for now. Let's catch Wufong there in the corner, but it looks like no damage going to go towards his way. In the back, and we have some scrap offs unfolding there. Cannon shots flying on in. Wufong trying to take a full reset inside the zone, and it's going to take a lot of health there from him in the zone.
Yeah, and if Wufong has to be careful, right? He's off a spider's body, blistering edge, trying to catch it. Blue pole sword or gray pole sword. He can just throw out the blistering edge, just catching burns. Last minute and 45 seconds happening here in just a moment while Wufong is trying to lock down anyone on top of this cliffside towards his ascension corner. Mike still looking to try to burn out his F abilities, keeping the heal over time. T225 scare rushing here and there. Chushang just keeping his aggression with the R&B so that way no one takes his spot. Hopefully to see whether or not this is going to be a blue focus into reveal of range shots. We've seen it happen before to endgame circles, especially when it came down to Morris Isle into yesterday or day 3's game, where we hit into seeing about 7 players into that endgame circle potentially right then and there. Hopefully the scene, if this is going to be everyone until the last possible second, who knows, because the aggression begins.
Yes, we do see a lot of cannon shots flying in from the right side towards the left side right now. We do have a Matori ultimate invested in the back end. Star as well invested the Liamo in the back end. T225 with elimination onto Star. As we see, that player is going to fall. Fong tries to snag the eliminations, does not manage to do so. Chuzong as well. Everybody taking a full reset in. The TP there instead of focus attack there from T225 going towards Mike's way. Focusing the Zapine right now. Trying to see if we can get this player lobby. In the back end, we have Scale Rush is connected for the pole sword. Everybody's getting active right now.
T225 playing the exact name of his character, the Assassin. He is going in and out using teleports to F2s, healing skills, killing skills. Wow, killing. I'll stop. Having every single one of these kills to be stolen by him alone, but the pressure is on to him. He finds an arm against Fong. The army's come out to the F2 to get himself to the sky, keep himself aloof, but there's Mike chasing him through, and there goes the hits. Wufong finds F1 investment right then and there, catches a blistering edge from Fong again and again. Last seconds here, C8.
Wow, now Fong trying to see if he can find something here. Still has the ult online. It's going to go ahead and pop it now. Looks like T225 is going to fall to Wufong in the back end. Mike is going to go ahead and invest that ultimate as well. We do see lots of pressure off the cannon shot. Chuzon picking up another one on board onto the action. That's a lot of damage. It looks like Fong is going to take out Mike. And looks like DRG's Fong is going to be our MVP for game number 1, staying up. And that was exactly as what I was looking at for this end circle. We have 2 Collins up for this game, and we did see one of them win.
Action off the rip, I already see it happening in the back of my head. It's going to be a moniker of violence over by the Salvation podium here.
All right, here we go. Got puzzle jobs for a lot of players right now. Nice parry there from Fong to XY. F investor there. It's going to be able to get the smackdown there off the F onto Fong. And Fong trying to regress XY. XY is going to go ahead and try to scatter on out from the situation. But Fong is going to be able to keep eyes onto him and still trying to apply the pressure onto XY.
Now, Fong has V2 for the Justina F1. This is a gamer move, bro. I'm telling you, something is cooking into this vicinity. The F1 getting that 600 armor back for the full proc is something else. But Mike is going to take a lot of points here from Exon, as Exon has that blue armor. The swap has been made. The F1's invested. Mike looks to try to go for it. The R&B gets caught. No stagger between both of them. Exon looks to try to charge up the R&B. Being very careful about the switch to dagger. Looks to the horizontal release instead of hold check. Looking for the crouch LMB. And of course, if he looks towards pistol shots coming from Exon to the backline, Mike looks to try to find another armor to seek out in case if he needs to look to try to back off, but the pressure is on between both of them.
Mike trying to scatter on action with the armor event is going to go ahead and take a full reset as well. We have no eliminations yet so far, and as soon as I speak to be Wally on taking out T225. Mike now and they caught off the 2-pick. F invested there for Mike to stay safe there off that 2-pick prowl there from action. Now overholding, big damage there from Mike. Tries to go for the musket shot follow up there. Does not manage to do so. Looks like he is going to go ahead and scatter on out. Chazong is going to take out Wall Young as well. So it looks like that was a little bit of a third-party action happening there in the kill feed.
Yeah, Mike is still looking to try to keep the pressure on X, and of course, longsword is common rarity, dagger is blue. He's looking to try to go for the horizontals. We saw really quickly how quick he was able to aggress, finds himself getting caught by a parry. X looks to try to capitalize on the chase. As the scare rush comes out here, Mike gets into the backside of the building, keeps the kiting going. He keeps the look in the lookout. But of course, if Exon catches a sooner bit moment of catching F2, he will take it, but he misses it. Mike looks to try to invest it for himself to make sure that that ability is burned. And now that Mike has the opportunity of just looking to burn his own armor, he's looking to try to reset here as the fight continues over by this region.
That was disgusting there for Mike. He goes inside the hut there to avoid the line of sight there from Action and avoids the damage that Action was trying to hit in there from the F there. And Mike with massive movement there. Action now with F once again. F invested for Mike to avoid a Prio as well. Since the LMB, nice little roll tap dodge back there from Action to avoid LMB Prio there off of that focus attack. Crush LMB, R&B, big damage here for Mike. Overholding on the dagger. Action now trying to see if he can stay up off this situation. Click comes in for both players. Now overholding. R&B focus there for Action. Sends it now. Catches a Prio onto Mike. No F yet for Mike. Into the jump LMB follow up now. Mike to go ahead and invest the ultimate as well. And the musket shot or pistol shot there for Action to take out Mike. And Mike's going to go ahead and take a trip back to the Soul Resurrection.
This man hit me with the Trinity dodge. This moment with the pistol shot into the face. You couldn't take anything less. Mike is going to have to look for the reset. Serpent's passive fights are continuing here. We see X1 Wufang burning out his F2. He's got ultimate. Spider looking to try to take this out. He switches target's position basically onto versus location. Now, as the staff comes out, he catches LMB. See the R&B clink comes out. Spider realizes he's in the thick of action here, and there's going to be an ultimate cast coming through here. Now, of course, Arano is trying to kite here throughout this vicinity versus from proc ult form. He still has one slash before he enters losing HP. There's going to be the slashes trying to confirm it. There's Keelan guard burned out. This is going to be a careful game here first because you can be caught out between everybody in the corners. There's going to be the F2. The stagger comes out with the R&B. Spider looks for the jump LMB as a delay, and he captures it for his elimination.
Beautiful plays there from Spider, quickly noticing that Verse is very weak there. He is going to pick that one up on the board for himself. Scrap off still unfolding in the back end. Massive scare rush there from Spider onto Wufang. Arano as well in the mix. Another scare rush there for Spider. 1-2 off the staff. Jump LB finisher there for Spider. In the back end is going to pick up the Soul Bloom as well. Has the ult online. Arano now against Spider. Clinks ×2 off for that now since the LB focus doesn't get the damage now. Go ahead, overholding since the R&B focus gets the damage. Jump LB as well. ×2 now. F does not catch the Pro off of that. Arano now trying to scatter with no ult online. This could be bad for him.
Big chances here for Spider. Like, I love the F2 investment after that jump LMB. It was an insurance policy to make sure he doesn't get staggered. Now it's going to be him up against the odds with Arano just trying to look for timing and spacing out. There he is, gets caught. F1 investment. There's a combo breaker. Spider has ability to look for an F2 stagger. He could be looking for the lockdown here. It looks for the F2 potentially to capture it. It's too soon. It's going to be Arano taking the RBs to the hilltops and capturing a turnaround here for the double RB. Just trying to poke out damage to try to force Spider's ultimate. There's the RB release. This is going to be Arano's kill here. He finds ultimate investment for the Auric Sword. He catches no bind. Binder's not going to be had. And as Arano looks to get caught by that teleport R&B, another teleport happens here. The F2, the investment to try to mitigate the F2. Thrust is coming out. Jump LMB, the teleport. It's close. The LMB, the F1. Arano makes sure to try to catch the R&B. It's got to be careful. One clink is all that's needed for Spider here. And as it comes out between the two, they're just going back at it.
Wow. Now Arano holding scare rush, trying to wait for an opportunity. Spider cutting line of sight behind the crate there. Both players are going to take a quick reset in. This is a big scrap off as well. Spider still trying to look for this elimination. Massive jump parry there for Spider onto Arano. And the elimination is going towards Spider's way. And that's 3 on the board there for WBG Spider. Being out with 3 early game into game number 2. Taking out 2 powerhouse players. Mike still in the mix against Action right now. Mike drops very low on the Liam. And he already lost 1 fight earlier. Now he needs to be real careful. He needs to stay alive, trying to make inside the realm as well if he wants to stay inside game number 2.
You know, the worst thing about this is that Exton knows exactly who this can be. Because he's already killed 1 Kylan already. He knows, or he already killed 1 Liam already. He knows where it's going to be because of the name. Now, Mike still trying to kite away here as he keep the reset on lockdown. He's going ahead and keeping it going, just looking to try to reset patiently. Exton has his position here to just look to the top. He finds the F2, doesn't get an investment worth value, but he finds a lethal jab. Just like that with the Hong Sword, eating away, chunking away. Mike taking a lot of damage here. He's got no ultimate. He only got F1 to invest in, and that's exactly what Exton looking to get through it, but that's a common armor swap. You know, Mike finds it every single place. The ultimate cast from Exton is a heavy investment. He looks to try to go ahead and line of sight this for a teleport, but he can't find it with his V2 ultimate yet. Mike still takes the time to resetting here carefully, but methodically. And as Exton does the same, it's still going to burn away ultimate time for his own.
Sort of Mike got a little PC in his head. He's like, sees an armor and it just automatically downloads to his mind exactly where it's at, and he remembers it in the most highest of pressure situations. As we see him always finding those armor swap, he's remembering those when he sees them, and that right there keeps him alive for a lot of situations, as we've seen time and time again there for OUG's my WBG Spider dog. Already heated up, 3 on the board, taking the Realm of Yang here for game number 2. Our first one of this game against XY. And XY in the back end there, we see him with a blue dagger in hand. WG Spider is going to have the armor plus weapon rarity advantage for the scrap off. Both players going up high here, going to the double pistol shots, triple pistol shots there for WG Spider. Tries to go for the 4, doesn't connect them now. Now both players fall into the ground. XY playing east side on the other pillar. The Scarecrow's going to connect her for XY. Big damage now. F invested, catches the prior R&B. F called in there for XY. Now tries to go for the LB Pro. Big fair there for Spider now. He's going to go ahead and cancel it. Gets the LB Pro off of it. Waits it out. This big damage off of this. And Spider gets the RB focus. No, does not get it. Now the kind of ultimate is going to be invested here for XY. Now the pressure's on towards Spider.
Spider has to be careful here because Keelan Guard's already been burned. Yeah, but he can go for slashes here. There's the F2. There's going to be the RMBs. The Echo almost hit him off of that rendering slash. Of course, Spider has teleports ready to go here. If he looks to the back line, tries to find a line of sight onto his target, looks for the heals, looking at XY to make you hopefully see the F1, but no, it looks like Spider's getting the elimination, man. I got to say something. 4 eliminations. I think the drip is giving him the sauce here as he picks up the elimination. He's got them glasses. He's looking. He's notching them against this next fight coming out here. First against Chushang. This is going to be a fight between a Kylan and the Hottie.
Now, Verse overholding Chazong, investing that Hottie ultimate. Verse as well is going to respond with the Kylan ultimate, trying to see if he can find a dash. Going to go ahead and take a quick little reset and try to pop one in there for the white health. But now, what's going to be the mix up? Both players ult online, and I believe Verse ult might run out. No, Chazong's ult runs out faster. Chazong now gonna play up the sky. This could be bad for him. The double dash could have got caught up with a clone there. Chazong staying up, avoiding it. He's gonna play the high ground game. Does not want to be caught out here. He's gonna go ahead and hold blue. Now click comes in off of this Verse, and Chazong going at it right now. Pistol shots connect there for Verse. Chazong staying up, getting caught up by the scare watch. That'll be a problem for Chazong. F invested there for the Kylan. Both players trying to stay up. Now the enemy focus does not connect there for Chazong. Trying to find another opening. Nice weaves there for Verse. And Chazong is trying to stay up. Catches the prio, and that's gonna go towards Chazong's way to the arrow R&B finisher there for Chazong, winning this Roma Yang.
Man, hit him with the Brandoro. You know the reference if you know it. But Chazong finds himself a purple armor, catches him a gold spear, and a purple staff on standby. And of course, he's going to go ahead and pick up the Vermilions, right? It's only smart to do so. And if he has 2 eliminations, right? He finds the momentum now with this huge power spike. He's got V2. He can go for it. If he can chase down Zip, the only Zip in the lobby will be Case. But now he's an Ignis mount. He looks to a bell hit. He's probably going to convert this into a staff. I would do the same. The staff is such a strong souls weapon, especially 2-1-1 coming out for the swap coming into place for the single point of just having the weapon in their inventory. Mike, though, finds himself into the cave. Now, this cave is going to be a little bit more, opportunistic if you're looking towards and being in the overworld and knowing that all the players are just trying to contest realms. And Mike just looks to see here as the second person to enter because it looks like it's already been looted up.
Now, Hirano playing around Plume Castle. We have Chazong with Vermilion's Birds, Mike Star as well, winning his Roma Yang on his ping, and Spider as well. Star already getting aggressed on there by 2 players with the gold honk sword in hand. Spider with a gold staff in hand, as we saw him convert there from Roma Yang, I believe XY. Blue Dagger with 2 minutes and 11 seconds to try to pick up a Soul Bloom to stay inside game number 2. Has not been able to find his fitting currently for these matches, still with 0 on the board, as well as Verse. Both players with Yang Depletion Timer, add on T225 as well into that mix with that Yang Depletion Timer on their backs. WG Spider looking to try to get aggressive off of this Vermilion's Birds. Mike has every call to do so. We're going to have T225 against OUG's Mike. And this is a big scrap off here, Severio.
Yeah, it's going to be a fist blades and T225's guys. You're going to see Mike here just trying to escape. This is not looking a great game for Mike. The hard-earned spawn from against Exen loses that first life. Doesn't have a chance of positioning his loot. He gets caught by parry, but the parry doesn't connect. It might be a chance here for Mike to actually look to try to find a lesser involvement of using his ultimate. Now, as Mike has ultimate ready to go here, we got to keep in mind the players are still over by the Plume Castle region. They could just sneaky onto this end. Mike's at 500 armor. He catches a 1-2-3 blue. Ooh. He's got ultimate to come out here. He looks to try to escape here with the Auric Sword. He tries to bait out T225. Look at that T225. He's just cute in position. He catches a bow shot off of the back end. And Mike has to look for an armor swap. He looks for a second Auric Sword flash. He looks to try to find an armor into this building, but it's not looking good for him.
Keep this in mind. This is Mike's game on the line currently right now. T225 applying a lot of pressure towards Mike's way. Mike trying to stay up here in the situation. Going to go ahead and continue the movement game here for himself. It has the weapon of choice to do so, as well as going to take the Wind Gust. Second Roma Yang starting to form on in as well. T225 might be eliminated off this Yang Depletion Timer as well. So he needs to try to pick up this elimination onto Mike. But Mike is not going to make this easy for him. We do see him full focusing right now, and everybody's retreating off of Plume Castle. So Mike might be able to get out of this.
He can force an instigation between the players. I mean, listen, they catch a grapple on him. They know he's low. But if anything comes out, T225 could get spotted out by an unbeknownst player here. Versus in instances, he's going to be one of the few. If he finds another Liam, for instance, Mike would potentially transition the focus onto that one. Now, of course, TT25 backs off. We got 19 seconds for XY here. Gets caught by the R&B by Verse. Pistol shot in the micro decision making here. It goes for ultimate for the killing guard. It's going to be forced off here due to the low HP threshold. He catches, slashes back and forth. He looks for it and tries to keep the pressure. He's doing it, but we still have 4 seconds of invulnerability, and he's about to time out here. And as XY has 0 eliminations, he's going to place out the first hard elimination into this game.
Looks like Verse is going to pick the elimination there onto XY. Verse, but a nice elimination there. Investing this ultimate is very low. It has Star and Fong on their trail now. He needs to be real careful. Applying the pressure is going to go towards Verse's way right now. Does manage to get a blue armor swap with no online. Arano already posted up for the next run with Yang, Fong, and Star. Not going to let this one go for now. We have a big pair happening for Star. Verse now going to go ahead and get hit up by the R&B focus there from the Gohan Sword. Catches the pry off of this. Star's going to go ahead and invest the F as well. Overholding, doesn't let loose. Does not get the parry off. Fong now going to get a little bit of damage towards his way, but Verse in a really bad situation here. Could be eliminated off of this, and he has 30 seconds to try to pick up a Soul Bloom here.
Being careful here. He finds that rotation. He finds the fist blades. He scares in and out and bobbing and weaving, and no one can catch him here unless they can catch him on a timer duel. That's going to be the only thing that's going to keep him on death's door. F1 investment, parry mode invested, but he's going to be 15 seconds left. Verse has to scale rush in and through. Try to find a heal here, but Star is the lowest target. He gets caught by a pistol shot onto the back end. He looks for Star. He finds an R&B, but time is of the essence, and it looks like this man has run out onto this point. Second hard elimination this round for round 2.
And no one picks up the elimination there, and Star and Fong still going at it. Big damage there off the pole sword to the arrow R&B. The F caught in, but it doesn't even matter. And that player is going to fall. TE Star is going to be eliminated off game number 2. 8 players still remain. WBG Spider back in the mix with 5 on the board. Still taking Rama Yang against Arano this time around. Both players starting up high. Matari beat Liam here for Arano. Now what's going to be to make some nice grapple LMB there. Double pistol shots for Arano. Overholding the F. Does get the damage there. LMB, jump LMB. Now LB Pro for Arano. What's the mix-up off of this? Could be a TOD. Now the Raw Dragon coming into play. LB Pro here for Arano. This is going to hurt here for Spider. It's an Arrow LMB. Crouch LMB. Oh. It's an Liam F as well. LMB RB focus there for Arano. Just showing up, and Spider knows that he messed up. Tapping his face, and Arano with a big TOD combo here in the Rama Yang in game number 2.
Big one up for Arano here, man. He's catching this first elimination. He catches the Rama Yang victory all in one fell swoop, and none other than against Spider and against a Matari, someone who could have caught a soft combo opener for an ultimate cast or even F2 and gets caught regardless. This is huge. This is where Liam's going to be able to come through. We know that Mike is the only other Liam into this lobby, so it's really going to be careful whether or not he is still into the game. Otherwise, double White Tiger's prowess are on the field. 8 players total left alive. It looks like we still have players that still hold it down into the Plume Castle as Spider finds himself just trying to burn out time and trying to catch a Soul Bloom.
Spider now with 4 minutes and 42 seconds. 5 on the board here. Needs to try to pick up the Soul Bloom to have a massive game 2 still already with 5 on the board once again. So go ahead and try to chase down Action in the back end. Arano as well. The problem there, if you're going against Liam and Rama Yang and you don't have a combo breaker like Matari does, and you're able to catch that pry onto the Raw Dragon there from the Liam, you're just done for, as we saw here for game number 2. Action still trying to stay up. Spider needs to try to cleanse this Chuzong as well. We have a quick little reset happening here for Action. We do see him cutting the line of sight for a lot of these players. Spider, the first one on the scene, trying to chase down Action. Action does manage to pop 2 pots in there to try to go back to full health. Chuzong in the back end with that audio. Could be investing that. Oh, we did see him for his first day of the BIWEEK1. Investing that Hadi ultimate there to pick up those eliminations once a lot of pressure goes towards his way. He is not afraid to pop that ultimate to pick up an elimination on the board for himself.
That part, yeah, that right there. I mean, of course, you have to understand here for certain folks out there with their ult investment, if it's a rage retention, meaning that it's like it's going through, it's saved or ultimate rage, that you can use it when you proc it and you can cancel it whenever and hold on to some rage. And the Soul Bloom pickup is enough to keep that momentum of saying, yeah, I did invest some rage off my ultimate. I'm coming back here with another 30% over the course of 10 seconds. Now, of course, Spider, 5 eliminations. Man. This is the highest lead this quickest lead we've seen so far today for the finals. And this is going to be a point if Spider can't catch a 6 elimination and catch a Soul Bloom, or even if he finds a kill steal, if he finds someone get murdered off the vicinity, he can catch that Soul Bloom to hold him down for the end game. And of course, everyone can notice if someone gets low that they'll look to try to target Prio, no questions asked. And Mike, the hunter seeker, he's right there. He's holding off here. TT25 no longer in the lobby. It's definitely going to be Mike that's going to be an issue for Spider here come throughout the time frame.
Be real careful. 3 minutes, I believe. 2 minutes and 55, because Shazong and Spider both had the same around the same timer on their backs. Mike now showing up to the party as well here at Plume Castle. Shazong needs to try to get active here, trying to hope for any type of aggression going towards any other player's way to try to snag up elimination on the board. Looks like Spider as well, trying to hope for the same thing. Might get an aggro against Shazong, and he is. F invested there for Shazong. We do see him trying to scatter on out. Nice grapple LB there from Spider. Catches the power off of this. 2-1 as well. Big damage off the F. In the back of the Rondo showing up. Keeping eyes onto all the players around Plume Castle. Shazong's going to be forced to pop this ultimate to try to retreat for the time being.
You know, it's crazy too, because, you know, players don't really realize this, but, you know, Hadi can actually parry an ultimate form. So if Shishang really find himself in a way of really anticipating that blue focus scare rush to come out here, he would have been able to catch a parry. Regardless, though, he does cancel ult. He's got 45% rage on standby. He gets caught by a teleport here, as Shishang is going to be caught through the middle. Spider finds 2 hits while on ultimate. If you guys don't know, in V2, F2, you can catch healings off of using your F2 skill, and that's going to be a good set of resetting to a fight or hitting multiple targets just for the healing factor alone. Spider has himself to catch it. There's the R&B. No potential there with the F2 investment. Shishang 1 hit away. No teleports available. That Solvum is huge. Spider's back in the game. He found it. He's going to have to try to kite away from all of these aggressors.
And that's all what Spider needed. He just needed to cleanse. He already has eliminations on the board. We've seen with a little bit of movement error does manage to scatter on now. In the back end, we have some sorts of aggression going towards his way, because that Matar ultimate was invested early on, and Fong, the first one on the scene. Spider's going to go ahead and use the F to try to retreat. A lot of pressure is going towards Spider's way. Fong is the first one on the scene, not letting go of Spider right now. Does manage to cut the line of sight with Fong in the back end. Mike as well showing up to the party in the middle side of Plume Castle. And looks like Spider did the unthinkable, does manage to cleanse off that Yang depletion timer there onto Chazong, who also had Yang depletion timer. Super unfortunate enough there for Chazong, but Spider right now showing out here for game number 2 with a massive showcase so far. Goes inside the second round. Now safe off of that Yang depletion timer. Fong as well popping that F1. We do see him running a different F opposed to the usual F that we see on a lot of Justine, as well as the ult as well.
You know, one thing I'm seeing here, and the reason why I'm seeing the F1 most definitely going to be coming out from just, you know, thinking about it, end game circle, right? Yeah. Silence can take field of play. They can knock you back. F2 has a couple of seconds, but F1 is a superior duration based skill where you have more time on to stay in place. And if you use the F skill in the middle of the circle, right? Now, Kylans can go ahead and slash in and out. Oh my goodness. Kylans can go ahead. Oh my goodness. Oh, Kylans can go ahead, like I make my point, to slash in and out to try to work towards into the to the areas of blocking back. But just like Arano dodging those moon bands, we ain't dodging this interview.
这次周决的目标肯定还是周冠，我觉得要注意一点的还是那2位冠军吧。
Yeah, 2 champions. I know he's talking about.
Yeah,
I don't want to think about it, but he's trying, and I know he's trying to go through it. He's going to be in a tough position here, though, CA, because Mike is here, Spider is here, and it's like a poem, man. Just reads for itself.
And Mike, see him time and time again contesting these spirit wells. Arano as well, just stating that he's been practicing a lot in the off season, paying his respect there to Spider and Mike as well, the 2 champions of the league. And Arano, first one in the spirit well right now, is gonna be able to get this as well. So he is going to have that gold armor reset plus the mystic might buff as well in his inventory for this game. Gold dual blades in hand for Arano. Who was the Temi? I saw a Temi with Pride's Fall, so yeah. Just a little word of advice, everybody. If you guys do see a Prize Fall connect, it's about to get really loud in here. And there goes the F1 invested there for Vong. Mike with a cannon shot towards the Justina's way, and Fong trying to scatter on now. And this could be bad for Fong here if he gets fully aggressed on by both of these players.
Yeah, definitely gonna have to use ult to invest here. B2, that's only 2 dashes. That's it. That's all he's got. He's getting a lot of burns from the cannon. That's the one thing I was gonna make mention. The only counter to F1, burns. And now the zone tech as well. Burn is gonna be one thing down. The R&B is coming from Arano. 1, 2, 3 is release, but a scare rush coming from Spider. 6 elimination coming here for the kill steal. Spider has ultimate ready to go here. If he needs to disengage, has to be very careful about his healing position here. As you can see, Arano's in the back line trying to get the loot. He's got a little bit HP lost there, but not gonna be an issue here as long as no aggression comes out from Mike in this close corners. And you know, one thing I want to make mention is Arano having Thunderstorm in his inventory. He's not even using that Jade. He doesn't really need to. It's his only gold Jade on hand, but he could be keeping his momentum going through here as he's keeping the aggression against Spider into this corner.
Rano trying to chase down the Matari. No, something's happening here. F into the LB product for Spider. Now he's gonna go ahead and invest in some Atari Ultimate as well. TP back over holding, tries to avoid a parry. Now pops the F as well, catches the pro. F caught in there for a run in the back end. Lots of pressure going towards Spider's way right now. Needs to be real careful. Might want to retreat off of this situation. Now the F going towards Mike's way. Gets a little bit of a damage towards Mike's way, and Spider now gets 2 players on his back who fall and action on his trail. While Leon just cutting noise at the back end. Spider trying to stay up in the situation. Does manage to scatter on out towards the Bane. Now looks like Mike has his full eyes onto Spider as well. The Matari now getting caught up in the zone. He needs to be real careful here. He drops very low, takes a lot of damage in the zone. Trying to scatter on out right now. Gets hit off the RB focus there in the back end. Spider with 1 shot might get hit off the Bane. No, stays alive. Now playing the outer ring of the zone now. Trying to stay up. Does manage to pop the F as well. Gets common armor swap. He can't stay alive for the time being. He does manage to stay up for now to start being focused. These players are still full focus in the Matari right now with only 70% range on his back right now. He does get hit off the cannon shot. He is going to be eliminated there from Mike.
Man, I was stressing out for my boy out here, man. Spider got caught up by the cannon shot. He's living on 1 HP in a dream.
Yeah.
He got only 6th place though, so he's only catching a little placement point here and there. But he's good. 6 points to catch 12.1. It's just really up to these last 5 players who all have 1 kill besides Wang Liang. He has the highest kill so far. He is a tumult. And this zone is entering into a semi-flat ground. The zone is going to be closing out to that corner where Wang Liang is. And then in this corner, if he finds himself to catch someone out, he can lock down the enemy players. He could have more of a better time. But there's double Liams here. There's a Justina for Wufang. And then there's going to be a Matari here. And that's going to be his only downfall. If the Matari / the Justina just don't really care about his circle and want to dash out, they can. They can teleport right around it. But that's where Wang Liang has to hold on for that ultimate as long as he can. Unless otherwise he finds a kill potential to steal and he takes it to his own. It's just up to the pressure from his enemy combatants that are on his side to find the right target power selection here on after.
And I love this for Wang Liang as well, not really showing himself right now in this end circle right now, because he knows once that ult goes off live for him right now, he's going to get full focus from all these players here, and he wants to try to pop that ultimate in the last final moments of this game. So Wang Liang playing it very, very well right now, making sure he does not get forced off that ultimate. Ronaldo applying tons of pressure with that cannon. Mike as well. 2 players running cannon right now. It's going to be OG's Mike and EWG's Arana. Wufang, the Sky player there with a gold staff. Probably picked it up there from Spider earlier. Wufang is going to go ahead and claim this top side of the rocks right now. Zone 6 spread in 17-second. Wang Liang, we see him here playing a lot more conservative. Double Mortal Defiance. I see him in the inventory. Wang Liang right now is about to be juiced up right now. Double Mortals? Man. I don't think I've seen that so far in a Pro League game.
Bro, my man is insurance policy. It's like my abbreviation of the new character Kylan, but it's actually Keelan. Wow. Insurance policy. Keelan, we gotta make sure we get that pronunciation. Shout out to Roxy in the chat. But the things that you gotta keep in mind about this endgame circle is that double Liams here could just snag. The problem here is that Arano has Pole Sword. And if any person wants to take a chance at just trying to lock him through, he'll just stone form proc and he'll just say, hold on for dear life. Am I going to go for a shunt? Am I going to shift into this? Or am I just going to go ahead and release this? How about you try to throw a blue focus as well and then see what happens, right? That's the type of things that can happen against even a Temi where he's forcing F1. Guess who's going to be countering off Temi, right? F2 Matari. She's going to thrust and catch him off and going to knock him to the zone potentially. My force proc ult, that's best case scenario. It's just all up to this final circle that comes out of it. You see Wang Liang, he just throwing out these prize falls left and right. What are you trying to do here, dog? What are you trying to do? You trying to make CA trying to go out and peek the mic? It's time.
Everybody trying to claim a little bit of area here in this end circle. And Spider was cleaning out the whole server right now. He has 6 on the board. We can see the eliminations right now on the left-hand side of the screen. Just 1 and 2s for everybody on the board. It was Spider just running it down here, picking up most of the eliminations for this game. We see everybody now in a congested area. Wang Liang on the Temi with the prize fall. Wufang with the Sky Pillar. Arana with the gold dual blades in hand. Mike with the jabbing there on that staff. We see everybody just trying to stay up. Make sure they're like, yo, you better back up right now. I know you don't want to get close. You're going to eat up this focus attack. You better watch out. We see everybody just slowly but surely starting to move on into the center of the zone, and no one full focusing anybody right now. Everybody's just locked in right now, waiting for the last and final moments of this game. And this is gonna be a toss-up here where you do have 2 Liams, 1 Justina, 1 Matari, 1 Temi. So 3 lone wolves on the character picks, and the pair of Liams there for Mike and Arano happening there off the Liams. Now, what's gonna be the matchup here. What's going to be happening here for our last game or our last final moments of game number 2? This is going to be a toss-up here, Severio.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult. Ron just burned his F. He's proccing ultimate in midair. He really is just trying to buy for time. Look at the man in midair. He's going straight up. He's going to the moon. And he's going to be going to see the chase coming out here from Matari from X. And now the ultimate comes out here. The F1 from Mike to knock back Wang Liang. He gets got. It's going to be right through it.
Happening here onto Mike. Wang Liang putting up a lot of damage there. Now Liam ultimate invested there for Mike as well. Now the pressure's going towards Mike's way. We do see both players focusing. Assassin's Ledge as well. There for Wang Liang. Arano falls. Wufang as well. Action picks an elimination onto Mike. And it looks like Wang Liang does manage to get this dub on the board with the Temi. The lone with Temi here for game number 2. Coming in high here for Wang Liang. Man, I'm just excited, man. I'm
excited too, bro. I'm excited too.
But game number 3, here we go. Our drop zone. It's gonna be a lot of players landing money in. This is a very, very common drop zone for a lot of players.
Yeah, you know, and the biggest thing I was trying to mention through is that this Firefly spawn from Arano trying to chase out Fong as well. And Spider, when I saw all 3 of these gamers together, I was like, there's no way. But it looks like they're going to be trying to contest for Fireflies potentially here. Arano takes himself to the position of getting eliminated first. As Spider can become dropped through here. Fong finds ultimate priority here for the teleports. Finds the toes to the nose. Jump LMB, no parry. Looks to try to go for the F2. And another teleport setting himself up for a second elimination back to back.
That's 2 on the board there for Fong. Verse with 1 currently. Mike eating up a lot of damage off that purple halberds there from Verse. And now Verse applying the pressure once again onto Mike. Mike on to Temi. Already has that F on cooldown. Coming right back up now. Now overholding doesn't send it. Oh yeah, he does. Spins it back. Gets the damage. Sends a second one. The follow-up connects there onto Verse. Now Mike with a quick common armor swap there. Avoids the Liam ult there. Now Mike's going to go ahead and take a quick reset in. Looks like Verse as well. And wants to try to retreat here to try to get another pod in for himself. And we still got a lot of action happening all across the map right now.
Yeah, and going to be a chance here towards south of the Noble Cave. Exen up against Wang Liang. As you can see, Wufang is going to be the only other player into the field with that full sword. Exen having the signature katana, having the pistol as well, even if it's common rare, just to get some poke damage here and there. And it works really well here, especially in the early game. Catching a little bit of pot shots. Looks to see that parry. Takes opportunity here to try to strike. He's got himself an R&B. It looks like the F2 is invested, and while Wang Liang tries to back off here, Exen just catches a mid-air parry trying to see if it's going to come in this direction. He doesn't have ultimate. He can't take an investment like this just yet. He's got to keep the chase going on here as Wang Liang lives on death's door. As soon as the chase concedes, once one of these targets look towards another, because it looks like Exen takes eyes off the prize. He sees Wufang. He's hungry. He's looking for that elimination to be earned.
Back-to-back R&B focuses there onto Wufang. Wufang drops very low. And another down-range shot there for Action with the pistol there. Picking the elimination onto Wufang. And Wang Liang now showing up to the party. He's going to be a scrap-off. He's going to go ahead and stop on over to the longsword. R&B focus off the combat fan. But that's going to be a massive parry there from Action. He's going to send the R&B focus. Cancels the follow-up there off the parry. Now, scrap-off continues for both players. Wang Liang on fifth place this time around, trying to see if he can find another prowl here. Click comes in there for both players. Time Su off the focus attack this time around, overholding, and this could be bad there. He does get a lot of damage off those follow-up R&Bs, and he does. And you see the white hell just completely coming off there from Action.
Action's going to be looking to try to go ahead and try to invest his ultimate against a hottie. The sky is the limit as Wang Liang has the heals to come off here. He has enough chances to look for the aggression here. He gets the burn proc. Exen has to worry about the sash because now it's going to be consuming HP. Exen looking to try to connect it. He gets himself in the Keelan guard force focus. Now Keelan's going to be looking to back off here, but another engagement party coming in through from what seems to be Verse, purple halberds, blue pistol, blue armor. He's got ultimate ready to go here. Exen's at 1 HP. He could get caught off by just one hit and left alone by a blue focus, and it could be really bad for Exen right now.
That was very low. Now the F invested there off of Liam in the back end is going to be Verse trying to get this elimination onto Action. Action doing a really good job kinding this out for now, but a pistol shot is going to connect there from Verse. It looks like Action is going to be taking a trip for the Resurrection Soul Ultra there. Now Wang Liang catching the power. F called in there for Verse, trying to see if he can find the elimination onto Wang Liang this time around. Has the weapon advantage there off the purple halberds. Pistol shots connect there for Verse. No online. Skirmish connects. F called in there for the hottie, trying to see if he could try to get this second elimination on the board once again. LB Proud is going to connect here. This is going to kill here for Verse onto Wang Liang. And that's back-to-back eliminations there for Verse. And that's a beautiful showcasing there with 4 on the board currently here for FBXZQ's Verse.
Love to see it. Seeing 4 eliminations before the first Realm Yang is a great advantage here. Verse is going to be looking to try to take Realm as well. But TTG5, Servant's Crowns, up against what seems to be JDG Shishang into the hot hot action here as he looks for a scare rush, potential switch around target prio as XY takes that full blunt of blue focus and having to invest the F2 as a Matari just to back away. This gives a full opportunity between the Justina as well as with the Liam to just try to lock it down. Schwan is going to look for the ultimate cast, has it for the F2, it catches the sustain as the hit progresses the pressure here. TT25 looks to try to take the chase here, looking to try to go for a mid-air blue focus parry if it's happening from the backline. Look at this man, look at him. Bro, he's like, oh, stop chasing me, bro. Looking to try to look for the R&Bs, teleport for the backline, and Chishang was also anticipating it. The F2 and O focus gets himself heal back. Will he escape the pressure from the Justina?
Yeah, that's what I expected there with the Matar being out for so long. After a while, a lot of players are going to be reading that focus attack there off the wind up off that ult there to avoid that damage, because we usually see these Mataris charging up that focus attack and TPing for that damage, but we see it here in the Pro League, everybody anticipating that. Now Justina ultimate investor here for Chazon. T225 is one in the mix. XY dropping very low, is gonna go towards Chazon's way, and Chazon picking up his first one of game number 3. Proc comes in off the nunchucks now. T225 catches the Pro into the 2-1-1, big damage there. Now Chazon gonna be forced to pop this F as well. It's gonna be getting that F armor back as well. We see these players playing that F1 here, Severio.
Yeah, it's a great chance to see about how it ends up. I'm going to talk about it in just a second here. Hook wins, gets released, gets caught by the parry. Jishan gets full commitment towards here from T225. T225 at 50%, doesn't really need to use ultimate. Even if he had it, he's just going to keep that pressure. Jishan looks to kite, looks to horizontal release. Oof, looks to kite away again. He has to really keep his momentum. He's got F1 again. That's another 600 armor. And the point I'm trying to make here, nice parry coming out from Jishan. Gets caught by the knockback by the F1. T225 still keeping that pressure here. And make me hoping to look to try to go for it. Another horizontal connection. Jishan just keeps releasing. Yo, we release those? Every single soul break too. Yo, don't tell me, please. Here he comes out from T225. Jishan goes down before he lost his first life.
Yeah, he shuts it down. He does see Chazong, just sending them over and over again. T225 now trying to scale on up here currently for game number 3 with 2 on the board. Yang already opening up for these players. Action with the pass, I believe, right now. Arano trying to contest right now. Arano, purple dual blades in hand on the Akos. Action on blue fan. Go ahead and pop that F there on the Keelan here to try to make sure he can back on up. Has a little bit more timer left there to be ordered. In order for him to go inside the realm of Yang, Arano looks like he's going to go ahead and just stop the aggression. We see Mike in the back end as well. The mini map might be showing up here for the Yang. Looks like Action is going to be able to go inside this realm of Yang for the free now. He's going to wait this out though. Let these players go on in and going to wait it out. Fong as well, waiting for his perfect opportunity to go inside the realm of Yang. And currently right now we have FPXQ's verse with 4, KLA's T25 with 2, JDG Chazon with 1, DRG's Fong with 2, and Bada's Action with 1 on the Keelan. TE Star though already posted up in the realm of Yang, trying to waiting for his opponent to show up here for the first realm of Yang. You see a lot of these players, I did catch it there from Mike as well, waiting out the Roma Yang. So a lot of these players are using that as well to their advantage. It's going to be WBG Spider against TE Star for the first Roma Yang of game number 3.
Yeah, and then Spider has 2 purple weapons on standby, Staff and the Nunnies. Gonna have to see whether or not Star's gonna take the mid-air fights. We've seen it happen before. Spider takes it to the sky, drops right down below. So now it's gonna take field of play towards his position. Nice having to be invested. Spider looks for the cannon shots, hopes to try to get an LMB, gets caught almost by the pelvic thrust, but as the LMB gets caught through, he has to invest effort himself because Star could be looking for the LMB uppercut. You know, but Keelan comes out here for the ultimate. Now the Hottie ultimate comes out, the 20-second duration for that one. Now Star takes the high ground and try to keep the conservation of rage as he gets himself right back down below as he takes a heal armor pattern. Now he gets caught by 1 horizontal slash. Spider already invested 2. Now he's gonna be looking to try to invest his HP slashes as it comes to get consumed, and Spider has purple ultimate. There it is. He deforms. He catches him with the horizontal slash. He's going for a charge attack. Looks to expend the stamina. He catches him again. There's going to be the echo slash into an LMB. Wait a second. Jump LMB. He cancels ultimate to try to go ahead for the position that he's got. And now Star has to burn the F2. This is a close engagement that Star could just really get locked out of.
Needs to be real careful. Spider applying a lot of pressure to the jump LMB finisher there for Spider. TE Star not happy about that one. Spider showing up once again in this realm. He's gonna snag up those gold nunchucks for this round. Fong as well is gonna get that Vermilion's Birds Might buff plus a gold armor, and we're gonna have to wait and see what our gold weapon. Sorry, we're gonna have to wait and see what weapon he gets out of this realm of Yang. TE Star might be resin pretty close. He might be going against Spider, but we got Wu Fong against FPSEQ's verse. Both ults are down right now. LMB Prowl there happening off the halberds for Wufong. Scale rushing on in. Both players parry. Trying to go for the R&B. R&B makes. He does manage to get some damage. Big parry, different burst. And eliminations go towards his way as well. Wufong falls first. Happy about that one. Spider getting applied a lot of pressure here from TE Star here with the gold nunchucks.
This is going to be a rematch coming between the two, and Spider also has Rupture Gale Orb with that purple cannon being invested and being gathered from the Realm of Yang, so that's really strong for him. He's going to have to look to try to keep himself alive just for a couple of seconds longer, having the 4-star in a position where he's not losing all his armor in the engagement. Now he catches an LMB after that Scare Rush. That's huge. F2 investment, great, but Hadi looks to try to go for the fist blades and keeps the Scare Rush going. The F1 investment, parry mode activated, and Spider backs off here. Has to be careful, has himself to use ultimate. This is a huge investment coming before his first Realm of Yang in terms of his life from the Vermilions. Spider investing ultimate against an Hadi inside of the Eventide Temple. It's a tough position for him to find himself to do that, but at least he forces Star away. Star's at half HP threshold. We know that this is going to be a target that Spider may or may not realize is the one the Realm of Yang target, considering the fist blades are out, right? That's the key point of recognition of knowing which target you're going up against, and considering that right now with the golden undies, if he catches an R&B, it's going to force Star in a position just trying to back off, because the amount of damage from that is obscenely high.
Ooh, massive parry there from Spider onto Star. Gonna cancel it. Going to the LB Prowl. Star investing the F there to avoid the damage now in the back end. We have another player showing up, another player showing up, another player showing up. We got Wang Liang, Michael, Ronald, Star. Everybody posted up now. We see it here in the overview of Temple currently right here. TE Star with a nice getaway. Ronald, first one on the scene though. Full chasing down Star here. And Star with 2 minutes and 18 seconds, 65% here on the raise. Cancels it. Does get a little bit of the raise back. I believe save 45% off that ult there to try to get it right back. But everybody started showing up to the party. Spider as well cuts the chase. Does not want to be eliminated here. But Verse with a massive game right now. 5 currently for the man. OUG's Mike still trying to get active on the Temi. We see him purple katana in hand, and katana not really shown a lot in these pro league games. We usually see the Hong sword, if anything, being called out. We have another player with Yang depletion timer. It's gonna be T225 catching a prior onto Fong, and now Fong needs to be real careful here in this scrap off.
Yeah, Nexon's gonna be really careful because he's got himself in a position of catching the R&B. Ooh,
he wanted to die. He wanted that buff to run out. Yeah,
gotta look for a respawn, because then he can just go for free zone, just walking around. Plus, you know what I mean, more kills for him in the end game, you know what I'm saying? You know, trying to get the party back into the game. If he knew who he fought in the Realm of Yang, it would be a case scenario. You know, it's crazy. Verse 5 eliminations. Liam, he's got himself pretty snazzed. You know, pretty snazzed out in terms of where he's standing right now. Nearly the same case as Spider when it came down towards round 2. Now, of course, we still have to look into Realm of Yang 2, seeing if whether or not he's going to take the investment there. Mike, you know, Perfect Katana, he's holding on to it. He's playing Temi too, and you know how Temi's work with the katana or a Hong sword, and having to control with that.
Yeah, he can get a lot of damage there if he catches the prowl there with a katana, but Wufong still trying to get active. A minute and 30 to Zong as well. He's going to go ahead and try to wait this out a little bit. It doesn't have ult, so he doesn't want to get it called down to third party, and Iran already in the mix as well. Here in the outskirts of Temple, Wufong, time is ticking. Super unfortunate enough for him. Might not be able to cleanse this. Is going to go ahead and go towards the realm to try to see if he can contest the person posted up for the Realm of Yang. And it looks like it's going to be T225. Now he's going to go ahead and spin back in the back end to Zong in the mix. Wang Liang and TE Star and Fong. Everybody posting up a Fong with a massive scare rush there. Gold pulse sword in hand here for DRG's Fong. And he split up a lot of damage on Star. We see him using the ult once again to retreat.
Yeah, Star's having to invest the ultimate as a safety net, but he's going to run out of life here very soon. Realm of Yang depletion. Wasn't able to find any eliminations here this match. Wasn't able to find a soul bloom in the pickup span. Goes straight towards his zone, try not to give any eliminations. This is finals. We cannot give kills. And so he knows exactly where the objective is. Wufong, though, on the other hand, he needs that soul bloom and looks like he's going to lose the race here. But nope, he bomb dashes as fast as possible. And Wang Liang is in the zone as well. This is Hadi versus Hadi right then and there. There's going to be 3 Hadis now, 2 down or 1 down, 2 to go. And then we switch over to the Realm of Yang, and I'm going to say to be continued with that engagement north of Eventide, but it's Mike versus Spider.
And we got a big scrap off here. 2 of the GOATs going at it. Mike against Spider. Go nuts, use a hand for Spider. Overholding. Was going to be the mix up. LB focus there for Mike. Silver connects it to the R&B as well. Follow up. Proc comes in off the nunchucks. He's going to go ahead and catch the Proc off the LB. 2-1-1. Big damage. And that's going to eliminate him as well. And that's a gold pair of nunchucks. And the R&B focus is going to pick up a lot of damage. And Mike now is going to have the Yen depletion timer on his back.
Big damage coming out from that weapon of rarity. Now T225 on the other hand, right? He's even Steven lemon squeezing with Arano here for the purple rarity weapon and armor. So they're both on equal terms. Difference, character selection, skill selection. Of course, we're gonna have to see whether or not Arano tries to try to burn out his F1 here. Finds a parry, nicely done F1 from T225 to break out of the chains. Finds himself to use Auric Sword, and the F1 comes out. The mitigation is active for Arano. So he takes a cannon, he takes a Rupture Gale burn. He looks to try to go ahead and wait the opportunity of using ultimate, because if the moment he casts ultimate, T225 is looking for this. He's earningly looking to try to look for a lockdown here for a Auric Sword. There it is, and that's going to be it. But the pillar could save him. Who knows? But the army gets released, and that's going to be Arano's demise. T225 finds his victory here, finds a gold weapon, maybe a White Tiger's prowess buff. He's earning himself his third elimination and Immortal Defiance to save all Jade with gold halberds on Liam. It's a nasty combination.
Gold minks. The minks are out here for T225. Nice little upgrade here off this Realm Yang. Gonna have that Immortal Defiance as well. We're gonna wait and see how it helps him here for game number 3. Mike with the Spirit Well here. 4 minutes and 17 seconds. Has to try to get active pretty soon. Trying to cleanse his Yang depletion timer on his back. We see him now. Going ahead and trying to see who we can try to pick up elimination on. Currently with 0 on the board here for OUG's Mike. Bada's Action with 2. DRG's Fong with 3. JDG Shasong with 1. WBG Spider with 2. KLA's T225 with 3. And FPSEQ's Versatile with 5. He can get that multiplier. He's going to be going up in ranks there with that multiplier if he manages to stay up for the last and final moments of this game. But Spider not slowing down with 2 on the Keelan now. Arano taking his rest here in the outskirts of the map. And we see Mike already getting active here against Wufong with a massive parry here, Severio.
Yeah, Mike's going to be taking the pressure onto Wufong's guys. It's going to be an ultimate catch from Wufong in a moment here soon. But F1 coming out from Mike, trying to throw that wisp, try to connect it. That's going to be a scare rush, and looks to try to keep him locked into this corner here. But Mike is keeping the Psyche tool at his bay. He's looking for the R&B. He baits out the 1.0 parry, and that's going to be holding, checking. That's going to burn that too. Perfect. Mike knows exactly what to do here. He's going to ultimate, and that's going to be the cast in the direction of Wufong, who gets locked down. And that's the first elimination he's taken to this game. He finds a soul to get rid of Romy completion, and Arano is here to base this one out in his own stead.
Now, see him going playing. He gets caught off that Temi ult there ×2. Mike just trying to retreat off of this. He was just trying to cleanse, but Arano is in the mix right now. He needs to try to cleanse his Yang depletion timer. So Mike, with no ult online, needs to be real careful now. Click comes in. Arano applying tons of pressure. Massive parry there for Arano down the cliff. No. The F is going to come into play there for Mike to avoid the full capitalization. That could have been a big combo down the cliff. Now, both players playing in the outskirts of this cliff here. Arano with 3 minutes and 27 seconds trying to make it happen currently here for game number 3. Overholding. He spins it back to avoid getting parry. Beautiful plays there for Mike now. It's going to be the chase off now. The scare rush does connect him for Arano. Still trying to get active. Mike in the back end. Still trying to retreat off the situation. This might be bad, but he can play the side of this terrain to try to maintain the movement game for himself.
Yeah, you know, the crazy thing too is that we're at what, 50%, 60% rage so far from Mike. He's trying to keep himself alive for rage per second. F1 investment, probably the lowest cooldown F for a combo breaker if you immediately throw that wisp out. And that's exactly what Mike's been doing. He's got himself Assault Smolder as well. So if he takes a burn off of Arano potentially as a turnaround, it could cause a little bit of fight. Because look, we have another person here, you know, hoping to kind of see about taking this fight. Arano gets himself caught with Mike in the building, and guess who's looking to try to steal that kill? Exen coming out here with the F1. He could be looking for an ultimate investment. Exen needs at least some eliminations to keep that lead going on. And Mike is a huge target he can get off of his chest and say, at least I got you out of the game, dog, before we enter into the final moments of this match.
He just got those common armor swaps lined up for him. He pops another one right there. We see a big congestion of players on the minimap. We do have a bounty out for one of those players, and it's going to be Spider picking elimination onto Fong, as we see it there on the kill feed. The cannon shot there for Spider for the elimination. Big whisk. F called into for Arano there to avoid that F, and Arano applying tons of pressure onto Mike, and Mike is just like a spree racer right now. He be moving around the map. He knows every ins and outs of Moore's Isle for just, you know, being able to avoid everything. But Arano as well, we see him quickly readjusting here. Does manage to pop the ultimate. Does not play the outskirts of that ult there. He does manage to stay up. Big damage there from Burns, and Mike's gonna fall off of this, and that's just a lot of pressure going towards Mike's way, and that's super unfortunate enough for him. He is gonna fall here for game number 3.
6 eliminations for versus game, guys. This is huge. This is 7 players total left alive. Exen is making that putting the pressure. Arano putting the pressure. This is going to be a loot up game point at this stage. We still have Romy completion for Arano though. This is unfortunate. He has 0 eliminations. He still needs to try to find a sneaky, but no one's going to take the aggressions as much as they are unless the cannons start to go out crazy. Because Spider got a kill off of Fong earlier with the cannon. That was purple rarity, common rarity cannon, blue rarity cannon on T25. I think he has 2 on separate occasions, but to try to keep them on rotation, because if he's just getting as much burns as much as possible. He's just rotating the weapons in his inventory. Now, Moonbin dropping in here, 80% Moonbin as it comes through. Look at the glide. He's chasing through here against Shusong, and he is pushing him out to the corner here. This could be a potential between both of these targets to not get any sort of pressure from any other players if they keep the fight short and sweet.
Big damage happening here for Arano to Jazon. Jazon just trying to back this up. Massive parry as well for Arano. Big damage as well into the sap. So he is going to be getting some of the health back. But Jazon overholding, catching the R&B LMB there for the extra damage. F1 called in for Jazon in the back end. Arano not trying to scatter on up. Another player showing up to the party is going to be Bada's Action. Action currently our runner-upper here for the most points of the first bi-weekly of the summer split right now with 17.5 as we see it. DRG's Fong as well, though, with 3 eliminations, does end up securing that second place spot with the same amount of eliminations. Now, Justine Ultimate invested here for Jazong. Arano in the back end, still trying to get active with 19 seconds left. This might be bad for him here.
He's going to be a little bit careful. He can earn enough rage here to try to take the pressure against X and to go straight towards X, Justina. But the thing is, now it's Keelan. Now it's a Keelan guard still active, and Rana may not even have a chance of getting this. Hell, I think he might even get caught by a Justina dash within. There's the R&Bs. There's a knockback, and Rana just can't catch any sort of break. He gets eliminated as the last hit confirmation for Chishang. Now it's going to be up to Bowder's X, and that's the Keelan escaping from the clutches of death. He's got himself 2 kill eliminations. He's resetting his armor. He doesn't have a lot of supplies to work with here, CA.
Yeah, he needs to be real careful as well. We do see no pressure going towards his way. I believe WBG Spider is going to be picking up this spirit well. And I think he has Dragon's War as well for the gold nunchucks, but currently has this ult online here. He popped the ultimate, picked up the spirit well, so he's gonna get that ult right back, and he's going right and try to mix right now, trying to get some sorts of damage. Anybody focus right now as we see him here. FPSEQ's verse in the back end, playing the same building there as Shazong. Big damage now happening towards T225's way. T225 was just playing the outskirts of it. This proc comes in off the nunchucks there. Does have Dragon Sword as we see. Now the Lemur trying to scatter on out. T225 is gonna go ahead and try to retreat off the situation, but Spider's gonna continue his aggression onto him.
2.5 minutes left for White Tiger's prowess. Gets elimination. He'll get proximity damage. We saw it in trios, and that thing's menace. But in solos, it's more about the sustain over time. And if you end up getting the extra damage across different vicinity to targets, it's just cream of the crop. Spider looks to try to go ahead, sees the lowest health target versus the one Liam that's going to be on aggression. This is tough for Verse right now. He needs to look towards leading out here and just trying to space around. Just Shang has his ultimate active for Justina. The Army fan comes out from Exen. Versus having an incredible game, 6th place. This is still going to be good. He could have get 7 points. Everyone, though, in terms of the final remaining players, have at least an average of 3 to 2 kills. Now Spider has himself and just trying to go ahead, finding the F1 investment, looks for the cannon shots against T25, finds that Rupture Gale proc. He's looking for it again. He keeps himself momentum onto the cliff side to try to look for a way to scare rush away, but T25 says no. Storm Stride proc out here. Moonbane in the vicinity. They're in the center of the Moonbane here, yo.
Yeah, they're playing it right in the middle of the move bang. Got to be real careful. T225 still applying tons of pressure onto Spider. Spider with the Dragon's War can't make him back on up. He needs to be real careful not to be caught up with that because that's a gold pair of nunchucks. Still, aggression happening towards the backside. T225 as well, trying to retreat off the situation. The Brain nearly clips Spider there. Does manage to avoid it. Chazong still in the mix there with the gold pole sword, trying to get active. We do see the Storm Shot here for Spider. He is going to go ahead and continue his aggression onto T225, trying to pick up another one on the board, currently with 3, as well as Action. And Action posted up as well for the MVP or the runner-upper for the MVP. Spider taking up the damage there off the Dragon of the Moonbane. He needs to be real careful here. Just dropped very low. He does have a gold armor stash, I believe. He's going directly towards it, I believe.
Yeah, if he goes back to the sparrow that he claims is going to be a good point, but T25 takes a full blistering edge, takes that burn over the time. He's going to lose the HP. I think he's going to die out here. Takes 1 arrow from the scatter shot. More of the finds. We saw that early in the Romy Yang. We saw that. He was able to pick that up. We have the makings of a survivor as T225 has F1 still. Shang still keeps these bow shots going. He's going to look to try to lock this one down. White Tigers is still in effect for Spider, so that vicinity notice that gives T25 knowledge about who's next to him. Now the blistering edge for Stone Form proc. Remember when I talk about a pole sword, it's about a bait out game. If you can try to go ahead and try to investment towards that release, it's going to be a case, but T25 takes a kill. Spider gets that White Tiger's cross. Everyone takes that damage in the vicinity, and that's a stack of mitigation that he's just looking towards the end game with.
Right there, you just know. I mean, you have been applying tons of pressure there onto the Liam, and then it was only 1 Liam alive, and it's going to be 2-2-5, regardless if there was still more than 1 Liam's up. If you do see a player scanning on out the way that 2-2-5 was like that, you do know that player is super weak with a quick little lock on as well. You can check the health to see if you have to aggress that player, and Spider takes a full reset for the free and just, comes right back in, snags up the elimination. Another player with Dragon's War is going to be Wang Leon there with a purple nunchucks in hand. Spider showcasing his Dragon's War as well to make it known that, hey, Got that Dragon's Roar. I do too. What's up? He's ready for anything thrown his way. Wang Liang's going to go ahead and chill out and claim his area of this zone right now. Already posting up for the next zone. In 45 seconds, that zone is going to start closing on in for these players. Currently with 0, Wang Liang. Shazam with 2. Spider with 4. Action with 3. Can go anybody's way. We're going to have to wait and see which way the eliminations goes here for these games. And right now we got 2 Collins up. And it's the top 2 right here, Severia. So this could be bad for the Justina and Hadi.
Yeah, you know, one thing is that Shishang also has Sap Jade, and if he catches a parry, it's best case scenario. He resets off this end. Now, the burns are not going to make the sustain as much as he's kind of hoping for if it procs from the backline, because usually what you see is that parry happens, and everyone in the vicinity can find the cannon shot, find the range shot, that just shoot anything they can and try to connect it. That's why cannon's been used more predominantly as well, just because that proximity splash damage comes out into marks for solos and just chipping away and trying to get last hit confirmations, especially when Rupture Gale comes into the build with the burn. Now, keep in mind, Spider does have has that Dragon Ward. He also has martial art will form hook on standby too. So if he does, find a dual halberds play coming into the game, into the end game circle from a barrier, from a weapon selection, he just wants to swap out potentially. But we'll have to see how it's going to end up. The last 2 minutes are going to be occurred. We have 2 Keelans, a Hadi, and a Justina walk into a bar, type situation. It's going to be a very difficult moment here if the freeze comes out from Chishang where he catches everyone outside the zone, but the Keelan guard can come out from multiple procs. Who knows? Exen just has his pulse ward on action duty, and this is the final 2 minutes, folks, before we enter into end of game 3.
Here we go. Zone 6 completely closed now. 59 seconds for the next zone is completely closed for everybody to start getting to inches of each other. Bot and the back end action. Getting a lot of pressure towards his way. Wang Liang does manage to cast the Dragon's War onto him. Spider now throwing out his Dragon's War, trying to get the elimination there on to Action. Action drops very low. Needs to be real careful. First dash connects there, or second, I believe. Now we got a Hadi ultimate invested in the back end. Spider trying to pick up this elimination onto Action. Justina ultimate invested for Chazong in the back end. Freeze connects, but it's gonna be Chazong with the elimination. Wang Liang still in the air. This is really bad here for the Hadi once this all goes offline.
Yeah, and it's crazy too is that Spider is able to pick up the snag of the Soul Bloom, so that way Chishan does not get another dash ready to go through here. And in case of the sustain, right, that he lost in taking that kill, but of course the burn is active. Wang Liang still 0 elimination to this end game circle. He's got 2 targets on his back here. Blistering Edge dropped down from Chishang, potentially trying to catch it. Dragon War being burned from Spider as he's burning out that Binding Fury meter. He is just going ahead, getting caught through here as Chishang is looking to try to go for it. He has that V2 ready to go. The clink happens. Wang Liang and Spider are at toes to toe with each other. 4 eliminations for Spider. Chishang with 3. Wang Liang with 0. This is going to end up going between all of these 3 folks.
And everybody avoiding this Dragon's Roar perfect right now. Nobody has fully got caught up. And as soon as I say that, Jazong can eat up the damage off of it. Did not have full meter there to full punish Shazam. But F called in the middle is going to be able to get that armor back off that F. We do see Spider and Shazam playing the bottom side of this end circle. We got the Spider now ultimately now walling as well, trying to play the high ground. He quickly goes for the player up ground. He does know that Hadi has no ult, so he can invest his ultimate towards Wang Liang's way. We do see the Dragon's Roar connected for Wang Liang. Switches his attention out to Spider to avoid the Kali ultimate, getting some damage onto him. Does connect off that. Shazam's gonna pick up the elimination out to Wang Liang, and that's 4 on the board there for Shazam. Now it's gonna go towards Shazam's way. 2 on the board and fine. That's MVP for Shazam. Playing that end circle perfectly there on the Justina, showcasing here. Hey,
Doria only and exclusively, and we're starting this fight out here by the Spring Enclave.
Man, this zone right here, this zone right here is so clean, water so relaxing, but no, not today. Everybody posted up right now. OUG's Mike on the Hadi. Already trying to find some success here. We see Chazon with 21.8, Action with 19.5, WG Spider with 18.1, DRG's Fawn drops down to 4 with 17.5. But Mike, swapping on over to the dual blades right now. We see Spider as well. This could be a scrap of our drop between Mike and Spider once again, but Wufong's in the mix as well. They got to be real careful not getting their party here, Severia.
Yeah, Mike has to be very careful with his F2. Of course, he's looking to try to look in, seeing who's trying to disengage, and he finds Wufong here as easily as pie. He's looking to try to get a piece for himself here with the R&B Blue Focus. Does not connect it. He's got F2. He's got 2 grapples. He's got to be careful about this. There's going to be the Nedjaws dropping 3 here. The Dragon Slash should say a nice armor swap from Wufong, but a whole check of Destiny comes out. The F1 investment for the Temi. Spider and Mike, man, toe to toe, clinking off of each other, trying to get that chase going. It's like a mess. It's like a mass of messages coming between these two. They're interlocked right here. C8.
Yeah, these are the last two players I want full focusing me right now if I'm in this lobby. Spider and Mike. But Wufong trying to stay up. What's up once again? Throws it down towards Spider's way. Does not connect though. Wufong now trying to scatter on out to the middle of the map right now. But Spider still applying tons of pressure. Jump on the B. But Mike's gonna pick the elimination here. Arano picks one up against Shazam. Massive barriers from Spider. Mike now is gonna be forced to pop this F now on the hottie. He is gonna be able to create some space right here. And the ults are coming online for both of these players here.
Yeah, 91%. Spider finds double R&Bs and Mike goes ahead and procs ult. No cannon shot confirmation. Mike, he disengages. He gets some HP back. He's got to be careful. If everyone can hear this hottie ult from the distance, they can understand that someone is low and trying to escape. And the disengagement, especially when the ultimate gets disabled, that's where everyone can just understand that this person is just trying to back off here and try to retain some of that rage. Now, Mike is up against Star here. Spider finds the R&Bs, and Star has common armor that's now been deleted across the, across the pressure of the 600 HP. And Spider just keeps that chase going. Meanwhile, Mike's inside a temple, and Spider just keeps the pressure on the Star where, everyone wants a piece of that action.
Star drops very low. It's going to be Mike. Oh, no, Spider. Sorry, with the elimination off the Star with the R&B focus there off the Dukes. Now OGG's Mike in the mix up here against Action in the back end. Mike drops very low. Common armor swap once again. I mean, as always, overholding gets the R&B damage there off the blue dual blades. Now Action. Ooh, nice little weed. Just still gets clipped off some of the damage there off the R&B. Now the back end. Raw uppercut. R&B Minx now. What's going to be the mix up? R&B Minx once again. Action now. Overholding here off the fist blades, trying to see if he can find an opening for himself. But Mike, though, still applying tons of pressure towards Action's way. Since the 1-2-3 gets the damage, now Action drops very low to be forced to pop the ultimate here as well.
Mike's going to have to be careful looking for the level 2 slash, maybe, of course, taking an F2 thrust from Matar in the backline. And while Mike looks at level 3 charge out here, he looks towards Exton's position of just saying, I'll lock you in. But the 900 armor picked up from the ground, Mike now has to find a common armor on the standby. Careful about which armor he was able to pick up, and he found the right one. Meanwhile, players just looking to try to chase this one down. A parry from XY gets Mike on the ground and a scare rush to confirm his first elimination today.
Yeah, Mike, not happy about that one. Is going to be taking a trip back to the resurrection zone. Now we got Spider, only on Action, XY on the mix right now. We have 3 ults up. The only player without an ult is going to be Action as we see him trying to retreat his area. Arano against T225. T225 with no ult online as well as Arano. I believe it's like 35% massive parry here for Arano onto T225. Big damage as well. Overholding since the damage LMB focus. It's the damage towards T225's way. Catches the Spire as well to the uppercut LMB there for Arano. Is going to pick one up on the board for himself. That's the second one here. And now we got FPS ZQ's verse against X1 Wufong.
Now, Wufong has himself, ultimate ready to go here. Verse, if he's feeling inclined to ultimate, this is where Wufong will have full investment. We saw that from last round. Mike having to find the kill up against Wufong before. Wufong could use this against this hottie himself. Verse just trying to kite within Imperium. He takes the western side of it to his own pedigree, which is being able to scare rush around here and there. Take the loot along the path. Wufong just staying on the outskirts of the perimeter on the second floor. He hits the first floor, tries to see about the, trying to create some, sound alerts for Verse to just understand where the enemy is. And he's trying to make that impression that they're all around him. So Verse, he takes the position and taking that east, and now he to see Wufong could just spot him out here, but there's still investments for fights to be had there while we go back to Arcadia.
Yeah, Spider with 1, Fong with 1, Mike as well, Rana with 2 on the board, Verse with 1, and XY with 1 now, putting up some points up on the board for himself. Starting off here for game number 4. WBG Spider posted up now. Have to wait and see who's going to be taking the first Roman Yang here for game number 4 as well. 21.8 here for Chazon, closing out that distance there from that 30-point threshold currently here. So we might be having a potential, contender to take this home around maybe after this game if Chazon has a crazy game, or possibly even next game, game 5. But Action right now, there's Action. Go ahead and wait this out. We got players posted up right here to be very interesting. And, losing Roman Yang is very detrimental because it kind of sets you back a lot. And if you're able to scale as well and get that Vermilion's burst, that first Roman Yang always sets you up for success if you're able to take it home.
Yeah. And, north of the Black Tortoise Gate here in Imperium, exactly where that Forbidden Seal is, you'll see the little fox there. That alone gives this Roman Yang a little bit of problems here. Someone can grief. big time with the vicinity of that Forbidden Seal. If it ends up going around the corner, that's going to be enough position where someone is clocked in towards 80% of that zone of the Roman Yang circle. Now, of course, Verse, I think he's realizing this. He's taking backline pressure to keep himself onto that gate, keeping himself into the high ground. He's got to keep himself mindful. His F2 is down, so anyone who took him to the fight to invest into the F2, they'll notice that. Shishang's right behind him. He's seeing this backline. Spider taking an R&B. Oh my goodness, he's at 200 HP. Mike, oh my goodness, losing all of his armor. He has to backline into the gate now. He's going to be able to take the time to reset. He's denied that Romy Yang pass without any sort of hesitation. And now it's between the three players here in this vicinity, like three musketeers, just kind of go against one another.
Chazong can pop that ultimate, has the pass, so to wait this out. Not sure what the timer is looking like right now, but Chazong trying to wait this out currently here to try to take this Roman Yang. Spider still applying tons of the pressure. Fong placing elimination onto Wang Liang there in the kill feed. Chazong gonna wait this out once again. We got the first killing. LNB focused there onto Spider now. Mike now trying to see if he can get some sorts of damage in, but looks like Chazong is going to be popping or going inside that Roman Yang. We see Spider and everybody else, Mike, the back end just retreating. Chazong waiting this out, trying to wait and see who's gonna be able to take this Roman Yang in order to get his first scrap off in this Roman Yang. But Action as well, winning this out. Could be an Action B Chazong for our first Roman Yang. No ult for Action, winning this out. 90% and counting here for the race to start building on up here for Action. Can quickly get it inside the Roman Yang. Arano as well with the pass on the hottie. No ult online, so it could be a lot more of a tricky situation if he goes in that Roman Yang with no ult.
Yeah, now Rana takes the fight. Exen holds off outside, maybe taking a look at their free realm. No one allows it. Everyone was waiting for the last possible second. All realms have been filled out. EWG Arano up against Shishang with that purple staff. It's going to be a fist place versus staff motion. Bow shot midair. Arano, I don't know if he hit it. I heard a look, off the knock of the arrow, but then Shishang is going to be dropping right then and there. Looking for the scare rush. He catches nothing there. Fist blade bait out for the blue focus, of course, catches LMB, forces F1, parry mode activated as Shishang goes for the scare rush. Keelangar ultimate coming out. Now Arano has to keep the kiting here. He's looking to use Shadow Step. Nice F2 investment, dodging the first slash. We need the second one to be invested before we start losing HP. So Arano's just trying to make sure he can try to bait that one out, keeping the kiting, keeping the bow shots, try to bait this out, like say, hey, come over my way. Now he takes a full hit here. He's got ultimate cast. This is HP slashes coming out here from C8. And this is going to be a play for time for Arano versus the Keelan ultimate.
Yeah, so now he's going to try to kite this out, trying to take a full reset in the sky as well. Chazong's ult is gone now, so Ronald has a full W key potential now to try to pick up his elimination in the first Roman Yang. Chazong eating damage off the first dashes there. He's going to weave the second one there. Ronald's still trying to find the second one, the third, but the ult's going to go offline there for Ronald. Chazong now trying to kite this out. Massive scale rush, F called in there for Chazong. Catches the scale rush, but no F called in there for the Audi this time around. And now the health going towards Ronald's way. Having the advantage right now is going to be able to pop a powder as well. Oh, Rob cut LB in the ground. Doesn't get the full extension. Gets the crouch LB. Ronald now drops very low. Has one armor block left in the purple armor. Overholding Chazong. Trying to find his opening once again. What's going to be the mix up here. 26 seconds of counting here. And this is going to be a lot of aggression towards the player, going towards a player's way pretty soon here as well.
This is the first Roman Yang room, and it's still going. The other two realms, Bauda and DRG, they've already gotten their Roman Yang victory. They're holding on to the Vermilions. This fight happening for this long just came down to the pressure of Arano delaying his ultimate as Shang was first to ult. Now it's coming down to the pressure. F1 versus F2. Now both of the skills are down. The scare rush comes out. The confirmation R&B happens. And Arano gets his kill, his elimination this round. He gets his gold weapon. He gets that Vermilion's buff. And we're switching this fight over to Heaven's Watch. X1's Wufang versus Spider. The Liam teleporter gets the elimination, sent his body to Narnia, and then so does the case scenario where he almost got himself caught. Spider finds himself to swap out the weapons, but he could be caught in this corner for a 1-2-3 by Mike.
Ooh, Mike applying tons of pressure towards Mike's way. Two currently here for WBG Spider. WG Arano getting that Vermilion's burst Mike, as well as Bauda. DRG's Fong as well. They are going to be having that full W key potential. T225 in a mix against TE Star. Dropping very low. Colin here for T225. 3 minutes and counting to try to cleanse this Yang depletion timer. Massive scare rush here for Star. Now F invested here for the Keelan. Now LB Prowl once again. Ooh, 2-1. It's an RB focus there for the Hong Sword. And we don't usually see it coming into play there off of Hong Sword Katana, but you are able to do so. As we see it there for Star. He doesn't go for the grapple bump because that was going to knock T225 off the terrain. So T started there with beautiful micro decisioning there for him. And now going into the F Prowl, T225 is all investing the F now. Neutral game for both players up, and this could burn as well here in this area if you don't have the bubble. But looks like Star is going to be eating up the damage here for the electric meter burn.
Yo, T225 risking it all for the biscuit. 1, 2, 3s, re-release those. I asked Mike, when's the best time to release 1, 2, 3 blues? His answer was anytime the enemy doesn't expect it. T225 saw that answer. He was like, bet. And he did that right then and there. Star was not prepared for it, man. I'm telling you, the slashes come out here and no one's going to expect it. Fong, though. Tessa, Arano, armor swaps happen here. The parry is heard. Arano, wait a second. He goes for the horizontal to the soul break. It's free. And that's going to be Fong's Vermilion's Bird Might Burned. And Arano finds 4 eliminations. This man just not want to stop pushing.
Big damage, big eliminations here for Arano 4 currently, but WBG Spider with 3 already here for game number 4. Hey, Spider been putting up those numbers today. I ain't gonna lie. DRG's Fong as well with 3 on the board. Can't count him out with 3 on the Tessa. Chazon with 2 minutes and 26 seconds to try to cleanse this Yang depletion time. But Mike in the back end does not have ult. Chazong does, and Chazong is gonna have to try to get active pretty soon here to try to cleanse this Yang depletion time. We're currently with 0 on the board, so he needs to try to see if he can cleanse this as quickly as possible. Arano in a mix versus as well. They are going to be fighting for this Yang pass, and Chazong's going to use this opportunity to try to get active here onto one of these players.
You know, the good thing about that fight that happened, blessing indeed, the look at the silver lining here, right? Chazong's fight lasted for so long that he's able to take the aggression into a Romy Yang portal and try to aggress against any Romy Yang pass wielders. Finding the elimination is one thing, but just getting rid of the Romy Yang depletion is the first step. So while 4 players are here total at Heaven's Watch, got to understand that with every single aggressors, there are some heavy hitters into the circle. Spider being one of them, having a Liam ultimate versus here as well. He's got a Hottie ultimate, and Exen is the other Liam into the lobby. So for right now, taking that Keelan out of the position, it would be every single one of these players' investment. We saw what happened in the last Romy Yang when we saw Liam go crazy into the north side of Imperium. But XY and Mike, these guys are fighting out over towards this side. And this is over by Skygaze Cove. Mike having blue armor, having only 1 elimination, and he's still taking his aggression against XY.
He thought he was not re-aggressing, but Mike now forced to pop this F, and XY is still applying tons of pressure there onto Mike. Mike drops 2 blocks of that blue armor, has 1 block left, trying to set up for the next realm of Yang, I believe. So now overholding, since the RB focus is the damage towards XY's. Now XY still trying to get this elimination onto Mike. He's gonna sit inside the lava here. He's gonna eat up some damage here. Since the RB focus gets the damage, XY now overholding that or winning now, and now he's gonna be forced to pop this ultimate. Mike as well. What's gonna be the mix up? He does not invest in Justina Dash yet. Mike trying to scatter on now. We do see him staying up for the time being, and XY. I believe he is going to be canceling that ultimate air off to Justina, but now with 1 on the board, XY so go ahead and take a full reset in, as well as OUG's Mike Chazon in the mix. They're eating up a lot of damage in the back end. Spider in the mix. Chazon just very low. It's going to be taken out pretty soon as well with that Yang depletion timer on his back.
Yeah, nice double roll, but he gets caught by the horizontal into the soul break into a free R&B kick coming out from X, and that's gonna be a second elimination. Spider finds that soul bloom pickup. X wasn't able to kind of pick that up along the route, but a Romy Yang fight between Verse as well against Arano here. This is literally like these 2 players, man. They're 2 high contention players for the finals today. High point gains being earned, and Arano just trying to keep himself into the leaderboard and try to keep himself into the top 3 at least for today. But for this round especially, this is gonna be where he's just trying to get himself into the victory, because Verse, a Hottie versus Hottie fight, it's the first one to use activated ultimate that's going to get full pressure onto. Now Verse, second one to ultimate. Now he takes full opportunity here. Arano has to take the time to just kite around here for the slashes. 20 seconds between both potty ults, by the way, for the rage potential. Unless he goes into the sky, then it gets caught even more. And Arano can't take any time to heal here. The moment a burn slash comes out here from Verse, it's going to be over for him in just a couple of seconds.
Look at these both hotties just waiting this out. Look at them at the same time trying to read who's going to get antsy and release that and be focused there from the hottie. But Arano dropping very low. He is going to be taking a lot of damage here, and Verse still full chasing him down. This could be bad for Arano trying to save the Yang depletion on him, but it could go bad any moment there. And there it is. The follow up there off the range shot from the pistol there for Verse to eliminate Arano in that situation. And Mike now has a bounty onto action as well. Gold armor, gold staff as well here for Verse. Is going to be getting another gold weapon in his inventory apart from that gold dagger. He is going to be getting another upgrade. 4 minutes and 10 seconds here for DRG's Fong to try to cleanse his Yang depletion timer. I believe did went against T225 earlier, because T225 has the White Tiger's powers and has gold pulse sword in hand once again. WBG Spider on the run currently right now, trying to create the space, trying to make sure he does not get full focus right now. Has the fan in hand, so he's gonna be able to move around this building as quickly as possible right now with the quick scale rushes there from the fans. Gonna wait this out right now. Doing a really good job here staying mobile for himself. But T225 getting real active, has the White Tiger's power, so he wants to see if he can try to pick up elimination currently. And WPG Spider right now with 3 on the board, Fong with 3, Yang depletion timer, Rano with 4. So the heavy hitters right now, two out of the 3 heavy hitters right now have Yang depletion timer, and they are going to have to try to cleanse this out. But T225 right now is still trying to pick up another one on the board currently here with the gold pole sword. And I mean, everybody's going to start moving on in here, and aggression might be going towards his versus way in the back end, but Spider's was eating up a lot of damage here.
Yeah, you know, one thing coming up from Verse is also that he picked up Hep to detach from that Romy Yangba as part of the agreement of him winning. So if you find a long sword along this route, you could be trying to use that and try to get that for the end game circle, try to keep as much sustain as possible. And in the meantime, we were talking about this before the stream. T225, he loves to take he loves to take the aggression against Spike and Mike and Spider. He loves chasing them down. But I was also talking about how Heaven's Watch in the stairwell there, Spider just found the kiting bat that he needed that he couldn't get griefed. I was calling for it. I was thinking about it in the stairwell. It didn't happen. Spider gets himself out there. He's safe. Because I was talking about before, if you guys don't know, Heaven's Watch has a weird stairwell system for me, at least, where it's just off of the ends. And if anyone kind of comes in contact with that stairwell, you got to fall into the divot and then you can get caught out. But regardless, we've been in Heaven's Watch for at least half the match between both the Romy Yang pass for the Romy Yang 2 and into right now into this vicinity of this match. We have 10 minutes left on the clock here. Arano trying to force his pressure as the Romy Yang completion is taken away. He just needs to fight the fight, as Fong is just not going to allow that to happen as a Tessa.
Yeah, as we see it here, Fong still has to cleanse. Arano full chasing down as well. Both players with that Yang depletion timer are going to be going at it right now. Spider in the back end could be moving on in for a third-party potential as well. LB focus there for Fong. Scare Rushes connects as well. Big damage there for Fong to Arano, overholding out the health to Steven. Both players still applying the pressure towards each other. Tesla ultimate invested here for Arano. Now Clint comes in, sends the soul break, gets the damage, scratching LB as well. Arano does very low. The Tesla enchantment is going to connect, and Fong swapping on over to the Scare Rush, and the damage is there. And Fong with big damage off the Scare Rush there from the purple pole sword is going to be able to cleanse that Yang depletion timer on his back.
You know, I was like, man, Tessa pick here, huge. It's a lot of terrain for her to come through. And then you also have to understand that the pole sword swing off of a Scare Rush is, best case scenario. And there's a lot of places here that you can just take the opportunity of Scare Rushing. And this circle right now, all the cliff sides over by the eastern end, south of the Verdant Chasm, towards the Sungaze Cove, like these there's a lot of corners here. There's a lot of corners that you can take opportunity of and line of sights that you can break. And depending on the east side, depending on whether or not Mike is going to stay his course, Fong could try to fight him out and take him out of the game again. Man, because Mike just had no fun, early on to these games so far, C8.
Yeah, Fong. Here we go. Quick little replay here against Wang Liang. Big Tesla ultimate onto Wang Liang. And look at him trying to use the Matari Fs there. Ooh, gets that limit damage, but doesn't even matter, man. With that Tesla ultimate online. One little enchantment, big damage there with the gold or purple rarity weapons. Just all you really need there for the elimination. And Fong, once again, back inside this game 4. Posted up. He's going to wait out these next zones here to try to play the end game here for himself. And with that Tesla online for him, he is going to be able to do a lot of chaos here for a lot of these players. And we see T225 still in the mix there on the top right-hand side of his next zone. Burst as well posted us. Spider still in this game. Liam online here for Spider as well. Now, what's going to be the mix-up? A lot of players this time around, a lot of players for this moment in every game are playing a lot more conservative, which is standard, as we see here. Got action, gold dagger in hand. I think he lost the gold staff that he got earlier. But yeah, I mean, still, good weapon choice for himself off this gold dagger. Man, I don't even know who to give this to right here. Severio, last Perdoria game we had was a Conlin win. Do you think we're going to get another one here for game number 4?
Potentially. I mean, the lava itself is something that keeps a burn over the course of time. But before we go through, replay off of the second realm Yang, T225. Remember, all 3 realms were going to be entered upon, and T225 takes himself into the second realm, into this fight against Fong. Now, Fong had gotten rid of realm Yang, but he did take the loss here because T225 has himself to lose these nunnies, blue rarity, but Fong has that purple dagger. You see the horizontal going to be coming after the Scare Rush. T225 looks to hold that horizontal, looks to try to get the release. He does confirm it. No armor for Fong. Fong looking to catch himself, and he does get caught. Grapple bump into that Assault Smolder force proc there, but the horizontal release, F1 parry mode activated, and T225 on the Kylan dodges the Tesla ultimate. Fong can't do anything at this point. easy set eliminations. The Echo Slash comes in from the back line and takes the elimination for himself. So that's going to be TT2 2 eliminations. But this really does come down towards whoever activates that dial and keeping themselves immune from the lava burn, because fights can lead out where you get knocked into that burn, CA, and you just take passive damage without you even realizing it.
Yeah, we see action there with elimination onto XY. XY is out of game number 4, only picks up 1 on the board. And now it looks like Action might be having a lot of pressure going towards this way. He didn't even invest ultimate, but these players are still scattering out and looking for him. As we see, the first one on the scene is going to be Verse, and the back end Spider as well. Sees this player try to kite on out. The ult was not even invested, but everybody full focus into Liam right now. Now the Liam ultimate is going to come online here for Action. Mike is well showing up to the party. Big F there. He's going to get the siphon back off of those 2 players as well. Now the scatter continues. T25 trying to lay down some pressure off the pistol shots in the back end. Now he's going to go ahead and recall the F there onto Verse this time around. Verse is going to recast the F as well to avoid a big damage in the corner. Now Spider letting him loose on that R&B. Action doing a really good job staying mobile, but now the random bang is going to scatter here. Everybody's going to go ahead and try to move out of that area as it just lands on top of them. So we see now Action staying up for now, but OUG's Mike still has his eyes onto Action, and with no all online, this could be bad for him here.
Yeah, you know, and one thing too is in terms of J selection, one of these players with the staff, I think, have themselves a Merciless Havoc. So that comes down, it's going to be a huge upgrade in terms of zone control for your own area. And it's going to be a really strong point. Now, Exen for Parallel, it's what he's got. He's got himself to keep, if he has range shots, to keep it going. It looks like TT25 is going to be the vicinity of that Merciless Havoc. Now he's going to be able to throw those inside of the building. It's going to be one play towards that. Oh my goodness gracious. Of course, Exen has to Scare Rush to control himself because Spider's there looking for it too. And if TT25 really wants to hold him down, he can. There it is. Purple Stab is going to be activated. It's going to be a hit off the marks. Nice purple armor swap though. Exen gets himself a corner. He avoids the Test ultimate. This man is Neo.
He's moving right now. Action in flow state right now, staying out, but all this pressure going towards his way. 60% rage already built up here for Action. He's gonna get clipped off the Bane, loses a lot of HP off of that. He needs to be real careful. No one saw it though, and he's posted up for the next zone as well. He stays safe. Oh my God, that could have been bad for him. Everybody cuts the chase there. Did not see him going towards that way. But T225 now with a Merciless is going to apply tons of pressure onto Mike now. Pistol shot connects as well in the lava. Mike now go ahead and take a quick reset in for himself in the back end. Still pistol shots flying on in there from T225. Looks like Mike is going to be able to stay up as well for now in the back end. We still got Spider and might be moving on down there to the next zone. We see everybody starting to move out from this area. Bong still posting up on the high ground as we see him here moving on into these next zone. He's playing this for end circle as we see him time and time again. Verse as well in the back end there with gold halberds in hand, gold armor, big bear hair happening in the back end. We see Spider now swapping on over to the nunchucks there. Mike as well is going to use the F to try to retreat now, and the pressure is now has calmed down for now, and a lot of these players are going to wait this out to play for the next zone here, Severio.
Yeah, we're in the stagnation period for just a couple of more seconds. We're going to enter into the exit. We're exiting in Skygaze Cove. Right before this gate is the last spot for kiting. Now Spider having himself the opportunity of getting that parry up of Mike, just try to find a weapon that he can look for a quick 1.0 release, one hit blue weapon. Finds himself in ultimate status now. Now he's at 500 HP. He's taking pistol shots. He's taking range shots. There ain't no immunity when that Auric Sword is out there, dog. So, but he has it to have another cast. If he needs to space out, he can do that. It's just up to the players to just locking him down once he gets himself to disengage from every single one of these shots.
Spider does manage to get a full reset in, but first one on the scene. F thrown down there for Spider. Doesn't get the siphon there from Verse. Mike using the tuna on the top side of the zone. We see him there full topping off there. That tuna Fong as well. Trying to lay down some pressure there to anybody trying to move on into the zone. We did see that Liam O going down, and now we have 2 hotties in the mix. So Spider is going to get full focus here. Off to go inside the zone to try to reposition. Does manage to go back to the right-hand side of the zone, but Mike quickly reading it in the backside. Fong as well. We see him, Fong, with crazy third party. We've seen him time and time again in the league, being that big nuisance there with the third party. T225 with a Merciless. Spider might be going down here. Stays up for now. Trying to play the top side here. Has to have to stay up. We got the Hottie Ultimate invested in the back end. And the RB focus there for Fong off the third party. Like I mentioned, picks up another one on the board for himself. And that's a big elimination there for DRG's Fong.
Fong is making him a point to be standard here for a final round Tessa, or final, top 5 Tessa and Padoria 5 eliminations. It's just today is full of 5s. You know, Hexen has 3-5 games and everything, man. He's got 5 pro points. Everything's coming down towards his TT25. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You know, if he uses one more armor, we could have gone through that route, but he's got, a chance of activating this Merciless Havoc here as Verse is taking himself to kite around with the F2. Final 2 minutes left on the clock here. And of course, if you can see whether or not you can look for a parry against that Merciless Havoc, you got to drop from top down below and just being able to, to telegraph yourself into a parry. necessary. Now Exon gets caught. F1 investment doesn't like to use that very early on, but it was required. And we have Mike just procking Tuna in the face of danger. 200 heal in a split second for him to get off of, with everyone poisoning themselves about here. That T225 Merciless Havoc, it's gotta go out here, dog.
That was disgusting there from T225. He catches the lunge there onto the Hottie. The Hottie pops the F, so T225 spins back the Merciless and spins it right back and catches the damage there onto Verse. And we see a lot of pressure going towards Verse ways. Fong now trying to read this out. He's quickly ulting as well, trying to take out Verse in the back end, but Verse is going to be forced to pop this ultimate. He's going to use the dashes to try to stay up, but no, the damage is not going towards Fong's way. In the back end now, the cannon shots fly on in. Verse does manage to stay up just by a little bit, flying around, trying to smooth around all the pressure. And I believe it's T225, the only player I like to call these zone Jades. Obviously, they're damage Jades, with just, having the potential there to up a lot of damage there with Merciless, Dragon's Word, so on and so forth. But you're able to control a lot of the end circle there with these Jades. And I believe he's the only one with anything like that. And coming in hot here with a massive parry onto Fong, reads the F as well. Now in the back end, another tough ultimate invested here for Fong. And this could be bad for him here, Severio.
Gotta be careful here. He gets caught by the horizontal. It's gonna be Exon's fourth elimination. He's gonna keep him propelled into first place. Versus gonna have himself here. He survives him getting caught into the enchant the first time, but he's getting caught by Keelan. And as T225 ultimate comes out the strike, Versus getting caught here back and forth. Mike is looking to try to keep himself locked in here for last hit confirmations. This is gonna be huge. There's gonna be one right there. He's gonna find the elimination. Psych, it's gonna be Exon. It's gonna be his fifth elimination. That's gonna be another burn setup, but he probably finds elimination for number 2. And Mike gets the last set of elimination for himself. And this is gonna be Exon's game, y'all. This is exactly what Exon's looking for, under pressure, a little bit of momentum, because we're getting closer and closer to match point before we enter round 5.
In play on the right hand side, so we are going to get active off drop, and we do have OUG's Mike in the mix already here with the blue armor, common dual blades. Going to go ahead and try to set up for her success. Action in the back end, Wang Liang and Chazan going at it right now. Blue armor here for Wang Liang. Go ahead and try to scale up a little bit more before he tries to get full aggressive, but it looks like he is going to catch Arano here. We're going to have Wang Liang against Arano here for our first fight of game number 5.
Now, keep in mind here into the Imperial Village with the yurts, a lot of trolls between all 3 levels, between the first, second, and on top of the very, very top of the yurt itself, where the loot could be earned for a gold trove. Now, taking the chances over to the Northwestern Barracks, Wu Fong finds himself to try to catch a grapple bump against his opponent, Verse. Now, Verse, he's couching in and out. There is a firefly over by this vicinity, so it's going to be up to the case scenario that Wu Fong may or may not have been able to pick it up, considering Verse is at 20%. We know this is going to be a case where Wu Fong gets caught by the F2 from the thrust, and now it's going to be a chance between Katana versus Hong Sword.
Now, we're going to have to wait and see how the scrap off goes. Wu Fong, 90% on that ultimate right now. Verse with a little bit of less. Since the R&B follow-up is going to get punished for it, has the F to try to stay safe, or to stay safe, I should say. Sends it back to back, and Verse with the reads here. Jump LMB, gets one in. Tries to go for the follow-up. Does not manage to get a little bit more damage, and he's going to go ahead and invest the F now. The Liam ultimate is going to be invested here for Wu Fong. He is going to be able to get a little bit of siphon back. Verse is going to go ahead and wait this out just for now. Going to go ahead and take a little bit more of Scallage. Mike's gonna fall there to Action. Action not letting go of the gas pedal with one on the board already for game number 5, and being our first elimination of this game as well.
3 more kills. That's all Exon needs. Heck, if anything, just take 3 kills and chill out. I mean, he's gonna be able to do that if it comes down towards it. We just have to see what the course of time in the meantime. Wu Fong and under X1's banner. Still getting chased out here from Verse as a common armor is instead. We got a blue armor, no toes to the nose for the double hit blue focus vertical, but Wu Fong will just look to take the back line and try to repossess a position where he forces Verse's abilities, and the time the heel pelvic thrust comes out, Wu Fong still keeps the R&Bs going. Scare Rush doesn't connect there. And as Wu Fong just keeps going through, Dietrich Fong finds a kill up against XY. Wang Liang finds a kill against T225 in the kill feed. Wu Fong, though, he's making sure that Verse is going to be going ahead and trying to look to the investment of his ultimate and just trying to avoid it, because that's going to be the next stage of these fights. We know that over the course of time, the race is going to be built up here. Wu Fong is going to be making sure that this Matari does not have a standing foot on as he catches the elimination, and it's going to be his first one into this game.
It's the R&B focus, gets the damage, gets the elimination on the border for Wu Fong now. Continue to try to scale on up. Action with Wan Fong and Chuzong as well, with Wu Fong and Wang Liang added to that board as well for the eliminations currently here for this game. Action, that's very well standing. 27, 3 more kills, 3 more points, 3 more 3 more to make it to that 30-point threshold. We got to scrap off Wang Liang, Chazong, LMB prior for Chazong. Jump LMB gets the damage there. Oh, was going to go for the second one as well. Wang Liang stopping that quickly there, popping that Keelan ultimate there. Gets caught up there on the Temi wall, but does not catch the whisk. Now it's going to go ahead and go reposition back inside that Temi. Oh, Chazong's going to be forced to try to take a full reset as well as Wang Liang. Wang Liang's going to get some of those dashes back there, popping that white health. Now it's going to go ahead and top off the armor a little bit as well. Chazong now back in the mix, overholding the LMB, catches the first one now, since the second one gets the damage. I was very low there on the white health though. Chazong trying to kite this ult now. The ult's gone here for Wang Liang, and the scrap off continues here for both of these players.
Now, F1 still available for Wang Liang, as Chishang is going to be keeping holding to his ground. He finds himself to get that investment that he's been looking for against Wang. Now, his own skills coming to come out here, looking for a grapple, trying to extend out his position of throwing blue focus and standing still. But Chishang backs away, make sure he can keep the year into his own vicinity. And this is going to be one of those buildings that just have a lot of traps active. And Chishang, as well as Wang Liang, they're both going to activate their own M-Trust. Now, if you guys get caught by the trap, you are unable to grapple. So you are on a scare rush spree for the next couple of seconds before you get caught in place. And for Wang Liang, it's got to be very careful about this one. Meantime, we have Cinnabar Valley fight. Cinnabar is going to have Spider and Fong, as Fong has no armor from DRG. He has ultimate, he's got dagger, and he is a frog.
Frog Coast is out here for Fong. Scare rushes in on the blue dagger. Wang Liang picking elimination up to Chazong. Now he does manage to pick up the elimination there. Now it's Justina ultimate investor for Spider playing F2 area LMB, area RMB as well. Big damage here for Fong. Now Spider trying to scatter on out. He's gonna be able to catch and come an armor swap in the back end. We see Fong trying to cut on the right hand side, but does not manage to do so. Going to go ahead and play inside the zone. Fong now is going to go ahead and start moving on in as well. Spider is going to go ahead and save these dashes here, not continue his aggression. Now grappling on in is going to be Fong. Does manage to catch the freeze. RB focus, crouch LB, 1-2, big damage. F2 avoided there from the dash there, from the focus attack, from the fist blades. And Fong now forced to pop this Akko's ultimate. Is going to be the mix up. He's going to be able to pop one white health in. Spider as well is still trying to get active. He's going to read that V2. Look how quickly he shows and retreats to avoid that. Now avoids it into the R&B dash there. Get big damage, and Spider picks up the elimination there onto Fong.
He would take us 1, 2, 3. Spider going to be getting his elimination. The anticipation for an Akka, so right, just goes to show how much he's like playing into that character in the past, and now knowing how to fight against an Akko's DRG Fong is one thing to another, especially when you recognize the dagger. Now Exon's going to have his chance F2 investment up against what seems to be a trickly step stool for these fist blades, as Exon is taking a lot of damage, losing a lot of his armor, keeps the scare rushable on this wall. Hopefully not invest his ultimate. This is a Rum Yang, but it's not going to be open for another 40 seconds, so he's going to have to really fight for time. Gets caught by parry. F2 not back up in time. Switches over to fist blades in the vicinity, but there's going to be a chance where the F is invested. Will we see an ultimate from coming out from Exon?
Could be bad for him. 1, 2, 3 here. Jump LMB. Jump LMB. Jump LMB. Now turning the fight around. Wufong drops a lot of HP. Still has the O on live. Both players do. Gonna go ahead and try to take a quick reset in. And back when we have T225 posted up for the next round. Yang. What's gonna be the mix up? Since RB focus. Jump LMB. Now Liam ultimate invested there. Justina ultimate invested for action. Reads it. Doesn't get the freeze though. Jump LMB. F called in there for Wufong. Into the LMB as well. Now Action needs to be real careful in the back end. T225 is going to take out Wufong in the back end, but Action is still very low as well. And T225 just got away with murder there, picking up the elimination onto Wufong. And Action was forced to use the ultimate, and now he has to wait this out.
T225 with the yoink, and of course he's gonna have to really be careful about that kill elimination. Someone else is trying to shoot both shots. Mike though at his Romy Yang next to FBX's verse looking to reset outside of the Romy Yang circle. He doesn't have that Romy Yang pass, so it doesn't really have any sort of value against him, but Mike has it. He's going in. His opponent's gonna be Wolves' Wang Liang. This is purple armor versus blue armor versus blue weapons outright. Looks like Mike's been stacking up his mitigation with alchemy, but he's already capped out here for 24%. So while this fight's gonna end up, it's gonna be a Keelan versus Keelan into this Romy Yang.
Yeah, this is going to be very interesting right now. We're going to wait and see who has the better killing right now. We got Wang Liang on the blue armor, Mike on the purple. He's going to send RB focus. Clint comes in. Both players using those fist blades. Oh, it's a double bleed right there. That was disgusting right there. I have never seen that interaction before. Oh, we see purple frame. Mike now sends LB focus. Gets a little bit of damage. F caught in there for Mike. Cartel B feeling ultimate invested there for Wang Liang. Now, Mike's going to wait this out. Trying to find an opening here off this ult as well. Both players popping that ultimate at the same time. Who's going to get the mix up here? Now he sends the clone. Does not get the damage. There's going to be a quick reset in for both of these players as well.
Big chances for Mike to get that slash to be invested. Dodges that slash, weaving it, getting the connection he's been looking for. Hopefully he can look to try to burn out the Keelan guard before his ultimate opponent's duration is done, but he finds F1 investment in the stead. Both of the ultimates are now down. Scare Rush to be coming through. No blue focus release. Hopefully to carefully assess the situation. This man just pocket peeked that musket shot. I don't want to think about it. Mike is going crazy out here. He finds that elimination against Wang Yang. All the marbles have been going through. No reroll. He's taking that one home.
Said Meek gets the damage across the pillar there. TE Star against Spider. Freeze is not connected for Spider. Oboe holding. Purple fist blaze in hand for Spider. Since the LB focus, gets the damage. Liam F invested it to avoid the full damage there. Gets the freeze into the RB follow up. Does not get the elimination though. F called in now. The LB follow up there from the mid dodge from Star is gonna pick up the elimination there onto Spider. Gold Poster does a lot of damage as we know it, and it's gonna be Mike when his Roman Yang as well as Star. We got one more in the mix right now. EWG Arano against Jetty G Shazong, and this could be good here for Shazong. He's able to pick up this elimination on the board for himself.
We got Arano with the 2 teleports for Flash. He still has a chance. He gets caught by the whisk. There is nothing he can do here. LMB, uppercut, RMB, 1, 2, 3s, jump LMBs, bow shot, triple headshot. Gets his F2. Arano gets neutral again, but this is going to be a turnaround. If he can make this happen, it's going to be a miracle in the making. He catches LMB. He goes to crouch LMB. He looks for the stagger. Jump LMB from Chishane to try to look for the lockdown here. Looks for the scare rush. They're going to be going for the contesting. He gets the hit. Arano looking to try to burn out the F1 from Chishang. Chishang throws it. We got 1 second left for the F2. Arano just looking to try to heal out. Look at the backflip. He gets caught as jump LMB for Chishang gets him out from the round. And that's his victory before we see the next fight to unfold.
Oh, man. And we do see the bow nerf coming into play right there. I mean, just the triple bow headshots still doesn't give Chazong the elimination. That was disgusting there with the whisk restand. But now Spider applying tons of pressure here onto FPSDQ's burst. Back-to-back LB prowls at the back end. Now we got another player showing up, and it's Mike. Get away with murder as well. Just sends the RB focus on the burst. And now sending his attention onto Spider with 3 minutes and 8 seconds. Spider is not happy about this one, and Mike is on one now.
Yeah, Mike's on 2 eliminations so far. Spider right behind him. Now the multipliers are going to be coming into play. Spider working out his ultimate. Doesn't get a stagger off of the Keelan ultimate for the cast. It's gold weapon Keelan. So if he gets a closed gap position, he finds that slash, the rendering. It could just delete Spider outright. No questions asked. He's got to be holding on to the zone. There it is. Going to catch that horizontal release. There's no F2. Only 1 dash left for Spider. He gets it. He cancels ultimate hopefully soon-ish. Has F2 to come through and just try to keep the kiting going. Staying himself alive towards the Grizzly Rise, and he exits through the gate, but he kites right back in before Mike decides to look for it. Scare with his occurrence. There's the F1, the holding coming out, the dash LMB, the F2 investment into zone. This is easy for Mike right now, but he catches it, and Spider goes down. 3 eliminations that Mike has, and he's at 2nd place overall. We lost X in here earlier, folks, and now it's going to be up to Mike to try to catch up to those points for this round.
And I was telling you, Severo, I was telling you, bro, I don't know how Mike does it, but he always ends up doing it somehow. We see him closing up that gap. We got Chazong, massive pair here onto TE Star. F called in there for the opposing Liam. Now overholding, does not catch the prowl. Ultimate there to avoid LMB prowl. Now RMB gonna use that whisk to avoid it as well. He's gonna pop this Temi ultimate. Gets caught up with the RMB jump LMB, weaving around, trying to stay up for the time being. Since the whisk doesn't get the whisk full stagger off it, as gonna go ahead and play inside the zone. We got Fong in the mix up as well in the back end. Now goes right back inside the zone. It's on with a 1-2 off the halberds here in the back end. The blaster shot comes into play in the back end. It's gonna be Wufong with elimination, and Fong does manage to get the Soul Bloom, and we got the Ballista Grief happening here, and that's a super unfortunate situation. Still has Vermilion's burst might though, so he's gonna stay safe for this game. In the back end, we weren't really even speaking about Action. Action did get eliminated, like Severius stated there. So no 30-point threshold yet, but 2 players set it up. 3 players, I should say. Got Fawn with 26, Mike with 25.3, and Mike filling himself right now. He is going to go ahead and try to contest as well. But against Arano, big damage off the gold fist blades, and you got to be real careful here. He looks like he's gonna pick up this pass as well here, Severio.
Yeah, a lot of damage from the fist plates. You saw how fast Arana said, yeet, I'm out of here. Doesn't want to take any chances there against the fist plates. He would rather run back in here at the full reset, because Once he notices T225 wants to take this fight, this is going to be clean opportunity for a clean sweep like we saw from earlier from Mike taking out the kill against Spider. So now it's up to Mike trying not to die out from T225. This is going to be the bane of his existence. Ultimate cast preempted towards the Roman Yang pass. He lost it. Now T225 has the wielding sort of that. We have this ghastly mist to be in effect here, guys. And if you guys don't know, those hands that are on the ground will cause an 8-second sound. Got to be careful about that as Mike launches T225 off of this cliffside, trying to deny him after the zone from the Roman Yang pass. And of course, just keeps himself on the offensive duty. He goes to heal with the white health. He backs off here, knowing he probably shouldn't take this fight. He's probably going to wait this one out before the second Roman Yang pass might be available for him.
2-5. 3 seconds to get out, try to go in that Roman Yang. Still apply a little bit of pressure down to OUG's Mike. Pistol shots flying on in from 2-5. I mean, he just connecting back to back to back. I mean, that would be aim lab, and we see him out here just make sure he connects off those pistol shots. 2 on the board currently there for 2-5, as well as Zarano. Song with 2, Mike with 3, Fong with 2. Got T Star still in the mix with 1. Wufong with 2 as well, going all over the scoreboard right now because it's lit right now. We got a second Roman Yang of game number 5. KLA C225 now. Go ahead and play the blue flip. I mean, it's just he had 2 purple weapons in his inventory, and he's opting to play the blue fist blades. That alone can just tell you why you should be playing the fist blades right there, how strong it is. TE Star though, go honk toward the hand. 1, 2, 3 connects there, and look at the HP going down there. 3 blocks almost gone there off the purple armor. Big hit for Star. Now F card in for the Justine, and the mix-up happens here. What's gonna be able to come out to play here for TD25?
Star is going to be very careful about using his F ability here. Once Ticina finds the dash, it's going to be an even opportunity. There it is. Nice dash roll. He's going to be able to avoid the first freeze. Catches no Auric Sword bind, but he looking to try to go ahead. He gets caught by that RMB. It's going to be a huge amount of damage. No Auric Sword on the standby, but he finds it. Wait a second. He's going to be possibly getting behind this pillar in time. Looks for the guy to go getting caught by the slide uppercut and the freeze with the RMB release drop down, giving T2-5 his elimination. The second Romy Yang is going to have Chisheng with JDG with a gold pair of halberds. He's catching uppercuts against Arana. Arana taking all that damage here. Has ultimate still. Both of these opponents actually have an ultimate, and Chisheng actually ultimating it through, but a parry from Arano comes out of the woodworks. This is going to be a teleportation round or a quick lockdown with the Whisper.
Does have the ult to try to take a quick reset, and Arano with half of the white HP left. Chazong almost back to full health, laying down some pressure off the cannon shots, but Arano does have the weapon advantage right now with the gold halberds in hand. Chazong now go ahead and swap on over to the purple dagger. Since then, let me focus. Gets the damage. R&B on the ground. Gets a lot more damage on. Now, the chase is on. Rano catches the F, but no, the F caught in there for the time. Chazong now needs to be real careful. Trying to pick up this elimination. 41 seconds and counting here to try to pick up the elimination. This Roman Yang. He's going to go ahead and throw down the whiz. The reset off the F cooldown is going to come into play. And the follow-up cannon shot there for the elimination, and Mike is still getting active outside the Roman Yang. TE Star in the mix, and DRG's Fong as well. That's very low. Now it's gonna be able to weave that V2, beautifully showcasing there for Mike. And since the R&B focus, and that's what I was saying. That's a mini pulse sword. You see the damage there off the R&B being completely showcased there from.
Yeah, I'm gonna make mention of this, Mike. Fist blades versus pulse sword, it wins almost every time, theoretically coming through here. But Mike gets caught by the smolder that T225 has been able to proc here from that grapple stagger. Of course, we know Fong is having a detriment. If he had to go up against if he had a nick for every time he got killed by fist blade, to be 2 times in the same match, which is very common. So it comes at the showcase where that weapon stands. Mike though finds the 4th proc ultimate as T25 is getting all the right frames for the staggers. Jump LB comes out here. Mike having only the 2 slashes here for blue, meaning he's not going to invest any HP. But moment that he goes ahead and uses that last slash, it's going to be a lot of chances. There's a freeze. Oh my goodness, the griefening. It's going to be Mike maybe hopefully forcing Keelan guard. There's a bind. Oh my gosh, the pressure on Mike right now is hot, and he's going to use that last slash. He's 1 HP. He's almost caught by that Auric Sword knockback. Jump LMB. Can we get that kill steal, please? And there's T225 with the white seconds rounds to get that kill, and he keeps the aggression going as all of these players are looking for the chase down.
And he's looking for a second here onto Star. Gets the dash LMB focus. No, he's going to go ahead and force out the F. Now Star, you need a lot of damage in the back end. Wufong with a pistol shot there. Takes out Star. T225 still in the mix with no ult online. Needs to be real careful here. Has a lot of pressure. Big barrier there onto T225. Now Wufong's going to eat him all that damage as well. T225 staying alive. Making sure he can take that pressure off of him. Wufong now has a lot of pressure on his back. Chuzong quickly on the scene. Realizes Wufong is super low. Now gold nunchucks in hand here for Chuzong. Has White Tiger's powers as well. So what's gonna be the mix up? We got everybody in the server right now, full focusing Wufong in the back, and we have a little bit of scramble happening as well. everybody full chasing out Wufong in the back end. Arano as well, trying to cut the line of sight there to try to cut the angle there to try to get the elimination. But no, Wufong staying up just for now. Now we're gonna have to wait and see how he responds off the situation. Cuts no, he's trying to take one in. He does manage to do so off that armor. Now Arano, first one on the scene, onto Wufong with the gold fist plays this time around, snagging it up there from OUG's Mike. Mike gets eliminated with 26.8, as well as Chuzong as well. Now 2 and 3 at the same points. Could be a potential still MVP for one of these players still on the board here. Chuzong, we're gonna have to wait and see. Now looks like the aggression has stopped just for now. Everybody's gonna go ahead and wait this out. This is a lot more aggression as I suspected here, Severa. We only got 4 up right now.
4 players. And after T25 took the engagement, I know Hypernova is just grinning ear to ear and shaking his head like, yeah. Justina popping off with White Tiger's prowess is kind of a scary motion, right? Considering that T25 had this half gold rarity. He also had a fist place on standby. His chance to chase out Mike early on when the Mike was looking to teleport away or trying to take the opportunity of using the Keelan slashes to get out, he could. This man also has more defiance, so he knows he's really safe when everything comes down to its brass tacks of getting caught out. But he's got to play this careful. You can see his face. He's locked in. He's locked in more than I think I've ever been locked in my life, because this man is like not. He's known for his smirks. He's not even smiling. He's just, I'm ready for this one, because he needs these points. He needs to try to get himself out of here. He's in the 6th place position right now at 22.7 points, and the multipliers are being earned out. We're gonna look at the replay because TT25 coming out against Exon here. F2 investment from Exon, and I'm pretty sure TT25 looks to try to take this chase. If he gets caught by that trap, means he can't grab him, he can't chase that, so he's got to go on foot. No puns intended, as he looks to kick off here with those RMBs, and he looks against Exon again. This is gonna be the freeze opportunity to get dodged the first time. He gets caught by the second freeze, and that RMB comes out, the crouch LB. TT25 just showcasing where he stands to the fist blades. No pun, you know what? I'm throwing so many puns out here, man. Listen, if you look at the fist blades and you look how fast the movement comes out of it, this is the key notion that comes out. It's the same thing with Pole Sword, right? Big damage, short amount of time, and that's going to be where you also have the momentum and the movement that comes out that you can just go ahead and throw out against your opponent without even realizing. And talking about realizing, I think Shang has Merciless Havoc as well. I'm looking at the builds here. I know he has a Sap Jade, so if he gets a pair with the Cold Nut, he's sending somebody out to the lobby.
Gonna kick him out of the zone. But yeah, super unfortunate there for Action. I mean, Action was playing his comfort pick. We do see him showcasing the Justina a lot. He lost Ditto there against T225, but with no O online, it's super hard, especially that Justina has the O online. But yeah, he is gonna be eliminated with 127, I believe, top of my head, currently here for this game. And look at the full goal weapon setup there for Arano. I mean, he is posted up. You want to take one, it doesn't matter. He's gonna put another one on the board. He's gonna use another gold weapon. He has the God loadout right now for the remaining time of game number 5. Wufong working with a purple dagger in hand, purple halberds, purple staff, blue fist blades, just for reinsurance there. Spirit Well up now, T225, first one posted up here to try to claim the Spirit Well. In the back end, we got Chuzong trying to apply a little bit of pressure, and we see T225 playing the fist blades here to move around this area. Chuzong applying lots of pressure there onto T225, and go ahead and swap on over to the staff. We're gonna have to wait and see if he has any J's for the staff as well. Grappling on in, making sure he can try to pick up the Spirit Well. We got a lot of these players now posted up. I mean, everybody posted up, the remaining players of this game. I mean, Chazon with a massive parry onto 2-5, and now he's still trying to claim the Spirit Well. He doesn't even care. He's like, anybody can eat up these damage here. I got hands for everybody.
Yeah, and remember, we got Merciless Havoc on hand for Chishang, so he got that gold stack. That's exactly what he needs to zone out. It's kind of crazy, because now he has a Mystic Might buff, so he has all the mitigation, he's got vision on people, he can just preempt the Merciless Havoc one direction, throw him in the other ones, no Harry Styles. And the thing that kind of comes out, too, is that Arano has Stanchion Sky Pillar as well, so if he finds a staff himself, it's not much value, but for a Matari, potentially, right? He can teleport behind somebody, switch out to the weapon, and he can just lock them through. But Chishang, he looks to the chase down, pistol shots coming in from Wufong. And then Wufong actually into himself, I mean, he's got Overlord, so if he has a Pole Sword on standby, if he gets a full charge up, he can just go ahead for the release. But the jump parry does not occur here. Chishang backs off. He's going to have to look for that reset, as long as no one takes the opportunity of going back into that position. Could look for seeing, investing all his resources. He's down to 6 armor powders. And as it comes down, Arano has to really just slide away from this corner. Chishang keeping that chase going, and these guys are just going to keep kiting and kiting. This is stagnation period, folks. As it comes down, Moonbane drops with no pressure is needed, unless someone wants to run into the Moonbane on accident. Some things happen like that. It occurs. Some goofballs can be it happen, and then all of a sudden, it's a boom, boom, you get Venn diagrammed, and you can't really do anything about it. But rare case instance of cast accuracy. I'm sorry, T25.
Yeah, I remember when this random bane first implemented into the game and we saw in the Pro League. I mean, it was crazy. I remember seeing like 3 people dying to the first bane, in the first game.
Did.
Yeah, it was it was crazy. But Chazang right now, setting up for success right now, has the God loadout. I mean, he picked up a gold cannon. He picked up his purple cannon as well. Picked up the gold staff there from T225. Has Merciless right now. If he's able to play as well as Wang Liang played it in our first Holoroth game of the day, I mean, he is set up for victory right now on the Temi. He just has to make sure he doesn't get full focus here. But everybody on the field right now is a lone wolf. We have a Temi, a Justina, a Matara, and a Liam currently here for our last and final moments of game number 5. We had a lot of aggression off spawn, obviously due to the Firefly maps, and even towards the mid game, a lot of players getting active. And now towards the end game, the dust has settled just a little bit. Only 4 players staying up. T225 now with 4 on the board, 23.2. Ronald with 2, with Fong with 3. Jazarn with 3, potentially could close up that 30-point threshold now, and we could be having our first player being able to take this one home for themselves.
See, I don't want to say anything. I don't want to say anything, man, because I'm looking at this chances of looking back and forth. I'm looking at the points. If TT25 gets that eliminations first place, he reaches match point. If Deshaun gets like at least 2 more eliminations, he's closing in. If he gets first place, definitely, because then he takes the extra placement points. It's really between 1 or 2 players to end up in match point here. Potentially, if the aggression is had onto one of the 2, it's over for one or the other. Until the third, like Wu Fong here, he's getting focused down. He's getting cannon down. Chushang's going to be making sure to investing all of the resources that Wu Fong has. Maybe, hopefully, to the case of him forcing ultimate, but he's backing off. Chushang has this whole grounded by himself, utilizing that staff. He's from the pair that he got from T225 under that spear well, guys. He's going to be able to go ahead and just throw this one out back and forth where no range shots can go his way. No one can enter his vicinity. But if some fair soul wants to jump from the sky and drop down below for a parry for a telegraph moment, that would be absolutely insane. But it's a wild haymaker move. Don't do it. Don't risk it. It will be crazy.
It would be insane. And I mean, they're on land and we've seen some crazy parries. Like, we've seen some crazy aerial parries in the Pro League. Look at Ronald. Ronald playing that. I don't think anybody noticed that he's up there right now. He's playing this 100% safe right here. That's probably the best spot to be at right now. No one's contesting. Nobody's even looking up. But right now, we're just not a lot of pressure currently right here from anybody. I mean, there's only 4 players up and the zone is still fairly pretty big. Zone 6 about to spread up in 5 seconds anyways. Ronald's going to be forced to start moving on in as well. So we're going to have to wait and see how long he's going to be able to be up there in order to start moving on in. Chazan just letting it known he has that Merciless, so you got to watch out. I am letting these go. So you want to get close to me, I'll spin it back. Get the damage on you. T225, I believe, has Tuna. Yep. Following up that Tuna in the back end right there. Wu Fong on the purple dagger. Wow. This is a lot more... a lot of anticipation right now, just because, there's only 4 on the board right now. So we're just waiting this out. As, it's bound to happen as well in the Pro League. I mean, a lot of aggression, these Firefly maps. Our first Firefly map of Holoroth. So, here we go. Harano, Gold Fist Blades. We got Gold Staff for Chazan. We found Purple Dagger. Purple Dual Blades there for T225. And now, Spurs going to start moving on in pretty soon. Zone 5 spreads in 50 seconds here. I'm going to have to ask you, Severio, who are you going to give this to? Which player are you going to give this victory to?
I'm literally going to say something out of pocket. I think Arano can snag all these kills.
Yeah, I think so too.
He's got Gold Fist Blades. A single R&B from Gold Fist Blade with that multiplier just goes absolutely ballistic. Now, TT5 wants to contest this rock, and as it comes towards, he can dual blades. He locks Arano out the zone. And I was about to say something next, and it happened. T25, he loves his aggression. He loves taking your fights. He loves taking your spot. He doesn't want you to try to hold off and say, yeah, you're safe. Nah, man, rents due. Take you out, or, I'm about to expulsion, take you out of the room. Because Arano is like, man, look at my, squatters' rights. I'll stop. He's going to be looking to try to walk away from these guys. He's looking to try to R&B, but the problem is dual blades have a better corner grief than anything else because of its multiple hits. And he's also got Octa Slash Blade. I was maybe about to make mention of that too. The J selection that TT5 has he's able to utilize his dual blades even more of a fashion of lock keeping something, and that's gold focus after a certain period of time. So for him to actually have Octaslash on those dual blades, and that's Justina puts him through. Wufang in the sky now as a Liam uses F1 to reposition and does knock back T225 to the sky. Chushang is still looking to the ground level using the Temi circle and just locking corners off left and right. And there is nothing that can be had here because Arano, he's on the ground level. He's waiting to lurk with those kill steals.
Oh, he popped Temi very, very early. No ults were online yet. Now, Rana popping that Matari ultimate, T25 popping Justina ultimate, back in Liam ultimate as well. Everybody's starting to scatter on in. Chazong trying to fight right back inside the zone. Wufang shot's very low. Jabbing there for Chazong, picks up another one on the board, sends another one towards Arano. Now on the back end, it looks like he's going to go towards T225 way. He's going to have 4 on the board, and now he is going to take the MVP as well. But I believe Chazong might be getting to that 30 point because he did pick up one there from the last and final moments of game number 5, but still.
Match point, ridiculous, but because we're so close there, we got at least to have one. But then if we got 3 or 4, man, we're really bullying out here, just like Mike. Man's off rip, got a purple fan, purple dagger, and Spider, he just got a +1 out here, folks, and we're just starting off round 6.
Spider not playing around right now, quickly picking up this elimination onto XY. Now Fong against Chazon. This is a big scrap off. Top 4 going at it right now. Fong in the zone, trying to pick up some of these resources inside the zone. Chazon as well, not afraid to go inside the zone. And go ahead and grapple on in. He's going to beat this out a little bit. He's going to go ahead and top off that white health off once again. 1 health jade as well in his inventory. No armor yet so far for Chazong. As soon as he gets one, I know he's going to get super aggressive onto Fong there. OUG's Mike going at it against Bada's action. Both shots, mate, back to back. Big damage there from Mike. The back end now. Got Temi v Akos this time around. This is a big scrap off here, and looks like the Temi's gonna get the ult here first, Severa.
And I think Mike is going to be looking to try to make sure that if that ult from Temi does come out, it's not going to be a wanted surprise. I mean, listen, Exon gets himself the R&B. He's going to eat out a chunk of Mike's armor, but a bow shot comes out. Now, Temi's going to be immune to these range shots for a couple of seconds, so that's going to be forcing Mike into the dagger motion, just trying to close this gap. Exon now has ultimate ready to go here, has F1 still up to his name. He's able to throw this at Mike and finds an opportunity for an ultimate cast. There it is. F1 from Mike going to be able to go for the card. He doesn't get a connection here. Throws that Wisp right and straight in center. Mike is going to be just chilling out here, La Vida Loca, and has himself to get 1 armor powder. Let's try to keep that horizontal. We're ready to go in case he needs a whole blue focus. Another Wisp throw does not connect, and Mike still trying to keep that space. Takes a full blue vertical to the face. Almost eats 2. Goes for crouch LMBs. Looks to try to go for that whole blue for the bait out. There's going to be an energy placement. There's the F1, 40% mitigation because he gets a target, and that's his first elimination into this game.
That's where it gets tricky there, especially if you're going against Mike. I mean, Mike having those diagonal dodges there to avoid a lot of those attacks thrown his way. Wufang taking out TE Star in the kill feed, and looks like Spider still getting active. This time around against Fong. Wants to see he can try to pick up this elimination onto Fong on the blue fist blades. Might off to just stop chase for now. In the back, we see Fong does not want to get aggressive off spawn, waiting this out. Probably waiting for that ultimate. Verse drop's very low. We see 2 players on his back, Wang Liang and T225, and T225 on the Uncles, blue post sword in hand for T225. This might about 1, but no. Big parry here from Verse. Now the intention to go towards T225's way. Does have the ult online if he needs it. No, Wufang still choosing Verse out of the bunch. Verse already has that Justina ult online, so that ult is going to be coming out the fastest out of these 2. Looks like T225 is going to be able to take a quick reset in, and Chazan is going to go against Spider this time around.
That was a good spacing coming out from Wang Liang, but in the meantime, we still have Spider trying to look for his eliminations. He got 1 on the board. He's looking for Shishang. Now, Shang has himself with ultimate for the Liam, and he finds 2 targets that are looking to try to chase him down. So he's going to have to be really calm under pressure here and not using ultimate and then an unnecessary usage. But Shang finds a parry against Fang. Fang does not get that parry attack. It looks like Spider was there to anticipate to catch that elimination. That's 2 on the board, but Fairy from Fang is going to be forcing F1. Spider looks to throw this Wisp out. Oh my goodness, horizontal release. And he bursts the Hottie ultimate, or the Hottie skill for that combo breaker. He gets a perfect grab up into a jump R&B release with that fan. And an ultimate cast that could just deny Fong, but Fong gets out.
Oh, the terrain was not in his favor. The bow shot connected, but he does manage to pop 1 in. So Fong is going to go ahead and get that HP right back. Spider is going to go ahead and reclaim that Wisp to try to take down the Heidi. It looks like Fong is going to retreat completely. Spider with 2 on the board on the Temi right now. So far, with the most eliminations inside this game. OUG's Mike against Wufang. Purple launch on the hand. Catches the 2-pick. What's going to be the mix-up here? Let's go to 2-on-1. R&B, jump LMB. This could kill. Jump LMB. 1 more shot. Triple jump LMBs there for the elimination there for OUG's Mike. Now, with 2 on the board, 28.8, and currently in first place. I'm telling you, man, I don't know how Mike does it. Mike is just, I mean...
Zengai.
I don't know how he does it, but he does it. He's the GOAT. I mean, you can't really question Mike. He's just the GOAT.
Yeah, he's going to have only 1.2 points, essentially 2 kills. Or if he just plays for placement, he takes the 0.5, and then all he needs is one more elimination at that point. But Arana didn't chase down here. T225 keeping that aggression going off. Now, T225 is at 26.5. Holy smokeronies, Jusheng is really putting himself into a sneaky. He's like, you didn't see me there in the corner, and Arana almost had a heart attack moment. He's scare rushing in and out of the celestial corridor. He's going towards his building into the northwestern side, and he's got to be, he's getting a reset here that both T225 and Arana didn't want to take any chances. I mean, Jusheng, I should say. Now, Jusheng has ultimate ready to go. He's got caught in this first set of lives. So this is really close for Jusheng. He's got to make sure he doesn't cause any sort of grief towards himself. And in terms of his resources spent between skills and ultimates.
First, Roma Yang posted up. T225 looking to take the Roma Yang. OUG's mic as well. Steve Verse probably going to go ahead and go towards the bottom side of the map. Wang Liang as well on the right-hand side of the map, bottom right hand side. TE Star Rano. Everybody's gonna go ahead and try to take this Rama Yang. DRG's Fong and Spider. T225 XY. This realm right in the middle of the map is gonna have the most aggression. See Mike might be getting that Yang for free. I hear money. I hear people getting some free money in the back end. So somebody's gonna go ahead and stack up on those coins. Gonna go ahead and stack up on the coins. We see T225, Fong, Spider, everybody in the mix right now, trying to go inside this realm of Yang. It's gonna spawn near Spider's way, I believe. Fong now getting really aggressive onto T225, jumping the beast, gets some damage onto T225, recatches the prowl, ultimate now invested for T225. He's gonna catch the RB focus, jumping the beast times 2, times 3, V2 invested here for T225. He's gonna get a little bit of health back now. What's gonna be the mix up? He's gonna go ahead and RB out. He is going to be eliminated off of this and go ahead and go inside his soul form. Wants to make sure he can get that resurrection before the timer of the souls expires.
Man, he's playing smart out here, and I appreciate what T225 did because now it extends his lifespan to the lobby. With the soul form about to be expended out here, you can see in the bottom left corner that blinking of that light of the red, and if any other colors coming through, that's going to be where he was making sure he can come back to this game. Now, Fong is in ultimate status against Spider. Oof, look at this chase, man. Fong has himself to get cornered off by Spider is not a fun time. But Spider decides to just keep it going. Fong repairs, has fist blades. It's kind of interesting. This man doesn't have a second weapon in his inventory. Looking over to the corner right there. I'm throwing a like I'm dunking. And of course, you got to be very careful about whether or not this is something that's being held onto because Fong, he just keeps a beeline straight towards his corner. Gotcha, let me see the RMBs. Gotcha, let me see the RMB again. Holds the blue. Ooh, bait up with the blue no parry, but there's the F investment. Of course, Fong looks to try to go for a scare rush in and out. Realm Yang fight though. Mike, Exen, let's get it going.
See Mike trying to find an opening here. Action is gonna get hit up the F1 to the pistol shot as well. Catches the LMB RMB there. Now since oh my god, has some martial arts J. Now leap connector from Mike. Since the V2 there for the confirmed damage. Now aerial LMB, aerial RMB doesn't connect. Now doesn't catch the prowl. The leap misses there from Mike. Weaves it as well. Action moving, but gets cut off the second. Now the Temi ultimate is gonna be invested. Tries to catch him in the middle of the ult. Does not manage to do so. It's gonna use the leap to escape this Temi ult. Nearly getting caught off the whisk there. Now Action taking a full reset in. Mike just waiting this out, trying to get right and back into the zone. And actually, it looks like he is going to be playing the high ground for the time being.
Extra Harmony Spirit might be coming out from Exen as an all-wild haymaker for damage. A nice scare rush into that LMB. Oh my gosh, a lot of damage. He gets pawned to a parry. F-Wist is not available. Exen does not have an escape out of this carousel. The terrain manipulation. That's going to be exactly what comes out in Mike's favor. And he gets his elimination. He catches his third elimination. And we're closing in, folks. We're so close. I can sense it. I can smell it. He is trying to catch it. He's got himself a gold katana, potentially Hong sword. Whole sword's not picked up. I'm kind of curious about that one. I'm looking at it, bro. Like, you didn't pick up the whole sword, bro? All right, listen. He's going ahead and leaving that one behind. But if he catches himself this gold Hong sword, he's going to keep the katana. I've been seeing him using the katana more so than just using the Hong sword. You saw that earlier, I think, in round 4. So
yeah,
where he was able to hold off of the using the he kept the katana being in use, where you can hold things in place. Meanwhile, kill lead Wang Liang lost his Realm Yang. Verse found his first victory here. It's going to be his first elimination and gets him the buff, gets him the weapon spike. And this is going to be a cleansing pool where Exen is also Realm Yang depletion mode, as we just saw. And Wufang is in the distance just waiting this one out.
0.2 points here for OUG's Mike to make it to that 30-point threshold. JDG Sazan with 27.8. Looks like FPX ZQ's Verse is going to be winning that Realm Yang for himself as well as Mike. So 2 Vermilion Birds Mike's up. Chazong potentially taking that Roman Yang as well. Looks like XY is going to have that Yang depletion timer in his back. So 3 million burst mites are out here for the first Roman Yang. EWG Arano just very low. He's going to go ahead and scatter inside Celestia here to continue his movement game. We have TE Star against Wang Liang in the back end. Mike still getting active this time around against, oh my god, 1, 2, 3 connects to the follow-up R&B against Verse. And the Vermilion's burst might buff gets quickly used up there for Verse from Mike. And Mike getting full active, and he's making a 30.8 already. Our first player here with a 30-point threshold.
Yeah, and Chusheng also got his victory in the Romy Yang. He being able to kill out and getting his +1 of what as well. He finds a bounty onto Exen here, and that's a key target on the list. I mean, Exen is the third place right now, 27 points, 0 eliminations on the board after losing the Romy Yang. So now it's up to whether or not Chusheng is going to be able to look to fight this one out. Meanwhile, northeast of the Zest Winery, not the Zest, but the Arsen's Grove, XY is getting chased down here by Mike. Not a fun time here, you know. And it's not a fun time because Mike is fully set up to be an investment value. He's good to go, but he's going to make sure that he can just full send this out. There's the uppercut. There's the extension is massive. He's going to be going ahead for a triple. Yo. Yeah, forces out the Liam ultimate. The F1 investment to kind of get the knockback immunity. He's going to go for ultimate cast against that V2. And that's going to be the elimination versus right there next door. He's going to try to look for that soul pickup. It's going to be Verse that's going to be trying to deny it. And he get caught by the double katanas here in play here, CA.
Wow, Verse picks up the elimination there. Mike doesn't get the kill there. Justina ultimately is going to be invested here for Verse. Let me pro off of this. Ariel NB. Now F cutting to avoid the freeze. Doesn't call it in. Scare Rush connects. Catches the pro off of this as well. Into the R&B. R&B. Now R&B focus as well. Mike showing up right now. Look at him. He's cool, calm, collected. He was like, man, that's light work. Double R&B into the follow-up there. He doesn't even care. Gold katana in hand. He doesn't even care about the Hong Sword. Zhazong going at it against Action right now. Tell me ultimate investor here for Action. Zhazong needs to be real careful. Gets caught up on the wall. No whisk throw here for Action. Another caught up there from Zhazong. What's going to be the mix-up? Now the whisk connects. No, F invested there to avoid the whisk throw there. Beautiful play there from Zhazong. Pistol into, or grapple into the pistol shot there for Action. Now trying to retreat with 1 minute and 13 seconds in that on that Yang depletion timer. He has to be real careful. Needs to see he can try to pick up this elimination onto Zhazong. He could get a nice little weapon upgrade as well. He does manage to do so. Pistol shots connect, and Zhazong needs to be real careful. He's at 28.8. Overhold since the R&B gets the damage. Now Whistle's not connected for Action. In the mix-up now, the follow connects, and Zhazong takes out Action. And it looks like Action now, the pressure is getting to him. He's going to drop down to 4th. Spider at 3rd now with 27.1. And now the pressure is on. Look at the top 5 right now, Severio.
Yeah, I was about to say, got that placement of 0.5, and now he is also secured into making match point. Wang Liang, though, living on Death's Door, has to really be between 2 targets, and it's Fong. And it's going to be a dangerous one against Fong and Wu Fong. It's like the Fongs are out to play here against Wang Liang. And Wang Liang has to be careful. He's only got baby armor powders. He finds a full send parry for that level 2 slash. And now Fong is now going to be looking to try to go for the chase. And there's going to be the target that we need to see happening. F2 investment from Wu Fong goes for ultimate casting. He goes for the F2. Wu Fong finds the R&B. He gets the elimination. Solo pickup comes into his favor. He finds the F2, gets a little bit healed back for that damage that he just earned out from Fong's R&Bs. And now we still have the Romy Yang to look out towards. JDG Xusheng is going to be closing in through her. Spider had 3 eliminations. He has to take Romy Yang's. It's not a question of if, it's when. And he's going to make sure he can do that as a Temi before the seconds start to count down.
Got 2 players in that 30-point threshold. Mike, Zhazong, Spider looking to be the 3rd one in as well. TT25 as well. Trying to post up for that 30-point threshold with Fong. Go ahead and play outside of this. Let me proud here for Zhazong. Tries to go for the TOD. Does not manage to catch it though now in the back end. Got another player showing up. Zhazong. Go ahead and use the F here. Now, it's going to be the mix-up here. Throws down the F, catches 1 player. Now, Zhazong still applying the pressure towards Wufong's way in the back end, or Fong's way, sorry, Zhazong. A little bit of more time left to try to go inside this Roman Yang. We got Mike against Wufong in this Roman Yang. Mike starting up high right now with a gold katana in hand. He's been showcasing beautiful katana work so far. Drops down with the F1. Make sure he avoids anything. Weaves that F as well. Catches the Pro. Once again, what's going to be the mix-up? Catches that to the 1.0 from the katana. Big damage. Overholding. Pro comes in off the ledge. Lets loose. Oh, he crosses it up. Still gets clipped off the last frame there. And now Wufong trying to back on up. And a scrap off. Loses a lot of HP here. It's not looking too good here for Wufong, Severio.
Yeah, he's got an F2 to be casted out here for the second time, but hasn't procced ult just yet. Looking to try to get that catch up. There's the F1 investment. There's the dodge and anticipation. There's the ultimate cast coming from Atari. Look at the teleports evading out that parry.
Yeah.
Now it's going to be Mike looking to try to anticipate using a V2 against the Atari charge up, and that jump LMV is right there going to confirm it. The damage coming out for those pounces is enough, and that's going to be elimination to Shang, though. Fight against Spider. We make mention of this. Spider needs to take these Rumble Yang fights. He's got twin shot too. Chishang is going to be looking to use the Auric Sword Fusion, so he's got to be very careful. He takes his side to the other side of the Rumble Yang. He's trying to avoid every single one of these shots, and Spider just can't spamming this one out here. Scare Rush is confirmed. The Auric Sword number 2 comes out. Spider avoids it. The LMB is gonna crouch LMB. That's his elimination. That's his game, and he ultimates. You know what? Listen. We take these into the 4 eliminations. He gets himself a gold staff, gold spear. If I'm not mistaken, with that Starfall, he ain't gonna pick that up. You know, I always look towards Starfall. I always look towards the Starfall. I'm a fan of it, but you know, it's a dime a dozen.
Yeah, I don't think I've probably seen Starfall come into play in the Pro League probably about once. It can catch you off guard, but once you find out that you're getting grappled into it, I mean, it's easily avoidable, but it is like one of those things that just catches you off guard. So it can't work out, especially in those third-party potential situations where somebody's one shot, you can go into Starfall, but it can also, you know, just backfire on you as well. I mean, Mike right now, he's just in a 0 ban right now. He don't even care. He's just moving around with a katana. I mean, he catches Star right here. Full aggression, R&B jump LMBs. Now gets hit off a little bit of damage onto the dagger. Gets hit off the LMB focus. Nice scare rush there from Star. Now, since on Soul Break back now, overholding what's going to be the mix-up. He has the White Tiger's power, so he's going to be getting that HP back. R&B, LMB in the back end to Zong now showing up to the party. Sees him catching him in the corner here. That's big damage now. Kylan's going to be forced to try to scatter on out of here. The F invested as well there for Mike. Try to retreat off of this situation. Overholding now. Healing ultimate investor there for Sar. Looks like he still wants to pull up all the aggression onto Mike, and Mike's gonna eat up the damage off too here. And it looks like this could be a bad off for Sar once his ult goes away, and there it is.
Yeah, White Tiger's prowess could be procced out here. Again, the vicinity damage parries coming out here left and right. The Auric Sword proc coming out to the ultimate, and the kill could be coming out from Shishang. He misses his opportunity to strike. He goes for it, and he gets it. Shishang got to elimination. Now, Mike, he's going to go ahead and full send towards Wufang's direction, making sure nothing's going to be lasting here for his HP bar. The F2 comes out, the F1. Nicely done. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my God.
This man is locked in. He's seen everything coming through here. He also has Cloud Weaver, folks. So if he finds himself fifth place, he's really going to make sure. And Spider also has Pride's Fall earned for himself from that Romy Yang. Going to have to see whether or not he's going to be able to try to find a chance of being able to activate that, but the kill has been earned by Shishang. Number 2 on the board. He's up to 3. Now I believe up to 4. He's going to be going ahead and taking that solo running through here. 5 players left. We still got 10 minutes on the board. We're going to enter stagnation period very soon here, folks, because listen, T225 is still in the game. He's one of 2 players that are coming, one of 3 players that are still looking to hit into match point that are still alive. Because Spider's at 28.6. So 1 player goes down and he gets elimination. That's going to be a placement point that gets him enough to reach over the threshold. If T225 gets 2 eliminations, that's going to be definitely going to be those 2 and the placement of 0.5 to earn himself a plus. And then Fong in the same boat, but only up to 3. And he's the hottie. No one here has Romy depletion. All the players are going to be playing this out for the end game.
Yeah. It's not over yet. It's not over yet, but Mike's the GOAT, man. I don't know. Mike's the GOAT. It's full on double key and everybody. Doesn't care. T225 in the mix as well. Just playing around the Akos as we've seen. Now, a lot of with the old hero point system, a lot of the same heroes would stay with each other. CT225 now do the same thing here. Just want to be called out. Zhang, go halberds in hand. Still has a little bit left on that White Tiger's powers. I mean, 3 seconds remaining now here for JDG's Zhang. Still, though, I mean, this is what I was saying about this man. He's been playing very, very consistent. He's pulling up those 4 to 5. I think his game 3, he had 6.5. Like, he's staying in that 6.5 point threshold. I have to relook at the standings and see how he's overall been performing after game 3. But I mean, just off of the total points alone, you see him just have consistent games. And I mean, that's what you need. You just got to try to make it to that 30-point threshold. And I mean, Mike's just had a crazy game 6 right now. He has 2 gold katanas, 1 gold halberds. Going to go ahead and pick up the common fist plays. And like Severio mentioned, has that Cloud Weaver in hand, so he is going to have the potential to be able to use that. And that Jade is really good, especially in the Temi ult. You're able to catch the Temi. He's trying to lurk on the outskirts of the outer side of the Temi wall. So having that Jade online, especially with 1 Temi in the field, which is going to be Spider, It's gonna be coming in handy for him. Mike still with no online. WBG Spider just posted up playing the outskirts. Is gonna wait this out. 5 players still up here for this game. They're gonna wait it up for the zone to completely close. Gold staff in hand here for Spider. Purple halberds, purple staff, purple pole sword for Spider as well. So he is gonna have that scare rush potential, big damage off that pole sword, as we see being played out a lot from a lot of these players. Mike though, I don't know, man. He just be locked in, man. He's just like, he's like a switch, you know? Like, he either starts off hot and just putting up a lot of points at the beginning, or, I mean, as we see him right now, I mean, he just full-on pop-off game 6. I mean, he knows it's time for money. He's there for the money. That's why he's the GOAT in the back end. Now we're going to have TT25 against Shazong here, and now everybody start moving on in here as well.
Yeah, you know, one thing too is that Shang actually has that Juggernaut level 3 right now, so he's having a huge power spike. He's at 24% total attack boost, and he's got gold weapons, so he can chunk someone out there. This is great for other players in the vicinity. They see that chance of someone being chunked down, they'll take any opportunity of striking at that moment's notice. It's just that there's only one player here that has more aggression towards them if they get caught out, and it's gonna be the Hottie. That's gonna be DRG's Fung, and every single one of these characters low-key have a semi-counter towards him. Mike has Spirit Web Duty on standby. Man, if he gets a gold fist place from this one, it's Jover. Everyone's gonna be having not a fun time, especially if it gets a fist place, but it's gonna be common fist plates. He's getting a huge chunk of damage coming out from Shang. That power spike I mentioned is gonna be coming into clutch here. Really just burned out 3 to 4 bars nearly of his armor, and there's gonna be the Temi ultimate. Now Mike is carefully placed right at the vicinity of it. He gets himself to escape. TP5 on that scare rush duty. He sees Mike scare rushing away. He's like, wait, what's going on over there? And now Spider finds this Mystic Mike coming in the game, man. And I'm telling you, Spider having this, having his buff as a Temi, brother, if he gets a megalomaniac ultimate to come out here for an ultimate cast, he can just lock everyone away into the zone.
Mike is still in the mix. He does not care. Go ahead and retop out that gold armor. As we see, Spider now getting full aggressive here off this Mystic Might. Wants to see if we try to make it to that 30-point threshold before anything, as fast as possible. Mike gets that online. T225 jumps very low as we see it. He is trying to take a quick reset there on the bottom hand side of the ravine. Fong just playing it conservative, as well as Shazong. They do know they have those eliminations on log. Fong still needs to get one on the board for himself. Spider trying to get super aggressive. T225 goes back to full armor as we see it here. He is going to be able to scatter on out. Spider's going to have pretty much the UAV online against all these players. The Random Bane now forming on in. So the middle of the zone is going to be dangerous for everybody. So they're going to be playing the outer ring of the zone until this bang goes away. 57 seconds for the next zone to start spreading. OUG's Mike, once again, with 6 on the board, 33.8, already in that threshold. JDG Song as well with 4 on the board, 32.8. WBG Spider, super close with 4 eliminations, 28.6. KLA's T225 as well with 1 on the board, 27.5. Action, super unfortunate for Action, has had 2 back-to-back bad games. As we see this time around, doesn't even pick 1 up on the board. Was the runner-upper there for the threshold, but super unfortunate for him. Has not been able to find his spin in the next 2 games after that, but still, now can make it into the MVP off of game 7. T225 juggling this purple armor around. DRG spawn with 27 points overall. No eliminations yet so far, but this all comes down to the last and final moments of this game. We just have to wait and see it unfold pretty soon. And 2 Aquasis, 1 Temi, Liam, and Hottie. I mean, it's gonna be very interesting here, Severa, for real.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of kiting here too.
Yeah.
So the Celestia corridor, the bridge between both sides of Celestia, is the main battleground. Solely because there's 2 sides of it. You can lock someone down with Temi, or they're high enough to be not having a war in the world. And that's exactly what Hotties can work out of. They can take the top floor, and this gives an opportunity for even Liams, right? They can F1 someone in midair and knock them into the zone because they need to try to keep as much high ground. This is a perfect recipe for just like violence. I'm rubbing my hands together. You can probably hear on the mic, and things kind of lead out towards every single one of these characters just to have one ace up their sleeve against all the efforts. Because if Temi earns himself, Spider can get at least 1 elimination into this game, he'll be able to beat match point. TT25 does some shenanigans where he just catches a V2 or knocks someone into the zone with F1 when the time is right. He can also cause himself to get some last hit confirmation hits against any targets. Staff and weapon. This is not even including weapons in mind, right? We're looking at R&B's staff that knock players off of the ends. That's why it's such a valuable tool into the end game circle, and it's going to be a zone control tool. Potentially last 3.5 minutes, folks. We're entering into this round 6 and hopefully to see how many other match point games can be earned, or are we just sticking to 2?
What TT25 playing around Mike right there. You see it. Akos is trying to stay up as close as possible. Chazong on the Liam. Fong on the Hottie. Spider playing in the middle of this temple in Celestia. We have 29 seconds. I mean, it's going to be a very, very tricky end circle. It's going to end. Man, I don't know. It all depends on how these old schools way. This Temi can stop a lot of the pressure towards his way. If Spider finds the perfect opportunity to pop that ultimate, I mean, especially stopping the Akos and the Hottie in the mix. Chazong already in the threshold, winning this out. It's going to be very interesting to see how this last final moments of the game unfolds. Now, here goes zone 6, starting to move on, and Spider's going to have to start moving on into the next zone pretty soon. We see Fong already posted up on that next zone. Mike, TT25, Chazong, possibly even Spider are going to be pushed out from their location. We see TT25 playing as close as possible as he can on the ring. We see it in the middle ground of the temple. Mike still safe for now. Fong, wait this out here. Has that pole sword in hand. So got to be real careful. He's up there scared watching in that tree. Spider, gold staff in hand. Wow. It's just, a lot of pressure right now for a lot of these players trying to wait this out, trying to make it. Yeah, I'm stressing. I'm not even in the server.
Stressing, bro. Guys, you gotta understand that when it all depends into the zone right now. Zone 7 was the one I was kind of keeping forward. We could have ended up with the bridge. We're on ravine duty. This is gonna force a lot. Yeah, and Mike is just, I don't want to think about it.
He posted up. He's safe up there. Look at him.
He's like, all you mortals. I'm like, what are you talking about? Why, who's talking? Why is it so? What's it? That Sony system? That's crazy. Got everything going through with the surround sound, and Mike is just making sure that he has the high ground onto that zone. And now TT25, I'm careful, man. He's the only one with that gold armor. He is the one.
Yeah.
Here, man, and Mike just dropped down with that Cloud Weaver almost. I felt it. It's going to be interesting because players who can see whether or not he's going to be throwing out Cloud Weaver, if they noticed it or not, I'm not sure. We don't have point of views of the players, but I can only imagine they're going to see that Fist plays, and it's like a pool of piranhas. You don't want to drop down there, man. I don't dip my toe in the water until it's necessary. And if everything comes out, that's because someone gets knocked out. Now it's a ranged fight. Hopefully, last 45 seconds here. This is going to be the final moments between whether or not they're going to be last hit confirmations, or we're going to get a multi-way tie. Either way, let's get it going.
All right, here we go. Now, it's going to be the mix-up. What's thrown down here for Spider? Doesn't matter to catch anybody. Gets some damage sent towards his way. Mike to be a big nuisance there with that Cloud Reaver on the low ground. TT25 loses 2 blocks of that purple armor. We do not see more pressure happening until now. We got one player playing the upside of this zone. TT25 now forced to pop this ass. Fong now starting to move on in. How the ultimate invested on the top side to Zong. So has that online that he needs it. Spider saving onto this Temi O is going to use the whisk to try to stay as high as possible. Throws it down. Now trying to stay up. Look how all these players are layered right now. V2 connects on the outside. Mike eats up a lot of damage. The 10 ultimate is coming to play now. Spider's going to eat up the damage off the V2. Stays up. No, he is going to fall. Now Mike being eliminated to Zong. Mike picking elimination onto Spider though before he gets eliminated. Now Fong stays up. It's a 2-way tie. Now who's going to be able to pick up the MVP off this game? It looks like Chazong might be the one taking it, but we're going to have to wait and see how that unfolds. But wow, that was number 7 on its way. Severio, do you think we are going to be having a winner of this first bi-weekly of the summer split?
Really depends on the players taking opposition. Remember, the first time you see the death of the character, if they have that rule or that option selected, that they can just see who that is and notice who that character can be played as. Now, for this area bordered by the Misty Forest, there's a lot of fireflies being spotted out through by the tower near to the Feather Lake. Perry coming from Versto knocks Mike's armor down to a 3rd. Mike having to keep the kiting going because he's got face plates out to play here, and Versus not stopping his chase.
Yeah, he's got to be real careful. Does find a blue armor swap quickly there against Verse. We got Spider in the mix as well. Lots of pressure going towards this area right now. Arado showing up to the party in the back end. We got Spider now with 29.1. Just needed 0.9 to make it into that 30-point threshold. He is not happy about that. We see him now trying to get active, trying to make it to that 30-point threshold as fast as possible. But Verse can be the first one. Aggressive Spider right here.
Yeah, and Spider has this common armor to work off. He's got ultimate just on the cusp of it. And if everything comes out towards Spider, I mean, he's got himself just keep holding blues until Verse decides to close this gap. Trying to get as much shadow steps going for those scare rushes, trying to consume less resources. But there's Spider turning the fight around, forces the F1 investment. Now a scare rush coming from Verse as the turnaround comes out. And Spider has ultimate to come out to be in full investment against Verse. He captures 1 pounce. And you see musket shots from the backline here from Arana. Arana needs eliminations. He needs to earn this one. It's going to be the point where it's coming down towards it. And if Arana can catch Verse's elimination, that's a soul wound pickup that he can deny from Spider so long as it comes down towards the vicinity working in his favor, because F1 is still available for Spider as a chase takes him to the cliff sides.
Got Mike in the mix as well. So, and Mike is able to snag this one up. We see it here in the back end. It's going to be Spider picking an elimination onto Verse, though. Does not go towards Mike's way. So, still 0-0 for Mike and Chazon currently in the kill feed. Catches the lunge R&B follow up there for Arana onto Spider. F1 called in there for Spider now trying to scatter on out. Mike's going to quickly reaggress his aggression onto Spider this time around. Spider doing a really good job staying mobile right now. He is trying to stay safe for now, but it looks like Scare Rush connects there for Spider. F invested for the Hottie in the back end, and Spider now needs to be real careful because he has a Arana and Mike on his back.
Yeah, and now into Serpent's Pass. We saw this into round, if I'm not mistaken, to round 2, where we saw how much it comes down towards into what the Serpent's Pass is going to prevail towards. Arana putting himself in a Spider moment of truth. If Spider is in the building, he's got to be very careful about what's going to happen. Arana having to really reel into a scare rush if he's looking to set up the shop. As Mike gets himself out of the building, scare rush from Arana preempted, looks towards Spider, avoids it. As Spider is going to keep the chase against Mike. Mike could be going caught into that scare rush, but there's going to be the turnaround. You don't expect this. He's looking for the R&Bs. The pelvic thrust has not come out. And double kill steal from Arana. What a yoink.
Wait, he got the LB follow up there, but he was still able to pop that F1. That's super unfortunate for Mike. Arana snags up the elimination. Now that's 1 on the board there for Arana. Be a Hottie v Hottie mix up. LB focus there off the dashes there for Mike. Now Hottie ultimate investor here for Arana. Mike's gonna go ahead and take a full reset in. No, Arana applying the pressure really quickly here. Mike might want to pop his ultimate. He's gonna spawn now with the ultimate of his own against Arana, flying up in the skies. What's gonna be the mix up? It's gotta stay near some terrain to not get that ult offline. 40% save there. We fall picking elimination to kill for against Chazon. Now the top 2 still don't have elimination on the board, and Chazon is going to be in that soul form. Arano now trying to cast a prowl. I'll be prowl now. F called in for Arano as well. Now trying to scatter on out in the back end. XY now showing up to the party as well on the Liam. Looks like TE Star is going to eliminate Wufong as well. We still have a 3-way scrap off unfolding here in the outskirts of Yushan.
Yeah. Sean One is going to be keeping himself company with Arano here and try to keep that pressure off of this corner. Going to have to keep the 23-minute mark in mind, right? We still got Romy Yanks to keep looking towards, and a lot of players just hanging out towards this Misty Forest / Serpent's Pass line. And the Romy Yang comes in here 90 seconds until the deciding spawn for the location. This could be where we see the disbursement for the players. Since that Firefly cage is still ready to go, players that they need to try to farm out their rage bar to try to be prepared before Romy Yang contestment. If that happens, we'll have to see. But Mike is, like I said, playing a character that plays it very safe. He's got himself, when he was looking towards chasing Harano, he didn't take too long on making sure that didn't happen. And for everything that kind of works out, Mike having himself solidified in this corner. See, you won't see Arana, but Arana's gonna be passing by towards the Altar Tranquility. They're gonna make their way towards that Romy Yang, and everyone's just playing safe, man. We still got 12 players left on the board. We're still looking to see whether or not Verse is gonna take a Romy Yang frame 1. Spider definitely needs to take at least 1 elimination. That's all he really needs. And if anything comes out towards Alliance or towards Wolves, right, Wang Liang is actually just getting himself a free gold weapon off a Salvation Podium, so he's working it out.
Yes, he's gonna go ahead and try to do that puzzle. It looks like he did. He did spawn there, so definitely have more than enough time to complete that puzzle. We got 4 players posted up near Plume Castle. Arana on the top side. Very starting to move on into the right-hand side of Realm Gate as we see Mike looking to try to take this Roman Yang. Wufong in the outskirts as well. Might want to contest Mike here. TE Star posted up on the bottom left-hand side of Plume Castle. Therefore, that gate. Wang Liang already posted up as well on the right-hand side of the map. And Wufong looking to try to contest this Roman Yang against Mike. And it's going to quickly aggress him on This realm gate, R&B, pistol shot, no, musket shot, sorry, R&B focus. That's a lot of damage there off that blue. Oh my god, that was one R&B focus completely shredding that blue armor.
I was like, yo, there's a fact that a single blue focus just shredded that armor, puts out Wukong in the fight out of the Romy Yang. He's like, nah, you got this one, homie. Don't worry about it.
That's insane.
Spider, they're also in the case scenario. Spider being the wielder of a fist blade as well. Dual blade's going to be coming through for the R&Bs. Doesn't catch any staggers. We're going to keep the kiting going off. Now the F1 into the corner off of his position. Chushang now leading himself back into the fight. It's going to be an Akos versus Akos. Nice kick coming out here. There goes all his armor. I mean, I don't know what to say. Shang is literally going to have to back off here. He can't take his aggression. He takes a musket shot. He loses all his armor. This is a definitely back off situation. And, you know, a lot of these players could be looking to try to attest to the last second Romy Yang entry spots where they just wait out the final seconds of the fights. It's just really up to case scenario. I mean, look. We need those fights. We need to happen. It needs to occur. And Mike finds Romy Yang #1 to his own stead. He's rocking at least 80% attack. That would make sense why the army gets so much damage. But even then, if someone takes this fight, it's definitely gonna have to be Spider. I mean, he's gonna have to look towards this. I mean, Mike was frame 1, no questions asked. And if anybody else takes him to these realms, it's gonna be a pickpocketed pool. Spider is waiting this one out here. Has that one elimination. Yeah, never mind. He got his one elimination, so he's chilling out here. He's really gonna proc ultimate preempted to Romy Yang as an Akos. Dang, you know, I'm not saying that's like a, you know, it's flex, but listen, Mike waiting us out here, waiting for his opponent. Don't you dare tell me no one's taking Romy Yangs this round, except for Mike getting a free set. Okay, that's what I thought. Arano taking that fight, taking his chances here, and porting himself in with the blue staff, blue armor, as well as with Mike with blue rarities, and having to work off of common fist blades on standby. Let's take a look and see about this first Romy Yang fight.
Both players starting up high. Pistol shot's not connect for Mike. He's locked in, man. I'm telling you. He's locked right now. He's in full state. Arano eating up a lot of damage there off the pistol shot. Since the army focus gets the damage now, Arano and Mike both popping that Hottie ultimate in disguise right now. Who's gonna be able to catch the damage here in his old form? We have to wait and see. He's gonna weave it now. Mike trying to find another opening for himself, trying to take a quick reset in. He's gonna go ahead and take up the high ground and go ahead right quickly down to regress Arano in the backside of this pillar. He has to be real careful. He can't have the line of sight off of this, but now the ult is gone for Arano and Mike, and the scrap are real aggressive for both players in the neutral game.
Now the R&B is going to be charged up from the mid-air cycle. And now F2 still available for Mike, looking to try to capture a jump LB right then and there. There's Arano looking to try to go for neutral. 1, 2, 3 gets parried, and that's going to be the release. That's necessary for Mike to get the elimination. Purple armor, gold weapon. That's everything that's needed. Spider actually winning his Romy Yang as well. Potentially looking to have to see looking about that one. Versto getting a jump LMB parry, or with it, Wang Liang forcing his guys, has that gold dagger still. Looking to try to get a full focus release. Almost caught through. Orc sword, preempted dash. Aids him out. That's versus elimination. Man gets it going. He's got himself the purple staff as well.
He had the weapon upgrade, or he had the weapon advantage as well. He had a gold dagger in hand. Still was not enough for him. Chuzong on the top side of Plume Castle, winning his out. You saw the minimap there for a second. There was a lot of players posted up there at Plume Castle. As we saw earlier before the Realm of Yang, that everybody was pretty much around there. Mike gonna have the full confidence right now, which he already has. On top of that, he's gonna have the every millions birds by on top of the confidence he already had. Go ahead and bite up some resources there from the buy zone. Currently with 1 on the board, he just needs the MVP. Needs to try to stay up to be the last one standing. Currently, WBG Spider with 2 now, 29.1. Still looking for that 0.9 on the board for him to try to make it into that 30-point threshold. DRG spawn with 28 overall. TT25 with 27.5. Fong, 2 eliminations on the board, 23.3. T Star, very low. Might get aggressed on by a lot of these players right now. We see Arano and Wang Liang go ahead and repraying that musket shot. Chuzong's going to play this as safe as possible. He knows if there's not one player fragging, he can still see the minimap. If there's not one player fragging, he can wait this out and play the third part of the game and try to make it to the MVP.
Yeah, you know, one thing to know is how the scoreboard works in the top left, right? Once you see those pluses, that's just because match point gamers need to look towards it. Spider's at 31.1, as it might not show, but he is going to be safe for this match so far. Fong still needs a point to get match point. T25 still needs at least 1.5, which is at least a kill and then the placement point to be earned for that 0.5 placement. Exen's still trying to make his mark here, man. There's 2 tests in the game. We got double Justinas onto the Roaming depletion. We still have 1 Hottie on the Roaming depletion board, as it's going to be Arano, who has 1 kill left, 1 kill earned. He's just trying to get rid of that depletion as it comes through. But everyone's at Plume Castle, y'all. It's like a bloodbath out here. And if it forces the fight between ultimates, it's going to be casted between everyone in bars to none.
Ooh, Spider getting parried there by Star, but Star is going to snag up the weapon and continue his movement game, trying to scatter on out. Spider in the bottom side, we still see him trying to get aggressive. Wang Liang moving on in as well. Now the aggression will go towards Star's way quickly. Hottie F invested there on the bottom side. Now who's gonna be able to pick up this elimination off the Stars? A lot of pressure happening. F caught in there for the Justina. Overholding Wang Liang with big damage now. Burst. Can go ahead and invest the Liam ultimate. Spider with the F1 as well. The freeze is not connected onto Star, but it's gonna be Wang Liang with the R&B focus off the gold fan. Still sending them towards the body's way as well. Now the Hottie ultimate invested in the backside. We got the Uncle's ultimate invested from Spider. And Wang Liang trying to take a quick reset and catches a little bit of damage onto Spider. And Spider now does manage to drop to 1 HP, but it looks like no one's been able to pick up the elimination just yet.
Yeah, and the Tessa and Chance going to be procced out here for Verse. Got to be careful. Here's going to be eliminations from Mike, potentially. Or XY is who's the potential with the R&B from the fans, am I right? T225 finds the elimination that he needs. He needs at least that point. 5 left into the game. It's only up to that last person to stay alive and to dying out sooner than anything. Exen finds elimination against Wu Fong. Wu Fong is down for the count for this game so far. Exen catching the eliminations that he really does need to catch to leaderboard. He needs a 1.5 as well. And Romy Yang is going to be contested. Mike makes his way directly towards that. Now, Starry Knight's going to have the Meteor Fall shower. This is 10% rage every time you hit one of those orbs, and you have to be within the vicinity of those orbs in order to get that 10% rage. Now, for everything coming out, this is exactly what Wang Liang needs, but he still needs elimination. So he's got 60 seconds on the clock to try to make sure he can try to find any sort of targets, and this is going to lead us one out here, whether it's victory or a central lobby situation.
All right, we're going to have to go and see how Arano mixes up. Well, looks like he's going to stop the aggression for now. First in the back end, trying to play for the Rumble Yank as we see it. Air LMB, Air R&B down to Arano. Now it's going to be Wang Liang. Shifting on his attention onto Arano. Arano trying to scatter on out. We see DRG's Fong now showing up to the party as well. Trying to see if they can try to pick up this elimination onto Arano, but Arano's going to make this not so easy for them. Scatter on out here with a movement game. We got Mike going up against T225, and that's a big scrap off right here. It's going to be gold fan for Mike, blue fan for T225, Tessa v Hottie. It's going to be very interesting.
Yeah, Mike not going to go in investing those range shots in midair. You love to see it. But T25 loves to take those muskets into his own hands, but a parry like that is going to force out the F1. Knockback still occurs. Mike still looks to try to take the aggression here. No Foxfire proc, but look for the 1-2s. T25 looks to try to hold that R&B, gets caught by the fan again and again. The crouch LMBs come out from Mike, but there's going to be the horizontal release. It's a lot of chonking right here, and T25 can't find a timing here for ultimate. He's not going to be able to lose out on Mike's position on stamina investment. He's been looking for it. Scare Rush comes out. T25 looking to try to go ahead. Scott again with the crouch LMB. We know Mike still has all the energy in roll, but could this be the kill confirmation he's looking for? Jump LMB gets a Tessa enchant confirmed. Mike gets himself to the sky. He's looking to try to use a pillar to his advantage or try to proc a heal. Otherwise, no musket shot confirmed. There's going to be a skadoosh for the R&B release.
Wow. He nearly had that Vitalio off for him to try to stay off of that, and that's what he was waiting on. He was waiting for that Tessa ultimate to come into play, but super unfortunate for him. He gets cut off the prow there from T225. T225 extends that area LMB with a Tessa enchantment, confirming that free focus as we see him playing out. Now to Zong, the second one with the threshold. Waiting to see how he does for this. It looks like Verse now with the weapon advantage with the gold fan, but the blue claws still do a lot of damage as we've seen it being played out all day and all week. Waiting it out, trying to catch the Scare Rush. Parries in, doesn't let loose. Now it's gonna be the mix up here for Verse. Winning is out. Cancel grapples there, nice. Little cancel grapple there for Verse to avoid that. Now the F1 investor here for Chazon. Needs to be real careful off of this. Still dropping a lot of HP, but still has that online if he needs it.
Yeah, and F1 investment to get that aggression going from Verse. Gonna have to use his Orc Sword as a defensive measure. Chushang gonna be backing up here, has ultimate proc though. This is gonna be where the second mind's gonna come into clutch here for Verse, or it's gonna work in the benefit of Chushang who's anticipating it. Let's take a look at the scene. As it comes out, the Orc Sword is caught. No extension can be had here. He's gonna have the Scare away. The V2 still available for one more pound under Chushang's gaze. He's gonna have a heal off. It's gonna be coming through. There's gonna be 1,000 armor / HP combined. Now for Chushang, gets himself that LMB, gets that V2. Having F1 invested, I think I heard it in the back of my head, but no, it has not been. So for Verse, He's going to have to really work out against the Akos F1. His time is going to clunk down here. This could be the first Romy Yang meeting their fate moment of today.
Double Yang depletion timer here for both of those players. Verse and Chazon are going to have to try to get active. Mike as well with 3 minutes and 42 seconds waiting for anybody to play the outskirts of the Sploon Castle. He is very aware. He knows there was a lot of people active right before this Romy Yang. So just waiting to see who he can catch lacking. Got XY starting to move on in. Fong, Chazong is trying to take a resurrection in. Mike now gonna go ahead and try to reposition. Has a little bit of time to spare right now to try to see if he can get in a third party, try to snag up elimination or the Soul Bloom. He really just needs to cleanse for now. It's going to be a T2-5 right now with the kill advantages currently in this lobby. Mike now is going to get aggressed on by XY. And the XY now can go ahead and tip his full attention onto Mike and Fong. And this might be bad for Mike because Fong in these third party situations, he does very phenomenal in.
Yeah, and the thing is, the pressure is on between him and Tushan, so it's either or. But RMB's come out here, hopefully look for a level 2 slash, try to deny the skill rush. Nope, doesn't happen. Look for a level 3, doesn't get it because that ultimate proc to knockback gives him all the time in the world here. For ASC's XY, looking to try to get kill still here. Mike is looking to earnestly put his position there. He gets caught by the RMBs. Oh my goodness! The deletion off the board. Tushan is the next person here. He's looking to try to go for the V2, and the enchant could be occurred. There's the RMB. He's the last remaining teammate. That's it. We still have another round to play out here, folks. It's going to be going for round 8 as both match point gamers gone within 15 seconds, and that's the case scenario for all the players to be met out. Now, T2-5. And I have to chase snare, man. I made the prediction wrong. T2-5 just going to the corner. This man is safety netted, man. He is good to go. Spider's good to go. Fong is good to go. We need Exen to get one more elimination, folks. And we have a half lobby round game of match point gamers into round 8. That's incredible. We're gonna have to see how this ends up go before now until the 9 minutes are up, or even before that.
That's very interesting because both times that we saw the Test on the field, they have been playing a really, really good game and has been countering a lot of these super aggressive characters. And we see the Tesla still slowing that pace down from them. Man, that's super unfortunate there for Mike and Chazon. Both of these players are going to be playing, well, everybody is going to be playing another round. We are going to be taking it to game 8 for our decider of the first bi-weekly of the summer split here for the 2024 Naraka Bladepoint Pro League. T2-5 shutting all that down currently here for this game. 5 on the board, jumping up to 3rd place. Spider still not making it to that 30-point threshold for himself. So it'll be a very hard task. I'm not sure if it works like if game 8 he just has a crazy pop-off game and just overthrows everybody in points. He does win. I think it will win like that because of just a game 8 finisher. Now Yushan up. Forgot Fong was on the Yushan. Bringing out the Yushan. Oh.
Yeah, come chase me. Come on, take the fight, Holmes. Come on.
Oh man, he is gonna use his ultimate to retreat. Playing the Yushan for game number 7. He's still currently in 5th place. Needs to try to snag up 2 eliminations to try to make it to that threshold. Could have been like, you know, like a smart play not to use a double pick just in case he made it to the threshold after this game. So, you know, it kind of looks a little trolly, but it makes sense, you know, like he feels comfortable on that character. He wants to probably play his Matari for game 8. If he makes it to the threshold, or regardless if he's not, he is going to be able to double pick, I believe. So, you know, the Yushan, yes, you have the escape you are able to escape with the ult, and also it does a lot of damage with the F. So, you know, it's just a different pick in the mix as we saw earlier from the Zapines. But T2-5 has Gold Dagger and Dreadful, and this could hurt an end game if these players make it into the end circle. But only 6 remain right now.
Yeah, and Dreadful well for T2-5 as well, right? Just thinking about how well the Tesla could take high ground into dropping into a Tesla enchant into Dreadful Will potentially. You know, we'll have to see. It's going to be a cooked up move set that might be coming through, but with 6 players left alive, Potential, you know, spirit well given to a player of choice. TT25 is being the first one on the board. 456%, gets caught by that parry, loses his dagger. He sees a Hongs where he's like, oh man, I can't get that one. So now he's gonna have to really back off. Gets the one tested enchant. He actually confirms against XY. This is gonna be the target pile selection for the lobby. Gets his verse, looks to back out here. He has himself that dreadful whale, blistering edge avoided. TT25 looking trying to look for that fan R&B release from Verse, and Verse is gonna be forcing his hand here for another parry. TT25 stop releasing on the blues, please. He's gonna be looking to back off here. He gets caught by his own tested enchant. He's only gonna be losing out his lifespan. Nice R&B from XY. It was a perfect opportunity because now TT25 is gonna be eliminated here. He still is Gucci for the next round. We still have a chance of seeing how it's gonna turn out over there. But Arano, Ultimate's still ready. He's looking to try to contest his Romy for the Spirit Well.
XY with first elimination in game number 7 in the mix. Arano now going against Verse currently right here. Both fam, skull staff for Arano. And let me pry off the staff. F invested there for the Liam. Since that, let me focus. Doesn't bite off the parry though. Now Arano's gonna go ahead and take a full reset in. Now, as well as Verse going right back in. Arano's gonna go ahead and invest this ultimate in the spiritual area. Is gonna knock him out of the zone, trying to play inside the zone. TT25 moving on in as well on the Tesla with a dreadful well. I believe no, he's out. I'm sorry, he is out of this game. Did get his J stolen. Not locked in, but XY in the mix right now. Picked up the gold arm, the gold dagger plus the dreadful well. Arano looks like it is going to go towards Arano's way. He is gonna snag up the gold katana. Is gonna have a gold armor reset as well. So Bong now it's gonna be the one being aggressed on here from Arano on the U-shine. And I can't with that helmet, man. That helmet looks too funny. XY getting aggressed on, nearly getting clipped off the after from the U-shine. Arano now playing inside the bang. Gotta be real careful not to be clip off of that because that is going to hurt. Verse now showing up to the party and they have their eyes onto the U-shine. They do not want to let the U-shine live here for the last and final moments of this game.
I got that homie like, I am the warrior who wields the watermelon popsicle. You do fear me. I'm like, man, this man's living the meme. He's crazy. Don't mess with the man with the frozen popsicle, folks, because Fong is making sure that's the case because it's a dagger. That's, yeah, surprise, huh? So for Fong taking his chances, kiting throughout the Moonbane, hoping to be careful about it. Arano making sure he can backline through. Whether or not Exen gets his test and chance going to be confirmed. Was the lobby going to be taking their tides towards the hottie? Who knows? Because Exen first to the scene, can't do anything about it. He sees Verse, and Verse wants to take the fight behind him. The horizontal parry, first fight, this third one coming out here. The elimination for Verse is occurred. He got it. No one stole it. He's able to catch the elimination. He's catching eliminations back and forth. Now it's up to the lobby where you can see the points to be earned out here. Looks like Verse looks to try to throw this down. He catches that. Looks for the Auric Sword. Backs away. Nicely done. But Arano looks to take the pressure onto his own. So now that the Stain comes out and taken into placement for that hottie ultimate, Arano will take the chase against the Liam inside the building.
So we got 5 players in a 30-point threshold. As we see, Mike and Sasson with the first 2 up. TT25 makes it. Spider as well. DRG's Fong now in that threshold. Action does not make it there with a 29. So it's gonna be super unfortunate there for Action. What's the first one closest to that 30-point threshold and has not yet made it? So that's super unfortunate for him. Game 7, 1 elimination on the board. Game 6, 0, and I believe only with 1 on the board for game 5 as well. Has slowed down on his pace, and that is going to hurt him now as we see it. Vaughn trying to take a quick reset in near the zone. Looks like XY has his eyes onto him. He's going to pull on aggressive Fong on the outskirts of the zone. Oh my God, he catches the dreadful well there, cancels it to the 1-2, follow up to the 1-2 on the ground. And that was some beautiful showcasing there off the dreadful well there from XY on to the man who loves the fan slash dagger Fong. Now 3 players up, Arano, XY, and Verse. Currently closest one to the 30-point threshold is going to be Arano with the gold staff in hand, playing that hottie in the backside. We still got XY with the dreadful well in hand, but no ult online here for Arano. He needs to be real careful and try to farm this ult here onto Verse, because Verse is still trying to take a quick reset on the top side of this cliff. As we see him trying to play the terrain there with the fan, it's going to be very, very hard to try to catch him there with that weapon of choice and the terrain at the disposal here for these players. 1 second here for everybody to start moving out of the top side of this cliff, to start moving down to the next zone. Verse still very weak. Just for what connects there. Oh my God, he still gets the damage there on the side of the terrain. And now still tons of pressure happening towards his way. Back to back Jeff for Wells. And XY's gonna pick up another one on the board.
And if we take Arano to the lead here, 4 points threshold, he could end up being pointed out for being the 7th player to reach to the point of match point. Unfortunately, actually, no, 6. I just realized X did not reach it, man. That's unfortunate because now it's up to Arano trying to hold on to this guys, trying to look for it. Gets no comp for that into teleport frame. XY making sure he can make his moves here. The dagger gets parried. There's going to be no F1 investment, but the Orc Sword's going to be coming in through here. He's going to lose out the dagger. Who knows? But he picks it back up. There's going to be another teleportation in place again. Arano gets caught by Stagger. F2 investment, 85% on rage. Got to be paying out here for time, man, because now it's going to be up to the toll of the taxi drive towards the lobby because it looks like it might be XY with these blue focuses back and back.
Trying to say up, eats up the damage off the LMB focus there from the dagger. One last hit is all he needs. Now the ultimate is coming to play. No, it's not. XY with a massive scare rush there for the elimination. And XY now shutting everybody down here in the last and final moments of game number 7. Getting his first MVP of the night here for his 7th game of the night. But now
that's it. But ladies and gentlemen, my name is Severio. Alongside Creatives, we are here for round 8, final round, 4 BIWEEK1 finals. And this is going to be who can take first place with the match point, or are we just going to have to go by score alone?
Right now, got 5 players in the threshold. We got Spider against Wufong, LMB Pro, and it's going to be elimination here for Spider. Quickly going up here for game number 8. Chazong against Fong. Now, Fong trying to scatter on out. Chazong on the Liam, big damage, about to get this ultimate pretty soon as well. Air LMB over the railing there, and that's beautiful showcase in there for Shazong. Now, does manage to get a blue armor swap. Now the pressure's on towards Shazong's way.
Now Shazong's gonna have the armor swap ready to go, keeping those dash RMBs with the nunnies and try to make sure he keeps eyes on Fong in the distance. While Shazong is gonna be going ahead of X, and I see him peering over at the corner. Mike at Lake Yellow Leaf up against T225, scare rushing up that tree, making sure he can try to keep that pillar going through. Releases a wild haymaker LMB.
Wow.
That's a jump LMB against T225. Mike's first elimination here at the Yellow Leaf fight. While Chishang still in the contesting, as you can see, Xing arrived to the corner. Spider is coming through here, just trying to cause issues for himself.
Wow, we see him quickly trying to get aggressive onto Spider. Since the LMB focus, nice little roll tap dodge there from Spider. Clint comes in off the focus for both players. Overholding since the LMB times 2 there. Now Proc comes in off the nutshot, doesn't let it loose. Now the F called in here for the hottie, trying to scatter on out. Combat armor swap there for Spider. Now Action joining the party here, trying to see if he can try to get the hottie weak. Now the hottie ultimate is going to be invested here for Spider, and Chazong and Action both are going to wait this ultimate to go offline.
Now Spider concept is going to go ahead and disengage here for a full reset, having to invest all of his energy. By the point of his ultimate ending, Shang would be right behind him. So whether or not Spider's gonna be looking to try to go forth and just canceling goal outright, he is maximizing as much flight time as possible. He hits towards the Immortal Temple in Celestia.
Wow.
So now it's a kiting game for him. Just Shang though is right behind. It's like a horror movie, man. What is this? The casting of Frank Stone. Listen, we got to be very careful about whether or not it's gonna be a chase down from the sport line. As just Shang is gonna be looking towards an RMB of Harry from Chishang against Spider for the investment of the F2, and the F2 warp from TE Star could eliminate Spider completely through for the first life, and that's the case. TE Star getting himself the elimination, having to work that one out. It's gonna be up against him and Chishang.
And that elimination goes towards the bottom of the pyramid. Chazong does not be able to find that success that he wanted there for elimination onto Spider. And this is why I was trying to say in the beginning of the game, you are able to be aggressive off spawn, especially due to the time of day. If you're in that top five currently right here for bi-weekly final, trying to see if you can snag us some eliminations on the board. We saw Mike and Spider both do find success on that aspect, but I think right now, once the off drop spawns have concluded, as we've seen them now, a lot of the aggression is going to slow down, and it's going to really come down to the end games. Especially when you're in that top 5, you want to make sure you're making it into that end game to get that MVP, that multiplier. Even with 3-4 on the board, you know, a lot of these people or a lot of these players are going to maybe try to just play it safe as well. But you also have that more risky route that you get super aggro and try to get 5 to 6 eliminations in that mid game to try to secure it and try to live out to the end game. As we see Mike being the first one here against Verse, trying to see if he can pick up this elimination onto the Akko. Sorry, that is Verse. F caught in here from Mike to avoid the LMB focus there from the Hong Sword. Is going to go ahead and spin around the hut here, and it's going to go ahead and take a quick reset in. But there's a lot of players posted up here in this area of the map.
Yeah, Servants Grounds has a lot more action than kind of hoping for. DRG Fong into the northwest corner, right? Having to be very careful about with his purple armor. He's a very high invested, mitigated type character as a Keelan. So for him to have F1 V2 as well, he's kind of set to go through and just trying to contest a Romayang the next time it shows up in the map. In the meanwhile, we have a lot of blue armors out here. Mike has one. Verse has one. And these guys both have blue weapons on standby, so the damage to armor ratio is going to be between them equal. But the moment that Arano takes his chances of investing into chasing down, he won't. He has bounty scroll. Gotta be careful. Gotta be safe. He does not have match point. He's not one of the match point gamers, but he is closing in terms of the 27.6 that he's got, where the mark is met towards 28.6, I should say, where Mike is at 38.8, and that's a big difference. But we hope and pray. If anything comes out here for Spider, though, having getting caught by his first set of eliminations towards himself, having to full reset into his aim cane circle is so scary, especially coming out from the Artisan's Grove and just trying to see what you can kind of muster up for.
Here we go. First Romayang starting to form right up here for game number 8. Wang Liang with a bounty on his back needs to be real careful not to get her full aggressed on by one of these players, whoever has the bounty on him. Action already posted up on the right hand. Romayang. Wufong's got to move on down towards that same Yang. Chuzong puts it up in the middle. Bottom side of the map, we got Verse, Mike, Star, all going to be contesting that Romayang. T225 getting that Yang pass for free on the bottom right hand side of the map. Chuzong as well on this side for the Romayang. Arano now starting to move on in as well, so he is going to have a little bit of pressure going towards his way. Arano looks like he's going to back up for now. He's going to wait this out. He's going to wait up for Chuzong to pick up that pass. Mike and Burst both in. We're going to have to wait and see how this goes.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting because the 4 players here, it reminds me of the Empyrean scenario. Once the F abilities get invested, it's going to be a full aggression route. Hopefully, to take a look and see whether or not we're going to have a fight between both marks, because what happens next is that Spider, having purple armor, he's going to be one good spot for armor for being and the mitigation factor after we just saw him with common armor, right? Strangely enough. But all 12 players are still alive in the marks. Verse being the lowest one health here. He's got the pick. He's going to be the Akkus. He might be focused out here. Who knows? Fist plays back and forth here. Verse had a proc ultimate for the Akkus ultimate. A TE star looking to try to go for the F2 war. He tried to connect it towards Verse's position. Reverse, he's still kiting around with the Romayang pass. He tries to burn himself through. He loses that Yang pass. It is picked up by Spider. He yoinked that from the vicinity of his threshold, I should say. And Verse, man, someone's going to have to chase down this kill, because if not, this is going to be a turn back situation for them.
He gets out. Spider, 9 seconds of counting. He's going to use the Hadi ult to go up high. The ult is going to go ahead and keep him safe for now. Staying up inside the skies. Going to be able to go inside the Romayang as well. And to wait it out. Cancels the ult. He's going to get it right back as soon as he goes inside the Romayang. Yang, Wufong, picking elimination onto Action. And I'm not sure if Action has a resurrection. We have to wait and see once the overall standings happen on the left-hand side of the screen. Wang Liang against Wufong. XY picking up a bounty onto Fong. T225 already in the Romayang, waiting for his opponent. He needs to try to pick up this elimination on the board. Trying to shoot up in the ranks right now, waiting to see who is going to try to contest him in this Romayang. Chuzong as well is going to wait this out. And we've seen this all night. A lot of these players are waiting this out to go inside the realm. See Fong now moving on in. It's going to be Spider against Fong, and this could be a big scrap off right here.
Yeah, the thing is that they're also denying other players around them from entering Rome. So if they decide to take that chance of just waiting out, it denies entry from any nearby vicinity, and they're just waiting for the last possible second. But Spider, Fong fight against the matches between both of these gamers. There's a horizontal release into that soul break, of course. Fong looking to chase here with a horizontal release, the blue focus. Now Spider avoiding the RB, losing the fist plays, getting that shadow step action going. Doesn't have any purple focus release after that, so he's gonna have to back off. Nice double dodge. Clink number 1 coming out here. Fong looking to try to go for the RBs as Spider gets himself onto the pillar, gets top of the uppercut. Now the jump LMB. The F2's up in 3 seconds. Spider is eating up a lot of damage here. Has ultimate to kind of lurking through for the investment. He avoids that RB because Fong, he just built out differently with these dodges, but he's got to be careful. The moment he takes a fist play blue focus, he's gonna have to really look towards an investment of ultimate, because Spider is on that threshold before then.
Yeah, we see the chase now still happening. Fong applying tons of pressure onto Spider, forcing up that ultimate, and he still has the Kylan online. T225 is gonna fall to Chazon. Chazon's gonna pick one up on the board, and that's exactly what he needs. Spider now Trying to see he can weave around, trying to put up some damage onto Fong. Once this ult goes down, the pressure's gonna go towards this way. Once this Kylan ult comes online as well, no pistol shot connects there. Since that'll be focused now, the Kylan ultimate's still not online. Each of the damage, pistol shot ×2. Fong not popping his ultimate so far. He goes right back in. Now he's gonna invest the ultimate. He is gonna stay safe for the time being now, which this ult is online. But Spider's still fairly healthy, and this could be bad for Fong here.
Fong really took the time of his necessary aptitude of just being able to release the ultimate at the last possible second, or activating Keelan Guard off frame rip. We got 15 seconds before Romy Yang depletion. We got to be careful because F1 is still available for Fong here in just a couple of seconds. Maybe not. Gets himself into parry mode. He avoids it, but not going to be the case. Pistol shot right to the back of the dome.
Wow, that was disgusting. The grapple blunt to the LMB pistol shot finish there. Mike sends the RB focus. He's going to get punished right there onto XY, and XY is going to eliminate Mike. And Mike is out. Mike is gone with 37.8. Shazong has the opportunity he needs to overthrow the GOAT. Oh my God, this could be insane. Shazong with 35.3. It's gonna be super close here. I mean, Shazong is either you go full aggressive and try to close out a distance, but you got T225 in his back as well. But he has a Yang depletion on his back as well.
Spider is also at the lead, the most lead in terms of points for the threshold peeps. So for everything coming out here, Spider looking to try to get his third elimination against Verse would be something else. However, Verse is the Akos. Scare rushes from Spider to try to connect any sort of staggers. Oh, Fist Blades does not connect between both of these targets. Now Spider looks to try to go for it, gets the staggered sidelines, waits out the F1, very nicely done. But we got to be careful here because now Arano joins the party here. He might be looking to try to instigate a third party.
Yeah, Verse trying to scatter on out. Spider still trying to see if he can try to pick up an elimination on the board. Has the Vermilion's Burst Knight buff right now to stay safe. He does get eliminated. Zazong with another one. He picks up another one onto Wang Liang right there. Zazong now with 2 on the board. Nice LMB Pride here for T225 onto Wufang. What's going to be the mix-up? Tarka ultimate is going to be vested here for Wufang. Liam ultimate to rear aggressive as well. Catches the Pride 1-2. F called in to avoid the people's elbow. Now Wufang trying to back on up, and he's swapping on over to the goal poster here on this Tarka ult.
Yeah, now Wufang though has F1 out. T25 wants to wait it out here. He could be target prior selection here from XY from ASE. Now, of course, he looks for the armor swap again. He finds it, gets caught into the parry. No F1. He uses the last possible second. Wufang looking to try to get the LMB. No stone form proc, no nothing. Uppercut confirms. Doesn't hit the target he's looking for. T25 eats an army to the back and a lethal jab confirmed for XY. T225 goes down for this round. Now it's up to XY up against Wufang. Who's going to be coming out here on top? Hadi has no issues, no rolled here as he catches that grapple on blue. But there's going to be the LMBs. Again, Clink number 2, Clink number 3. We're just chipping his health down to the minimum. And that's going to be a brilliant burst fight he takes on.
Fong against Shazong. This time around, Shazong could fall if he does get eliminated here, and he is. He does have a million's birds might though, so he is going to stay safe. And man, where's XY been out with his aggression since game 7? I mean, this is exactly what he needed to do in the beginning of the day. Now with some nice showcasing here, picking up some good amount of eliminations, especially in game 7, and now in game 8. Real aggressive here is going to be Arano against Verse. Big damage there against Verse. Arano now is going to go ahead and scatter on out. Oh, this could be very close here. I don't want to say we are going to have another champion, but I mean, I'm gonna wait it out. You know, I don't want to cast a curse anybody. I'm gonna wait this out. Second Romy Yang start responding on in here for WG Spider already posted up. First, trying to contest with Fong as well. XY. Gonna have to wait and see who aggressive Spider here with the gold fist blades, and this is gonna hurt with 22 seconds on the timer here for it to be able to go inside the Romy Yang. I don't know. I don't want to say anything. I'm just going to wait out and see because we still have the lower half here still up for this lobby.
Yeah. And, you know, considering that, you know, XY has the highest points right now at 3.5, he's still holding down the MVP quote unquote title so far as being the highest point lead into the game. So for right now, I can't believe the Spirit World starts on what?
Right on the realm.
Bro, you got to be kidding me. You just gave him a free freelo. Now everything comes out here for Arano. The gear is in check. Here's a horizontal release until Soul Break is going to invest the F2 for Spider. Spider in midair, looking to try to go for that bait out for the parries. If it's going to come out, and he finds it. Ellen Bean, of course, no armor for Arano here, has to back away. If the Romy Yang pass gets depleted, that's an easy peasy lemon squeezing moment for Arano. Just goes in there to yoink it. But this is a Romy Yang fight. Star to Shane, guys. This is the last Romy Yang fight, and this is going to be the last one for today.
Yes, that's Eddie G Shazong. If he picks up this elimination, he closes out that distance that Spider has right now against T Star right now. Nice F2. Tries to go for the R&B focus. He's going to use that F to avoid that damage there from that focus attack now. LB focus does not connect there for Star. Tries to go for the raw uppercut. Clint comes in off the scare rush there for Star. Overholding. Go ahead and let it loose. Catches the purple frame as well. Bow shot does not connect there for Chazong. Go ahead and swap on over. That's just to what weapon he swapped on over there for his second weapon. He's gonna go ahead and overhold, trying to find an opportunity here to try to get aggressive off of this Star. Trying to find another F2. Does not manage to do so this time around. He's gonna go ahead and try to catch the scare rush. Does manage to do so. Goes right back into the LB Pro. F called in there for Chazong. And now the chase is on. And Star has a little bit of a health advantage currently this far.
I was really looking towards that jump LMB from Jishang, but they're going to be keeping that moment of scare rush to scare rush. Star still has ultimate, has F2. He can throw that F2 through walls, but he's going to go in ultimate status preemptive. No insurance policy combo breaker ultimate. He's going for it. He forces the first Auric Sword. Now Jishang is going to be able to heal out here. He uses his teleport. He gets a little bit knocked back, but Star still has armor here to work with. He's going to have to be careful. Jishang is looking to try to go for the second Auric Sword. There's the V2, but this is going to be easy peasy lemon squeezy for Jishang to go ahead for that bind, and there it is into the corner uppercut extension. Maybe there's going to be the R&B potentially for the Great Sword. Big damage for that neutral hit. Release F2 roar, but we get the F1 investment. Dash R&B, dash LMB, whichever the case is. Jishang is going for a scare rush instead. He doesn't hit it. He sees it. He jump R&Bs, and that's the elimination he's been looking for.
He gets the elimination now. Fong gets Spider. It's a big scrap off here. Top side of the pyramid going at it in the second round with Yang. We got fist plays out for Fong. Spider. I believe that was Spider's fist play. So Spider does lose it there. Now it's gonna be the mix up. We got Kyle Ultimate already invested. Spider eating up a lot of damage. LB R&B on the ground there. Sends it. Oh my god, gets the damage. Gets the RB Pro. LB Pro off of this. LB on the ground. Jump LB. Baits him out. The pistol shot does not connect so far. Still trying to find it. He does manage to do so. And Spider picking the elimination against Fong there. That's a nice elimination there for Spider. I believe now it drops up to 3. He's gonna get that gold dagger upgrade. Wow. I think I don't want to call it, because we still have the bottom side of the pyramid still in the mix, because I mean, yeah, Mike does have a lot of points right now, but the top side of the pyramid is still alive, and all they need to do is secure that MVP and it's over. And Mike would not be our winner. As we see it here, Mike is out, 2-2-5. Chazong still in the mix as well. Fong with that Yang depletion timer, and that is going to be our only players in that 30-point threshold. Arano, Bars, Wang Yang, and Star still in the mix, but it still can go anybody's way, and we see Arano currently with 3 in the board.
Yeah, you know what's crazy too is that in Roman Yang, Spider just found himself Phoenix Blast. Man, oh man, let me tell you something about Phoenix Blast. The fact that he has that data outright alone is going to be a detriment to someone's health bar, and he can also yoink for free. He is Hadia, of course. So for now, if he's able to try to drop down there, he could enable it. Who knows? Spider has to be careful though. 4 points. That's between Jishang. That's between Spider. That's between Arano. Got to be very careful about this one, because it's literally 2 match point gamers versus 1 non-match point gamer. And it's going to go to the points threshold right now, where Mike is at 37.8. And so for everything coming out here, as long as someone doesn't grieve, the match point gamers get knocked out early on, and there's no coming back from that, where he's going to go for scores, and that's going to be where the points are going to be thresholded out.
Yeah, you got to look at every possible solution right now. I mean, yes, Chazong currently still in this game with 35.3, but he does not get the MVP, and another player does. Oh my god, wait, big damage here from Star onto Arano. F caught in here for the Tessa. Responds with a bow shot as well onto Star. Star draws very low. Raw uppercut connects to the R&B focus there from the halberds. Big damage now. Arano trying to go ahead and invest his Tessa ultimate. Tries to go for the scare was now. Akko's ultimate invested. Gonna wait this out. V2 connects. There goes the enchantment now. The follow up hit there. Big damage off the gold pulsar. He's gonna hit like a truck. And that's another one on the board. And we got a 3-way scrap off, 4-way scrap off of folding here. We got Fong eating up a lot of damage in the back end. He was probably the one aggressing a lot of these players, because he had that Yang depletion timer on his back, and he has 3 minutes and 50 seconds to do so.
Yeah, and he was trying not to invest his ultimate at all, right? It's more of an insurance policy for Keelan, but for now, it's going to have to be used to defend himself in the last possible moment. But the chase is still on. We're going to Sunbelt Dwelling. JD Shisheng, healthy as can be. He's got 4 to 4. He's got 4 points to be on standby, but we still have 5 points given towards Arano, and Arano is in the vicinity, folks. We have to take a look and see, because FPX's verse, he's looking to be the one Akkas at the team lobby. He's going to be looking to try to go ahead and making sure they can target Prio select him out of the game. And he's got that gold dagger. He's going to be good to go for a couple more seconds, as long as he doesn't get focused out by 1 or 2 players. He can take the time to reset. He takes himself off of the board. Jishang is ready for those parries, for those horizontal releases. You've seen it happen before. Jishang still keeping the chase out here to this northernmost corner, and as Verse gets caught by that stagger, that's all that's needed. The F1 gives him at least double target hit. That's half the damage he's taking, half the damage received. He finds a common armor swap on the fly, and he keeps this kiting path to be in the mind of the beholder. No one can be ready more so than himself, and they're trying to catch him, but they just can't get him through.
Wow, we're gonna have to wait and see how this unfolds. Verse Does manage to catch a common armor swap. Got Fong on the bottom side, as well as Verse. Now waiting this out. Bane there for Fong, waiting this out. Spider with the gold armor currently here. Verse. Oh my god, big damage there for Spider onto the Bane. Verse as well. Fong now has the opening that he needs off of this to try to stay inside this game. 1 minute and 50 seconds remaining here for Fong. Now the Bane is going to be a very, very high risk, high reward type of thing here, especially for Fong. He needs to be real careful in the back. And we got Chazong trying to see he can find another one on the board currently with 3. Spider with 3 as well. And this is going to be a buzzer beater for both of these players, possibly even 3. In the back end first, eats up the damage off the Bane. Now, it's Fong going to pick up the soul bloom off of this to try to stay inside of this game. It looks like the eliminations go towards Spider's way. The bloom go towards Fong's way. So Fong does stay safe. And now trying to stay inside of this game with 1 on the board now. But it looks like Spider now is going to pick up his 4th one currently here for game number 8.
Now, this is always going to be off to the marbles here. Spider caught into the enchant. Worst case scenario next to a Moonbane with all the targets already. Arano with the double charge RMB. Spider still has fight for him for a couple of seconds. This is stressful. This is stress on high right now. And DRT Fong, right? He got himself out of the remaining depletion. If he can get 3 more eliminations, he can catch match point threshold and win at the game. But he has to have first place. Spider disassembles himself off the ultimate, activates F2 to glide even further. He's just kiting through the air. He's trying to catch it away from any chasers beyond the light. They're going to be dropping through the sky. He is kiting through this building. Sunville Dwelling is legendary for his position of how many buildings, how many windows, how many structures you can just leap off of. Now, Spider, of course, has F2 back up again. He's getting sustained as slowly as surely, but Fong is on chase. He's got Violent Challenger. He knows where the position is of the players every 15 seconds. He's got to have to be very careful about it. Tessa Enchant in the backline. It's like we're watching a movie, and just all of a sudden, as you see a Tarantino film reference.
So Fong has always been that player that who's always able to get someone to focus, but right now Fong needs to try to pick up these eliminations currently here to try to make it to that MVP. Currently with 1 on the board. This could be bad for Spider with no online. Fong has that ultimate online. Everybody else, I believe, as well. We're gonna have to wait and see how this pans out. Chazong in the back end. Shots very low. Now the Test ultimate is gonna go towards his way. Has the Liam ult if he needs it. Big scare rush there. Dust Connect's gonna go ahead and invest this Liam ultimate. Gonna be able to go ahead and stop it. No, Arano with elimination. That's 4.5. Right now, Spider is in the lead off the MVP 1v1v1.
Bro.
Fong. I mean,
I'm scared, bro. Oh my goodness.
because Arano doesn't have 30 points, right? He has 5 on the board. He can't take this home, and if he takes this home, Mike wins. If Arano clutches this up right now, Mike got eliminated, I believe, around this 8 to 7 place mark right now.
You know, it's crazy. I look at the calculations. Chusheng actually wins this out for 39.8 versus Mike's 38.8. So the little point difference that Chusheng was able to come through. So it would be Chusheng's game. This is good for him, right? It depends on Fong. Looking to hopefully take himself through here. Double hits, double confirms. Goes for level 3 slashes. He's all for the health bars to be lost here. Fong looking to try to go ahead. Has F1 still available. Arano making Tessa make it look easy into this endgame. So last Moonbane. We got no buff to be accrued just yet. I think I had to double triple check that one because it looks like with this loop pattern coming through, Fong looks to take some supplies off that body. 48 ratio right now from healing berries to armor powder. He looks to try to avoid that pole sword, man. That pole sword is scary from Arano, man. I'm being serious. You got to be very careful about this one. But there's a Moonbane strike coming down here. He's avoiding every single one of those in the vicinity. Doesn't take any pursuers along the way. And, you know, I'm looking at towards the scores as well. I'm trying to calculate this, man. If Arano gets 7 eliminations, I mean, I'm trying to think about the math coming out here. I think if Arano takes 7 kills
Plus the multiplier.
Plus the multiplier, right? So we're looking at 7. We're looking at 8.4 plus the 3. You know, to come through. I think with the 8.4, he should have enough to possibly actually outpace. Nice parry. Nice R&B too. You know, we don't have an F1 investment so far, but this is close. CA.
He whiffs the Tesla ult, but now Fong is on the run. Spider in the backside, waiting for that perfect opportunity to try to stay in. Currently with 4 eliminations on the board. I have to wait and see. He's able to take this one home for himself. And Arano still full chasing down Fong. We see no type of aggression from Spider. Spider is just waiting this out. He's not even trying to give anybody the chance to eliminate him currently with no ult. So he's playing it safe. He's playing it safe as well. Fong as well with 38% on that rage timer. And now, I mean, I don't know. I actually don't know who can take this one home. I mean, man, I don't know. I don't know because like you said, Chazong does overtake Mike. So regardless of what happens, Mike is not the winner, correct?
Yeah, no, Shishang wins outright, actually. Even if the 7 points, I was doing the math. It looks like it's going to be a 0.8 difference that Shishang wins and beats out Arano. Arano will definitely take second place, though, if he finds 2 extra eliminations to this bar. And that's only if it comes down to that, because we still have Spider. We got Arano with the Aurora Burst. This is zone control. Difficult position right now. Spider, like you said, he's chilling out. And we know they were both escaping the Mystic Might Chaser because they know they won't deal as much damage coming through with Spider. Risky play, gets the R&B, forward burns F1. This is his high aggression position that he's taking, and he's going to be making it work out here. Nice bow shot. The amount of aggression coming from Spider. No test and chance. This is tough for Arano. This is a weave that you do not want to see here.
Doesn't even have the second online. So just have that ground to cover there from the Aurora Burst and Spider as well, taking a full reset. Now he has ult. Look at him now trying to get aggressive off of this. It's all he needed. Try to get some source of damage onto one of these players. And Arano is going to be the one that's going to get focused here from Spider so far. Fong trying to lay down some pressure there onto Spider. And it looks like the damage is going to go towards Spider's way. Fong has to know. He has to know. Since the R&B follow-up, F caught in now. NBPL tries to go for the 2-1-1, but they're back into 3 charge there from Arano, sending in now the follow-up as well. Reads the F. Beautifully played that from Spider now. What's going to be the mix-up here for Spider? Go ahead, doesn't let loose of the blistering edge, winning this out since the follow-up does not get the damage though. And the top side, yeah, they definitely know this is Spider.
Yeah, you're going to have to take an observation
100%.
tactic here. Toes to the nose coming out here from Fong. He's going to be trying to get him elimination. Nice parry. It's the opposite direction, straight towards Arano. The target prio selection, it's peak.
Wow, since the LB focus gets it towards Spider, and Spider's going to fall off of this. He is going to die. And Fong now, he knows, man. He always knows. Somehow he always knows, man. I swear he always knows. Now Arano against Fong. We're a burst here for Arano. What's the mix-up?
Man, it's going to be tough.
Is it Shazam? If Arano wins, it's Shazam, right? Oh, no, you say he can win.
No, that's only if he got that kill on the Spider, but even then, there's still a point of difference. Oh, we catch that, huh? Oh, we do. Wait, we do that, huh? Oh, we burning Keelan like that?
Nice little slide uppercut down to Rain. Now the dash connects there, but the test ultimate invested here into the Aurora Burst. Now, I believe. No, it's going to be staying safe because of the Colin ultimate. Catches the Sierra's damage there, and the top side doesn't get the full damage. Now the Colin ultimate still online. First dash connects, and now the F invested, but Arano's very low as well.
Yeah, getting a shot though, could confirm it. Arano looking to try to get caught, and that's going to be the elimination. I think what this case scenario is, 1 HP in a dream. Aurora Burst, you can't do anything about that. Pistol shot to the pistol shot. He's looking for the line of sight for a secondary pistol. That's all he needs. Arano is closing in piece by piece, layer by layer, scale rush into it. He's looking to try to get one R&B off, and I think right then and there, Fong. I think Fong might have gotten himself close, but I don't think he took MVP. We'll have to...
Whoa! We have a new winner on the block. The winner is going to be KDG Shazam. Look. Woo! Finds out he is the winner. Yeah. He is going to be taking the first bi-weekly final here for the summer split. Wow. And now...
2022 NBPL 夏季赛的第1周